Tea time.
What happened?
All 600 and some of y'all in these comments, tea time. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself. Yeah, every one of y'all. Every one of y'all. Yeah,
Even me?
yeah, yes, tea time. Yes, yes, yeah, yeah. Y'all done ate Red Lobster out of business, out of business with that endless strip of crab leg.
What happened?
The Red Lobster filing bankruptcy. They closing all these stores and shit. Cause they 7 million. Y'all done ate $7 million worth of shrimp.
Who did that?
Y'all done ate $7 million. They $7 million a day.
Wait, Jermaine.
They
Wait,
close. They got closed.
what happened?
Yeah, they filing bankruptcy. They closing all their stores. Yeah, they say they lost $7 million on the endless shrimp and crab.
I don't even go to Red Lobster.
Yeah, you know damn well you can't offer no niggas no endless seafood. I ain't lying. I ain't lying. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself. I ain't lying. I ain't lying. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself. Y'all don't put them niggas motherfuckers straight out of business.
They biscuits is the bomb. They should have did
No
endless
more cheddar
biscuits.
biscuits for y'all ass.
Wait, when is they going out of business so I can go to give me some real quick?
Yeah, it's coming soon. Y'all better hurry up.
Let me DoorDash me some Red Lobster real quick.
Yeah, them cheddar bay biscuits. You know how many I done closed many a deals on a cheddar bay biscuit. I ain't lying.
Look, you got she was ready, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Back it used to be a time
Mm.
red. You take her to Red Lobster, she felt special. She felt special.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. It used to be a time that
No.
she don't work no more.
Oh Jesus. Red Lobster. Red Lobster.
Yeah, boy, I done closed many deals on a cheddar bay biscuit. I ain't lying.
So Kev, since you up here, I got a
I ain't
question
do
for
it.
you.
I ain't do it.
I got a question for you. So I had seen last night there was a guy who kicked a 15-year-old girl head in, stumped her head in. Have you seen that?
I have not.
From the LGBT community. I'm not trying to talk about it, but he stumped her head in. She's in critical condition right now.
It's okay though. He's a girl, right?
I don't think I don't that's not my stance.
I'm being a smart ass.
I know that's really what people say, but my stance have always been my stance, and they cancel me when I speak. When I do speak on it, they report me. So I don't speak too much on it like I used to, like I try to, but because they report me. But
You really don't want me to say how I feel on that. You really don't.
15 years old, kid.
Y'all don't want me to say how I feel on that. Yeah. Yeah, y'all they're gonna start
His
reporting
name
me.
on TikTok is John. Hold on, let me say his name on TikTok.
Have you tried to talk to him?
No, I just found this out last night. I seen somebody else was live about it.
That would be a
Um,
good interview to give him a chance to,
hold on. This him right here. This big old man. My screen protected.
I can see that. I can see that.
Let me turn my brightness up. So that's the guy. His name is Johnny Ricks.
I would like to talk. Is he facing charges?
Let
If
me
he's
go
facing
see.
charges, he probably not gonna talk to nobody.
Yeah, he ain't posted nothing since.
Yeah,
Um,
he's gonna be facing charges, especially if it's getting this kind of traction. So he ain't gonna talk to nobody. Um, yeah. If he's facing charges, he 15. How old is he?
he's a grown man. Here you go, right here. I'm gonna screenshot it and put it up here. Hold on.
He's 23.
A goon with a lengthy criminal history viciously assaulted a 15-year-old female McDonald's worker dragging her by the hair and repeatedly stumping her on the head in the parking lot after a rowdy group of customers provoked a brawl with employees inside the restaurant earlier this month, according to the cops. Johnny Ricks, 25, was arrested for assault after he allegedly grabbed the teen by her hair and yanked her across the parking lot of the restaurant just outside of St. Louis before bashing her head into the concrete and punching her in the face.
You lying to me. You lying to me. See, and here's the thing, right? Because it's not the whole community. But I have some real good friends that are part of that community, that are very productive, moralistic, upstanding people that wouldn't even be a part of that conversation, much less stand for it. It's it's a certain type of element of P, right? It's a certain type. It's a certain saucy Santana type of one. What's the other one? It's a certain T.S. Madison type. It's a certain saucy Santana type. It's a certain type that feel like, they're an equivalent when it comes to women, because of the lifestyle that they live. It's some that understand that there's a differentiation, um, but because it's not the whole community. It's not even most of the community, and whether black women want to realize it or not, it's that part of that community that aids to y'all's bad name, right? The whole always got something to say, always rowdy. Y'all get a bad rap from a lot of that. Y'all get a lot of the y'all catch a lot of strays, from that because of how they behave a lot of
Let
times.
me show you the video. Hold on. So here's the thing. Before this, I had a live about this, right? Explaining to women that the community of people, like I always say, black people, this is my opinion, black people, women, and the LGBT community, okay, are the most
Slick Rick the Ruler.
entitled people that I know, which means they want to be inclusive and exclusive at the same damn time. Okay? You can't talk about me, but I can talk about you. You can't, say you can't hold me accountable, but I can hold you accountable. And that community is the biggest of the bullies because they're all nationalities. And then they have the women on their team too. Now black folk is part of this too. Y'all can fight with me all you want to.
We perpetuate it.
Yeah.
Well, and understand something. The Me Too movement and the Element of P movement, black women were used to perpetuate that because black women control everything. Yeah, people may not realize it. People may not be willing to accept it. Black women control everything, even the pockets, the purse strings. They control everything. They control the temperature, the tempo. Black women are the power of our community, and
Yep.
whether people want to realize that or not, black women control the economy. Black women control the economy from hair to damn food bought at the house. Black women control the spending. Not even white women control the spending in their house.
Yeah.
Black women control the spending in their homes. White women don't even do that. So when it comes to certain agendas, they run to black women first
Yeah.
because they're going to listen to black women first.
We got
You're
we
going
got
to
the
hear
voice. We got
black
the
women
voices. We
first.
got strong voices.
Black women are the strongest. Black women are the loudest. Black women are the more aggressive. And so that could be a gift and a curse.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
How about assertive? Okay, we can say.
no, I said what I said. I said what I said.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So and so when it comes to the element of P situation, Black women accept it, so it's now acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
If black women didn't accept it, it wouldn't be acceptable.
Oh shit. But even when you okay, let's go to the 4B movement, right? Even with the so let's talk about this cuz men, many of them with the traditional, they were taught.
No, see, honey, that's see, black women don't accept him being beating. That's not what I'm saying. So if that's what you got out of that, honey, I'm gonna need you to just hang tight a tick or two, right? Because if out of everything that I just said,
Can y'all hear me?
if that's what you got out of that,
My bad.
black women don't accept him beating a teenage girl. That's not what I'm implying.
Well, black women did though. They did. They helped him get away. They protected him. And they helped him go into hiding. So they did. They did. They absolutely did. If y'all really
It,
want to know,
if,
they
if
did.
if if that were a straight man that did that, y'all would have turned his ass in.
Right. Right. They did. They absolutely did. Black women did do that. So let's y'all can say not a real black woman. Yes, they were real black women. They were born black. They identify as black. They birth certificates say black. They were black. Okay? Like y'all gotta stop doing that. Real woman, real man. Stop. They were real black women. Okay? I don't care who they were. Friends, enemies, frenemies. They were real. It don't got nothing to do with us, but they said black women didn't help him, didn't Shar, why you fighting with me about being a teacher? You see that degree? I can never be an ex-teacher. What you talking about? How can you be an ex-teacher with a degree?
Yeah, and people
I ain't
kill me with
tired.
that, right? You know,
What you talking
people
about?
kill me with. You know what? You got zero followers and 8 followers.
Yeah.
You
I don't
don't
know
win a
why she I
million
don't know why
followers.
they I don't know what they think they gonna do with me.
Y'all kill me with that. Y'all, it's like y'all can't even have a regular
Oh,
conversation.
let me go ahead and break it down to you nosy folks because I already told my folks. The reason why I
Gee,
didn't go back to teaching last month is because the person that they let in was arrested for kidnapping and they hid it from the parents and many more. So don't come for me.
I
Okay?
wouldn't care if you wasn't teaching because you won
Don't
ten
come for
dollars on the
me.
scratch off ticket. It ain't none of their motherfucking business.
Don't come for me, but I'm still gonna get
I mean,
paid.
come on,
I'm
y'all be
still
the
gonna get
most, man. Y'all
paid
be the most. Y'all be
and
the most.
still have a place of employment. Okay?
That ain't, y'all be
Okay.
doing the most.
Okay. But
What
let me
up,
finish.
T
Go
Time?
ahead. What's up, G?
So look, check this out. That's why I rock with you heavy. And what up, Kev?
What's
Uh,
popping?
Oh, my bill's paid, baby. Don't worry about it. Go
you
ahead. Matter of fact, can everybody send $1 to my cash app? Because I ain't got no
Can I
job.
put my cash app up there too?
Put
Shit.
yours up too. Can everybody
I
send
wish
$1 to
I
my
could,
cash
goddamn
app?
it. I
Because
wish I
I don't even have a goal up. But since they want to fight with me, every time y'all do that, y'all know y'all help people support me even more, right? Y'all do know every time y'all come in here and troll, y'all raise my support up, right? Y'all do know
every
that, right?
time. Every time they come in my live talking about that cash app, make that cash app go to singing.
Yeah.
I, that ass cash app go to
Yeah.
singing.
Yeah.
Max, I'm gonna send another cash app. Hey, look, I rock with you the long way because of how you take your stance on this community. Look, for everybody that don't understand what T Time trying to say, is black women helped them get their rights, and then they removed black women right off the tampon.
Mm-hmm.
Like any type
Thank you for the
of
cash apps.
movement or situation historically, the black woman has started. Like black men were not allowing these men to do their hair because they didn't want other women doing it. Like they opened the door to them. And it's cool, black women, you did it with a pure heart. You did it with a pure heart, but now they're taking advantage of you. Like Kev
Mm-hmm.
said, if
And they're
this was,
telling us we're not women.
yeah,
This is for educational purposes only, y'all. So just please don't fight us. If y'all want to have a conversation, we can have a conversation. I'm not disrespecting anybody's community. I'm not disrespecting anybody's beliefs. I am speaking of the people that have become problematic in that community, right? They're telling us that we're not real women. You know, they're telling us that we don't own our periods. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot. It's a lot.
know what y'all could
So
do? Let them have conversations with us. At the end of the day, tell them come use our restrooms. They are bros anyway. Let men talk to men, and we can handle this.
But the men don't claim them. Thank y'all for the cash apps. Thank y'all. The men don't claim them. They identify them as they put them over here with us, and then the men blame us for the reason why they are in that community.
Yeah, I agree. Men do that, and we need to have accountability, and we need to fix that because the closer we get to each other, the less they can affect our community. Like, look,
Well, if
hold
the
on,
truth
Kev,
be
but
told,
Kev,
men
Kev,
men are responsible for a lot of men choosing that community. Because I do believe, although I do believe that some may be born a certain way,
I do believe that too. Some, yeah.
I do believe that some may be a choice, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that
I agree with that.
the lack of masculinity in a house will contribute to the confusion. I think when a boy grows up around the aunties and the sisters and the mama and the grandma and you know, there might be a boy cousin around here or there, but he don't see him that often, so he has all of this feminine energy around him. He can't help but adopt some of that. Some of
Mm-hmm.
that it can't help it. So rather
Kev, I
than
don't think anybody's refuting that, Kev, because I agree. I don't think there's any absolutes. I think that you can advocate and be a part of something. I don't have to agree with it, but I have to respect your place to coexist. I think our problem is that we don't have a problem with the community. We just see that people from that community are starting a lot of these social media talking points, like the hetero alopecias, the hetero predators, the 4B, the
Well, wait,
Black
let's stop
Lives
it there. The
Matter.
4B, that's what I was gonna say earlier. The 4B, um, do you know what they did to her? The LGBT community did to her?
Yeah, they just they went ham on her.
They doxed her. Like, no, like seriously, it's not. It's sad because she said she did not, because people were pushing the LGBT on her, and she was saying no. I am promoting born women. Born women.
Facts.
XYZ. So they were then saying, why couldn't they be a part of it? And she was saying, that's not. It's she had already put it on, but
That's the
they
point.
they started to dox her. They started to send things to her mom's house. They even came in my live doxing her. I had to block people. I had to keep blocking them because they were doxing her. Hey, stays.
They sent that
So
woman bags of feces to her front door.
to her, yep, to her mother's front door.
Ridiculous. And that's what
Yeah,
I mean. They're part of a lot of
yeah.
big major anti-hetero groups, which again,
They're bullies.
we
They're
don't go in their
bullies.
spaces and disrupt their love for their people. So why do they continue to do it with ours? And it's because they have an ulterior motive. They have means to gain. That's my only issue. Like, let's respect each other and leave each other alone. Y'all don't have to use hetero talking points to trauma dump. And that's what's happening.
Right. So why isn't it as much outrage about this 20-something-year-old man that stumped this 15-year-old girl head in as it was for Carlisha, as it was for the brick lady, as it was for those women? Why aren't we as I just heard about this last
Well,
night.
I don't think that's fair, T, because you know, just like everybody was protecting and speaking up for the brick lady, and because I caught hell when I said the brick lady was lying, I caught hell on my platform. When I said the kidnapped lady was telling the damn lie, I caught hell on my damn platform. And then turned out I was right on in both instances. The problem is that, see, again, I'm trying to choose my words
Go
carefully
ahead.
now.
If y'all can please
The
do
problem
not report my page.
is a lot of times they find solace and refuge amongst black women. Even black women, some black women, when they like the brick lady and the kidnapped lady, um, they
Well, yeah, I didn't
peel
believe the
they
kidnapping from the beginning.
appeal to they appeal to the sensitivity of black women. Oh, how all these black men gonna be standing around watching this man hit me, blah blah blah, and they ain't none of them
And
do
that's what
nothing.
I'm saying. It was a bunch of black women standing around watching that girl get her head stumped in. You get what I'm saying?
I do, but you're gonna have to go deeper. They got it from Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry made a come up off
Don't
speaking.
blame Tyler
Well,
Perry
look,
for
just hear
what.
me out. Hear me out. Black women's voice felt like they weren't heard, and his movies played to y'all's feelings. So he was and look at what communities he's from. So He gave black women a voice to say, hey, we're going to unite all of these people who have a common goal. And that common goal is non-black man. And that means
No.
we will, hey, look, they will protect the black man if he's on their side, on that community. And that's what they're doing. But if the black man was a straight man, they would have got him.
What movies? The only movie that I know that was probably a little harsh when it came to the black man, and like a reach, was For Color Girls. But and it wasn't so much of a reach. It like the him dropping the baby out the window and stuff. That's the part that really. But you know the grape, the husband being gay. I mean the husband being on the DL. These were all real things, right? But the baby, I think the baby being thrown out the window was a reach for me. That was the part that I really couldn't. I can't really get through. But as far as any other movies, they're real relationship issues. It's like we experience this stuff in real life, and y'all say that he's creating it on a movie. No, he's showing what we as black women actually do go through in relationships because we're taught to take it. We're taught be quiet, stick in your marriage. If you're happy or if you're not happy, you still got to work it out. If that man hit you, you just got to ignore it. Like those things have been instilled in us before Tyler Perry ever came out.
But see, that's why I say that it's not the whole community, right? It's just a certain type of that community, and it's that feminine toxicity. And listen, see, it's them being feminine and them being toxic, which creates a feminine toxicity that doesn't really belong to black women. Y'all just get blamed for a lot of that because they associate that with black women. They associate that behavior with black women because of the lifestyle.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's an agenda. It's an agenda to not only get black women to support it, but also use it to suppress y'all. They accomplishing two things at one time.
Yeah.
Not only are they getting a black women to perpetuate it and support it and be okay with it and learn to embrace it, but at the same time they're using it against y'all.
I agree. I agree. Are they suppressing us? Neat, come up. I don't know. Like I have a difference of opinion about this. Like I'm with Kev when I feel like there are some people that I do believe in my heart has been born, and the LGBT community hate when I say this, with the chemical imbalance, because that's what it's called. It's called a chemical imbalance, right? If you have taken psychology, if you have went to school, you any type of science, you do know that it will be considered a chemical imbalance, right? Um, but they don't like it when you say it. They don't like it when you say it. So you have the I do believe that is real. However, I believe that the way it's forced today, our children are confused. I believe it starts to confuse our youth because it's forced out. It's pushed out. You know what I'm saying? Where in through television, through cartoons, even in the schools. You know what I'm saying? So it's really like the youngins, and I get that there are some people, some kids that feel that way from early on. You know what I'm saying? But there are some that are like, oh, I just want to try it. Um, I just want to experiment. Versus, I really feel like the people that really do feel I was born like it kind of it's blurring now. The line is blurring.
It's we're in uno sanctos. It's all about solicitation. And again, anytime I see a military mindset, recruit, I have cause to pause, especially having daughters. So I see a big perpetuation of recruitment going on. Now, look, if these kids ain't old enough to do certain things, why are y'all trying to put these books in schools? Why they can't even read above the reading level, but y'all are trying to show them another way when it comes to their preference. Now, look, I'm going to reiterate it one more time and I'm going to mute. I don't have any issues with how anybody's personal preference is. But when you try to impede, right, you try to impede and persuade others, that's when it gets tricky. I just had a live about this and I had to explain to a big part of their community, 3,000 deep, they kept running in there. And all I said is that women, natural born women, and those women from that community are in competition. They could not stand to hear the facts. I know it's going to alarm everybody, but if this is a sporting event and you are playing and going after the same goal, they want straight men are both getting aspired by both groups. That means you two are in competition. If you go to a club, you are presenting as them, meaning you
I,
are imitating as them.
and
That's
I
how
can
they
see that because when they say that we're competing with the trans community, I have never looked at anybody as competition. I don't even look at women as competition, let alone anybody in the
And,
trans community.
and,
In that community,
it's
they
like
compete with
remember when
you.
you were growing. Remember
yeah,
when you
that's
were
for
growing
me.
up,
That's for
like
me. I don't look at them as competition.
you know,
Hey, Tish.
they got this whole thing now where teaching kids to be comfortable with their sexuality, right? And, let them be be comfortable with who they are. Man, I remember when I was growing up, and if you did something that looked too fast, you getting popped. If you said something that was too grown, you getting popped. There was no such thing as being comfortable with anything sexual as a kid.
Right.
I mean, the least little thing you can't, cross your legs. Don't be out there playing with no skirt on. All this other stuff. Y'all, the little girls and y'all.
But you
I ain't
know, a
talk,
lot of that was projection from trauma, though, too, right?
I don't necessarily agree with that.
I'm gonna tell you why I
See,
don't.
because
I'm gonna tell you why I know.
in order to
Go ahead.
produce excellence, you have to teach a certain behavior.
No, now I'm
Even
talking
when
about a lot of it. So yes, teaching young girls how to dress like a lady, how to you know how you if you got on a skirt, you wear shorts on it so you won't see your underwear. Those things, yes.
you
However,
couldn't
a
show
lot
when
of
I was growing up, you couldn't show your belly button.
right, but
Y'all couldn't show y'all belly
no, no.
button.
Well, before your generation, that's what the style was. Go.
Yeah,
Have you seen
y'all
East
had to,
Bayou?
you couldn't even wear your hair down y'all couldn't even wear your hair down when
No,
I was
that's
y'all
not
had
true.
to wear the
No,
ponytails.
no, 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 no. Have you watched Eve's Bayou? That's how they was dressing. She had the crop top, the crop top with the belly button short. The difference back then and today, okay, is the development of young girls. It wasn't a big deal back then because the development of young girls back then weren't the same as today. Today, young girls
I disagree.
are really developed and it's like their boobs, their hips, and all that. Back then, they were built like little boys. So they were wearing crop tops. They were wearing belly shirts. They were wearing that stuff. My mama, they have pictures of young girls back in the 70s wearing it. That's where that stuff started. The 70s and the 80s, they were wearing that stuff. They may wear a big jersey over it with the crop, like T-bars left out. They were all,
Not as no 10, 12 year
they
olds
were, yes,
though.
they were. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Go
Uh-uh.
back to the movie East
Yeah, my
Bayou.
mom, they
Go
didn't
back
play
to the
that
movie.
around where
I'm,
I grew up in.
I'm you right because you grew. How old are you, Kev?
They don't,
You probably
you
grew
did-
up in the middle, but if you was born in the 70s, they were wearing the young
yeah, I
girls
was
were
born
wearing
in
it.
the city.
They were 60s, 70s. My mama was born in 50s. I put it like that. My mama and them generation was wearing that stuff.
Y'all were fast.
My mama's generation, they weren't fast. That was the style. They weren't doing it to be promiscuous. It was literally the style. Like
Now, see
there's pictures. I
what
can pull up the pictures from my mom and them when I was a little baby. They they were all wearing that stuff, but they weren't. It wasn't because they were built different, so it wasn't promiscuous or anything like that. But they were
I
still
don't know
doing
if I
it.
agree with that.
They were
Because
because a lot of stuff has been
in my family
recycled.
dynamic, there was a certain way that you dressed, you didn't dress, blah 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 blah. You spoke,
It's
whatever.
probably religion then, because now if you going back
Nah,
to
my mama was the
religions,
Yes,
big. My
yes.
mama was
Kev,
the chiefest
Kev,
in
you
sinners.
remember that
So
movie
so this is
Crooklyn?
so
That
so
movie
this is
Crooklyn's from
oh
she
your
was,
sorry.
yeah,
time.
her too. She was wearing little um
My mama
um
didn't. My auntie didn't play
half
that shit.
shirts in Crooklyn.
Uh-huh.
That was the style. Crooklyn, Eve's Bayou, they show you the styles. Like you can say it's just a movie, but they rep the movies as a writer. Y'all need to understand. They illustrate what that time, they played that. So they're
Somebody,
not. It's
somebody,
not just a
somebody talking
movie.
about some look at Soul Train. I mean, those. I'm not. I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah. I'm talking about young girls. Like I'm saying, like the little girl in East Bayou, the youngest girl, she used to wear the overalls with the little tube top all the time. Now the sister, she was what was considered to be fast. Megan Good. She would do her hair. She did her hair like her mom to try to be fast. She put on the makeup, the lipstick. She put on the robe. You know what I'm saying? But the tube tops and stuff, she was considered a little tomboy. Cause that's how they used to wear. But Megan Good, she tried to be like mom. Like she wore hair. She took her hair and flat ironed it and curled it up. She put the robe on with the makeup. That was considered more promiscuous and more grown up. Not the tube tops and because they was wearing the tube tops with the overalls back then. The
Yeah,
knickerbockers
I
and
don't
stuff.
know.
I'm
I wasn't
telling you,
wearing that
yeah.
shit. Yeah,
Go
yeah,
look
I
it
wasn't
up.
wearing that shit. So
No, I'm telling you that wasn't what I'm telling you. A lot of that shit was projection from our mother's trauma. Don't sit on grown men lap and shit like that. All of that shit, they was projecting that shit onto these little kids because they were touched as kids by their uncles. They was touched as kids by the pastors. They was touched as kids by their fathers. So when a little girl would go talk to an older man, get your fast ass going somewhere. The girls wasn't even fast. But they were projecting that shit onto the young girls because of what they were experiencing. It wasn't nothing but passed down trauma. That's what was going on. Instead of teaching your girls and talking to your girls, they were projecting, making them think they were fast, making them think they were being too grown. When it really was, they remember their uncle touching on them or saying, "Come on, sit on my lap, baby," and hopping you on the lap and feeling his penis get hard up on their asses and on their backs. Or they saying, "Come on, give granddaddy a kiss," and they sticking their tongue down these young girls' throat. So the moms, instead of them healing from that shit, they was taught to suppress that shit. So when they seen their kids doing that shit, they get your fast ass on. You being fast, go in your room, and the kids not knowing what the fuck is going on. So that wasn't nothing but passed down trauma because of suppressing down what they went through because their mama's telling them, "Girl, you ain't nothing wrong with you. You just being grown. You're lying." So we didn't unpack and heal from that shit. We ain't break that cycle. That's why y'all was taught, don't wear that. Don't be standing like that. Don't sit around me. And don't be, because they were scared that what happened to them was going to happen to their kids.
that's not always true.
That's what a lot, I'm telling you, that's where a lot, okay, let's go back. You
Because
remember the start. You remember the analogy,
as a single father, I taught
it's
my
passed
daughter the
down,
same
right?
thing.
It was passed down to you, right? So you remember the story about the lady with the pan, the grandmama. So the lady was asking her mama, "Why do we cut the legs off the turkey?" Right? And the mama was
I
like,
don't. Sometimes I just want to go back and forth.
"No, listen, hear me out. So there's a story about the lady
Oh
who
my
asked her
God.
mama, "Why we keep cutting the ends off the turkey?" Right? She said, "I don't know. Ask your grandmama." Right? The grandmama, she asked the grandmama, "Grandmama, why do we cut the ends off the turkey?" Grandmama say, "I don't know. Ask your great grandmama." Right? So she asked the great grandmama, and the great grandmama she say, "Grandma, why we cut the ends off? Why we cut the ends off turkey?" She said, "Because I didn't have a big enough pot." So a lot of times we're passing shit down and we don't know why. We were taught things without an explanation. So if a motherfucker would have just told them, just buy a bigger pot, we didn't have the resources back then that we have now, right? So all you need to do is buy a bigger pot, right? So now y'all been wasting years, wasting meat all this goddamn generation because grandma, you watch grandma do it, so now you do it. Instead of explaining, I don't have a big enough pot. So yeah, you probably taught your daughter that because it was passed down to you, but nobody ever told why not to sit on me and lap, why not to be up in me. It was never taught. You just, somebody said don't do it. You just went with, because when you ask why, what they say, because I said so. There was never a conversation. I do what I say, and you know why everybody always tell their kids, because I said so, because they don't even know why. That's why I have no problem explaining to my children, and as a teacher, if the kids ask why, I'm gonna tell them we're gonna find out. If I don't know why, we're gonna find out together as a class.
I am not
We
finna
gotta
debate
teach.
no mother about no shit like this. Yeah, y'all must think I'm motherfucking crazy.
I'm
You
just,
think I'm
I'm
finna,
not
you
talking
think I'm
from a
finna
mama. I'm talking
debate
from a
a
teaching.
mother?
I'm
Hey,
talking from
Chief,
a, I'm talking,
hey, Chief,
I
I
ain't
ain't
even
crazy.
talking from a mama, because mamas be going through so much trauma, they don't
If
even
you
think
think I'm
like this.
finna sit here and debate a black mother about some shit like
Nah,
this,
I'm a
y'all
black
crazy than a
woman that's
motherfucker.
healed. I'm a
I'm
black
not
woman that
dismiss
stopped and broke
Jay,
generational
whatever your
curses.
damn name is. I'm not
You
dismissing.
feel me?
Just because I don't
Mm.
identify with something or does not mean I'm dismissing anything. Y'all need to be more open minded and let people think for themselves. You're not gonna put me in no damn
Right,
box
don't put him in no
and
box.
make
He
me
just
think how
he
you
right.
want to make me think,
Yeah,
and then now I'm dismissing because I don't think how you want me to damn think. Shut
That's what
up.
they do, Kev. They project and let them
Shut the
project their
hell up.
insecurities. It's
yeah. No, I'm
insecurity.
not. I'm not speaking from a just a black mama. You know, because I had to teach my mama this. You get what I'm saying? I'm speaking from a woman that
You need to be open minded
I
and
come
stop
from a
debating the
lineage.
topic. That's what the topic is for,
I
is to
come from a
debate the
lineage
damn
of
topic.
being
You
the
want to
one
be
in my
seen. Shut
family.
up.
Let me say this, y'all. I come from being the one in my family that broke the curses. I broke the generational curses. The first to go to college, the first to graduate high school, the first to get a degree, the first to start my own business, the first in my family, in my line of family, the first to break the curses and break the silence from being touched on. The first. But I was the one in the foster home. I was the one taken away from my mama. I was the one 15 and pregnant. I was the one touched on as a kid, but I was the one to break all that shit so that I didn't have to pass that down to my kids.
Good for you, T.
Shout
Congratulations.
out T.
But I'm saying that because that's why I know that's what was done. It was projected on to generation. Somebody got to start breaking this shit. We got to start breaking these cut. We got to start cutting these generations. Like we have to start unlearning some shit. We have to start unlearning some shit that we
So
learned.
I'll go after Neek. I think Neek wanted to talk, but I'll go after her.
Okay. What's funny is I agree with you, T, this time, but when you said that before, I didn't believe it. And the thing is, we can apply that same thing to some degree to same-sex relationships or people who identify as men or women. Because how do we know that that's wrong if we weren't told that? And what's the why behind it? And a lot of the times, the why behind it is religion. And that may not be good enough for a lot of people, and understandably so,
How about
because
leave Kev alone?
what's the why behind, like, for example, I think there's a misconception too, because we talked about sexuality and sex and kids, but sexuality is not the same thing as, like, my daughter can look at a little boy and be like, oh, I like him, he's so cute, he's my friend, I love him, but she doesn't have any reference for it to be like sexual, but she knows that her sex is female, right? So I think it's generational trauma to conflate.
But they're even taking that out now, Neek. They're saying that they don't even they're trying to take away the identity when the kids are born, take away female and male, where they don't identify as female or male anymore. They're now non-gender. They're doing that now.
So I think, okay, this is one of the this is what I had to understand too. Sex is undeniable, right? Like, sex is science. You were either born female, male, or like you will have to identify one of those. But gender is what they're trying to not assign at birth, which is how you, like, your place in society, which is man and women. Because technically, I had to learn this recently, technically you can be a male woman or you can be a female man, because they are not male and male and man are not synonymous or interchangeable, and neither is woman and female. And I think that's where, like, I think we all could agree if we understood, but I think like you said, some things that we just know is wrong because we were taught. But when we sit and think about it, we be like, damn, I only think this way because somebody told me, and I only think this way because somebody read it in a book from 1,000 years ago. And I've really been sitting with that for a minute, like, damn, it's only wrong because somebody told me that it was. And that's just where I'm at with it.
Yeah, I think that it's becoming you know how things start off. Y'all remember the Christian, the person that was a sinner and got saved, and then they went around telling everybody they're gonna go to hell? Y'all remember that back in the day? When as soon as they got saved, they got baptized, they went around telling everybody they was gonna go to hell.
Yeah, that's half the folks in these goddamn comments right now.
But T, even if we don't believe, T,
hold on, no, hear me out.
Daddy.
It becomes like a extreme until you humble back to the balance. And I think right now we're at the extreme, and now we have to find the balance, because they're telling everybody they're gonna go to hell until they realize they're gonna sin again, right? They sin again, then it kind of humbles them a little bit more, and they got to find that balance. So right now we're at an extreme with that community. They're taking our identity as women. You're not a woman. You're not born. You want to be like me. You competing with me. You know what I'm saying? We need a balance, because now it's just too much. It's an extreme there. So whereas remember back in the day, there was the extreme of they was beating them, they was making them, you know what I'm saying? They was unaliving them, they was jumping them. Remember, there was that extreme. You remember they had men that was taking their sons to brothels to lose their virginity so that they wouldn't turn out, GAY, right? That was another extreme, right? Instead of finding out what's going on, you know what I'm saying? A lot of those people were SA too. A lot of those boys, they were touched and didn't even know if they were or not. You know what I'm saying? So there's another. So the extremes. Where's the balance?
T, I just wanted to
I'm sorry,
quickly
go ahead.
reference back to the actual story that we're speaking about, and we're all adults that have, you know, different upbringing, different morals, values, and views on life with regards to this community that we're talking about. But what I heard was that it was a 25-year-old person who harmed a 15-year-old person. I think that's one thing that we can all unite on, is the fact that there was an assault on a child.
Yes.
And I don't want us to lose focus
I have the
on,
video as well.
yeah, I don't want us to lose focus and focus on the differences or discrepancies we have in our views. The ultimate situation here is that a child was harmed, and we can all kind of rally together to see the wrong in that.
Yeah,
That's
but it's
right. So
still
in
there's
other
still a
words, get
problem
off
though.
care.
There's still a problem. Go ahead, Kev. Go ahead, because
Yeah, in other words,
you
get
want to
off
take
care.
away from the fact of what we're talking about, but that's the root, right? Go ahead, Kev.
Yeah, that's right. In other words, get off care. Yeah, sometimes we can be so heavenly minded we ain't no earthly damn good. So some of y'all are so fixated in your own opinions that you're not even willing to allow people to have independent thought that what that might even lean them to your side based off of the different perspectives. Some of y'all are really irritating, and I'm glad y'all over here on T Live instead of my shit. Some of your people irritate me, the motherfucker. I ain't lying.
These ain't all my people. Understand? We talking about a community. They gonna be on my ass too. They trust me. They on my ass too. When we get to having these
Yeah,
conversations, I have to be very careful because they don't like it when I talk about this. They be on me.
And see that's the
You
thing.
know.
I got a very diverse platform. The Element P community comes up in my box. I got white people come up in my box. I mean, it is extreme. My platform is extremely diverse, and we have these conversations ever so often. And we don't have no. Well, yeah, we do. That's a
Why can't
lie.
we just be honest though? Like, why is
I
it
was
always
about to say
gotta
we
be
don't have no
somebody else
problems,
to
but
be
that would be a
honest?
lie.
Because they're sensitive. That's what I'm saying. This is what I was saying earlier. I said it. Y'all can hate me. Y'all don't
Shut
have
up,
to like
Tad.
me. I said this, and I'm gonna say it again. Women, women as a whole. I ain't saying all women, but I'm saying women as a whole. Black, white, purple, yellow, whatever. African Americans and LGBT are the most inclusive but exclusive people that I have ever known. Group of people, because you want to be included but excluded at the same time. You want to be included in everything, but when it comes to having conversations about your inclusivity, you want to be excluded because I'm a woman, or because I'm LGBT, or because I'm black. It's literally, we are the most inclusive but exclusive people that I know, the group of people that I know. And I've said this before. Like, we want to be a part of something, but then we want our own month. But then we want our own this. Then we want black girls rock. And but if a person say white girl rock, you a racist. Like, we want, you know what I'm saying? We want to get, we want to get the white women hair, but then don't get your hair braided. You know what I'm saying? It's literally, we need to figure out what we really want. Because at the end of the day, we're not there's no balance here. There's no accountability here.
I
There's not.
just don't, I just
You
find it
know?
highly insensitive that we can be adults and have a conversation, but it has to be censored whenever we're preferencing one group. I think it's highly disingenuous. It's highly it's disrespectful to our people, because when men preferencize what they want, it seems like the target is always against the men. Because I don't ever see like women versus women issues going at it when it comes to this community. Now, no, real talk. I see that whenever a man says, because they know we're the determining factor, if we say we don't want any of this, we don't like any of this, then there's no ulterior motive. There's nothing to gain. But it seems like men have to be put in this box that if we preferencize what we like, then it's anti. When it's just a preference. Like, let's be real. This is the law of attraction, and this is preference. So if men say this ain't what we like, then cut it out. And then, like I said in my live, I'm around here. We can be adults, have a respectful conversation, disagree, and still be intellectual, right? If you have an issue when they say about the restroom, handicapped people, pardon my French, they got a different symbol on their restroom. They have to wheel their ass in there to use the restroom, and they don't have a men or women symbol. So why can't you have your own restroom? And at the very least, like I say, with my daughters at sporting events, I go to the restroom with them because I rather have members of that community come in there with us, bro. Just come in there with us. That's what urinals are for, right? But I ain't gonna do that on your platform. But I'm gonna yield there. I just want to say, let's be respectful and let's not be disingenuous.
Oh,
I
let me.
think. Can I say this real quick, T? I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes we as men we get involved in conversations that really don't concern us, right? It's just like with these whole conversations about women and their wigs and their makeup and their fake asses and their fake titties, and that ain't got nothing to do with me. If it's a preference of mine, it's a preference of mine. If it ain't, it ain't. So, I don't
I was
argue
gonna
with
say
women
that.
about how they look. I don't get into element of P conversations about, where they, I do believe that there should be separate bathrooms. I absolutely
I
believe
agree.
that.
I agree.
But I don't involve myself in conversations that don't apply to me.
Mm-hmm.
And oftentimes, you get the whole, well, it usually be the ones that got a problem with it that's on the DL, blah, 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 blah. Man, miss me with that dumb shit. I have every right because see me, if I'm keeping it a buck, I don't think that heterosexual men have gay friends. If they may have co-workers or somebody that they meet in passing,
You don't think so?
No,
no,
they
absolutely
don't.
not.
Really?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
They
Absolutely.
the only way is if you grew up with that guy and he
That's
comes
what I'm
out.
saying. Like, what?
That's it. It may be a
That's it.
cousin or somebody
Yeah,
like that.
if you
Yeah,
grew up
yeah,
like
my cousin.
yeah, if you
That's
grew
a
up with
family
that
Yeah,
member.
my
person,
That ain't a
cousin.
friend.
See,
Yeah.
that's
like
why so many brothers are on the DL because y'all don't accept the fact that y'all do got
Nah,
gay
see,
friends.
no,
Y'all
no, no, no,
saying
that's
no,
no.
no,
what I
no, no.
call bullshit. Yeah, yeah. Just because I have a certain way of looking at it does not mean that that is some other stuff.
I'm
Y'all,
saying a lot of men think
yeah,
that way.
I ain't
Like,
studying
I
that
ain't
shit. They
finna
can
be
no,
kiss my
no,
friends with
ass
you.
with
You
that.
know
They
what I'm
can kiss
saying?
my ass.
So what Kev is saying is that so say for instance, like I have a homeboy that we grew up together. We grew up together. I mean, like the sandbox grew up type, and he came out
Y'all
like
tap the
5 years.
screen.
He came out like 5 years ago. That's still my brother at the end of the day. But am I going out like actively looking for people in that community to be my friends? Probably not.
Right. I mean, I can see that
Yeah,
that's not
that's
something
what I
that.
think. What
That's what
Kev
I'm
is saying.
saying. Like, but
There are certain behavioral characteristics that the people that are in the element P community may have. There's certain behavioral characteristics that women have, straight men. I have a right to have certain behavioral characteristics, and it is not my desire. If we having a company luncheon or some shit, it's a picnic out in the park or some shit. I got a
yeah,
cousin,
throw the
that's
roses,
been
y'all,
like
so we
that.
can take a
That's
break.
different. But it is. I don't frequent those establishments. I don't go in there for a bottle of water or nothing. I go to the next store. Or some shit like. I just think that there's certain for me, and there's a difference
I'm
between having
listening.
a phobia and a prejudice, right? I think everybody has a phobia of something to some degree, but I don't have a prejudice, right? I could conversate with them, converse, whichever way y'all
Thank
say
you,
that
Beverly, for
shit.
the cash out.
I can have a beer, I could be a co-worker, I can give you a ride to the, no, I can't give you a ride to the store.
What? You ain't
Nah,
gonna even give a ride to the
nah,
store,
yeah, you can't
Kev?
get in the car. You can't get in the car. I do.
See, he can't go to the store with you.
No, you can't go to the store. You can't.
Hey, Easy. I'm gonna let Easy go. Then I'm finna play this video. We gonna take a break. We gonna take a real break, real quick. Just real.
Nah,
I want to know
I
why
was just
Kev won't put him in the car.
she
Go
said
ahead,
he didn't
Easy.
get to the car. I was just gonna say like, what if like, what I'm saying, he booked you for a comedy show, what I'm saying, but it's to a straight audience, what I'm saying, and this man give you the best comedy shows, book you for the best booking that you ever had, like, and you want build a building relationship with that possibly could come close to friends.
It's just business. That's different. We're talking about.
I just say, yeah, that's business.
I could get that
I
with
could be.
business,
That's
but
a co-worker. That's
you
like
know
a
how it go. Like,
co-worker.
okay, boom. Y'all might start building a relationship like this. My partner, like, yeah, he got his thing, but at the same time, you feel me? Like, this bread and butter.
So as somebody, right, as a businessman, right, say for instance, me and T trying to do business. We become business partners. Let's say 10 years, but that doesn't mean me and T are really close friends. That's just still my business partner at the end of the day. That has that's my
So like
homegirl.
a
Yeah,
10-year, like a
that's my
10-year relationship
homegirl.
with T.
But there will be
But
some
look,
type of friendship built through
right,
that,
right,
though.
right.
Yeah, there'll be
Yeah.
a friendship there, but it's gonna be a work friendship. That's what it is. After so and
Do
it
you know how
sounds.
many work friendships turn into friendships?
Every
But this is
time
the
we
thing.
gotta meet
But
for
this is
lunch, I'm bringing somebody.
how can I
Plus
say
one every
it'll
time.
become a business friendship,
Oh,
right? Because
you can't be with me by yourself.
Hell
That's what you
no.
said. Chief?
no,
Hell
here we go.
no. I need plus
It will
one.
be a It will become a business friendship, right? Because after we get done doing, because if we're no longer doing business, I probably no longer call you.
Well, T,
I don't know. Go ahead, Hilly. Go.
I wanted to come up and say this, that I don't believe that any transgender person should be competing in sports with a women and girls. I don't believe they
Come
should be
through,
doing
Hillary.
that.
Come through, Hillary.
I don't believe that at all. And I'm not talking about Kev, and I don't know too many other the people on here, but what I will tell
Thank you,
you,
Lakeisha. Oh, I'm
if
sorry. I'm
there is
smacking.
more dudes in here looking sassy than anything right now on your panel. And so I don't really get involved in that mess. But what I will tell you is that if you are secure in your manhood, you can be around anybody you want to be around. Because
I
you
agree with that,
know,
Hillary.
because
I
you
agree with
know
that,
who
That's
but
what I was
you
gonna
are.
say. But then I couldn't say it as a woman because they was gonna tell me I don't know men.
But if they spending a whole lot of time together,
I'm gonna let
Hillary,
Easy
they can't be
swim.
spending a whole lot of time together, Hillary.
Well, let me
I mean,
tell you this.
facts.
If I put a paper bag over your head and I gave you that GOK 3000, you don't think you're gonna bust?
Well, hold on.
Hell
Hold
no.
on.
Hell no. And if
Hey
that was
man,
a
You got
shot,
you
and if
got to
that
look
was
at
a
it
shot,
from a
I'm
different.
if
going
that
on
was a
mute. I'm
shot for
going
making
on
my
mute. I ain't
mama
saying
leave
nothing.
this
Oh,
truck, mwah,
oh,
mwah.
oh my God! I've never
That's
heard it
crazy.
that way, Hillary. Woo!
That's crazy.
Because I know for a
You got to
fact,
look at it.
Hillary, you would pay me to fuck your ass. So don't throw a
That's
shot at me.
crazy. I'm just saying, like
Mwah.
you
Mwah.
got
look at it from a different point of view.
you got certain celebrities that's like road managers is on the other side, and they probably done build a relationship to the point where they might go fishing together. That's not me, you feel me? I'm on that same side as you, but we done built a relationship. Like I damn near trust you with my life if I trust you with booking. You can put me in any place, but every time you book me, it's a legit business. I'm making good money.
It's gonna be like this, bro. Like the reason I get what Kill's saying, like where we won't be as close a friend with somebody who's LGBTQIA. It's cause the conversation gonna be different, right? Say if we go into a room and we checking out mutual interests, you know what I'm saying? Like we checking out the ladies. I'm like, damn, she finding the bitch.
Hey, Slim, I can't tap him on the shoulder.
Yeah, and he not. If the reaction
Facts.
went the same way, the reaction and you
Yeah, I'll
gave
be
his
like, man, look at
reaction,
the
he
fat
gonna be
ass
like,
on her, man. Look at them titties.
yeah. He gonna be talking about the male friend that's LGBTQI. He gonna be like, damn, you don't see that fine ass
But look though, Slim, that nigga,
we not on the same type of time as you.
he might say, you know what? Hey, shout out ass ill fat. I'm finna go over there and get her for you.
Right, that's what I was gonna say because it's just like hanging with a homegirl.
Nah, we
I,
good.
you,
Wait a
I
minute,
do
you
not
think
need you
because,
physically.
but
We
they
good.
still got eyes and they still can see, and I
Right, but look
guarantee you
though,
he ain't gonna be like, oh my God,
Tea
I'm not
time.
gonna.
Hold
Wait,
up, tea
hold on,
time.
listen, hear me out. I don't think if you with a dude that like dudes and you say, oh, shorty fine, dude gonna be like, I can't look. He gonna be like, yeah, she
nah,
cute. He
that's
gonna
Tea time.
tell
I'm
you
calling
she
the cat.
cute.
facts.
T.
That's
T.
facts.
I'm calling the cat. Hold up, Slim, real quick. Okay, tea time. You at the club and dude at the bar and dude think you fine and his but whatever is element of P. And his elemental P friend come over and say, well, my friend like you over there and stuff like that.
I am different. Like, don't ask me.
Nah, that shit ain't
Don't
going.
ask me because I'm different. I do see that people can be friends with who they friends with. I don't look at things like the typical person would. Like
Now
I
look, see,
kind of see things
this
from a
where I
different
was
scope.
going with it though. This where I was going with it when it comes from the other side, right? Because he could be like, hey, yeah, she is fine, which because you know what I'm saying.
He will.
They'll say that, but
They actually gonna tell you the truth. They gonna tell you that ain't her. They gonna tell you everything because they can see. They gonna tell you, no,
right,
that ain't her hair, right? You
right.
know that ain't. They gonna tell you because they can see. They gonna put you on.
But this why I say the relationships don't go as far is because when that person
They gonna
sees
tell you
somebody
like,
of
hey, she ain't.
interest, when that person sees somebody of interest and they like, you don't see that fine ass nigga over there, we gonna be like, bro, chill out. Come on now, don't make this shit
They
weird.
not gonna do that though. I think there's
Exactly,
a
but that's
code.
why
I think
I
there's a
don't even want
code
to
for
find
it.
out.
that's the
Facts.
reason why it's kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? Like we could be cool on certain shit, but male friendships work differently. It's all about common interests. You know what I'm saying? And
Now
we ain't gonna
I feel you. I feel you on some shit like that. Now
yeah.
that nigga, if he do some shit like that to you, then he ain't got no respect for you. You get?
And
But
he's not
you see
gonna
what
do
I'm
that.
saying though? You see
He's
what I'm
not
saying?
gonna
Oh
do
So
that because
then,
he already know
oh,
you
bro.
straight.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah,
sure a respectful. A lot of those men are respectful because they already know that it's sensitive, right? They not gonna cross the boundary. They don't even
T.
want you. Half of them don't even want you anyway,
Come
right?
on, T.
But
They
I'm
all
telling the
want
truth.
me,
I'm
T.
being
I feel like
honest.
they
I'm
all
being
want me,
honest.
T.
I'm gonna tell y'all. A lot of them don't want you. Trust me. They don't even. You ain't even they type. Okay. So they ain't gonna say nothing. They gonna wait till they get around homegirl. And they gonna say to homegirl like now, or they gonna do it on their own. They just because they're in a different community. So they do it in a different way because there's a lot of down low people too. Y'all don't know about some of these people with their wives and they got a look that they give each other and y'all don't even notice. So they're not gonna tell you, oh boy, over there fine, because one, they know when people are a lot of them know when you straight and they know when you not. There's a look, there's a nod, there's a community that they have of their own, that they know, right? So they're not gonna say that to you, easy, yo, easy, dude over there fine. They're not gonna do that. They're just not. They're not gonna do it.
That's that ATL shit. I don't know
right.
about that.
But
That's
you
why I
know,
say, but
Wait,
T.
I'm
hold on.
like,
Hold on. I'm in the ATL. You shut that shit up.
But
That's
you
why.
know,
That's
T.
exactly
me
why
look.
you can't have no
You
gay dude
got
with you, because she
men.
might be like, "Hey, nah, you sending him over here? What you got going on?" Like,
You
nah,
In
got
the ATL,
we
that
don't
is
do
not.
that in Texas. Nah, we don't do that in
Somebody
Texas.
asked me, am I saying they have a type? I'm saying they have an understanding. They
and
have a way, just like we as women have a way of communicating with each other without saying nothing. Let me show you. Ladies, bitch,
Yeah.
bitch, bitch. We have just like we have a way of communicating with each other. That y'all have a way of communicating with each other. They have a way of communicating with each
Nigga.
other.
but you know
Nigga.
what, T.
You
Nigga.
feel me?
T.
So
Nigga,
that's what I'm saying.
T.
you did.
T. Can you hear me?
I hear
Nigga.
you, Hillary.
Listen, you got a man who in the daylight will beat you down if you look at them and you gay or you different in the front of their homeboys and friends. And when the lights go out, they got black leather on, gold around their neck,
Drawn on.
sunglasses on, sitting in their house with the ass of their pants cut out. So stop playing with me.
Yo, why she come at my man up at the top? He got
Hey,
sunglasses on in the house
hey,
with a
that's
gold
her.
thing.
That's her second stab. She won't cam up. She was. Hey, she was in my DM yesterday trying to pay me. Ignore her.
What in the Waka
Wait, before we
Flocka?
go there, Hillary, let me tell you
So
something.
what just happened?
Call
I
your
don't know
hold
what
on
just
real
happened.
quick. I don't know, but hold on, Hillary. Call your goony goons off yesterday. They came over here fighting me, swinging like, why you? First of all, she didn't even know how to say your name. She said, why you do what did she say in the comments, y'all? What was the name she said in the comments? Do y'all remember the name the lady was putting in the comments? Heidi. Why you do Heidi like that? I'm like, who the fuck is Heidi? They fight. I mean, she kept spamming my comments. Why you do Heidi like that? And I'm like, who is Heidi? So everybody telling her she got the wrong person. They say Hillary. I said, I ain't do Hillary like nothing. Hillary fine. We ain't got no beef. Y'all quit fighting. They was swinging at me, Hillary, in the comments. I don't know what
So
happened to
you
you
don't have to
yesterday.
worry about them delusional ass people. We know we fine. We've been
No,
cool
they
from
was
day
fighting me for
one.
you.
For me?
Yeah, I don't know what happened with you yesterday, who you got into it with, but they came after me.
I don't know why they came after you. You didn't have nothing to do with that.
Oh, yeah, they thought it was me. They said I did you some kind of way. I don't know who you was swinging at yesterday, but they came at me yesterday. They was like, why you do that to Heidi? Who the fuck is Heidi? Then they said Hillary. I'm like, I ain't got no beef with Hillary. So I just want you to call your goony goons off. Tell them Tyme ain't got no problem with Hillary.
We don't want no smoke around here. We don't want no smoke.
I just want to say that first before we got to the rest of this that was
We
happening
don't
here.
want no smoke.
Yeah, but that's the other part though. Some of that shit where y'all call men sassy for saying certain shit. Like y'all throw homosexuality at men when y'all want to, know what I'm saying? If y'all disagree with us, know what I'm saying? Then you saying we should be cool with with our gay male friends, know what I'm saying? Like yeah, we can be cool with them, but we can't do it in the way that y'all would even say. Like, even if you found somebody that was really, really cool, like dope as fuck, feel me? Because the first time you have a disagreement with me, you'll be like, oh, you must be fucking that nigga. Hell no. Like it be a lot of shit going on with that whole situation. You know what I'm saying? It be a
Clock
lot
it,
of
Is
Slim.
this the
But
Clock
Slim
it,
that
Slim. We
got
got a
sold out
whole
for
Slim. We've been
$5
up
from
here having a
Diamond
whole
Coffee?
conversation. Women been in the
What you
comment.
say?
Women been in the comments, high
I ain't hear you,
fiving
Hillary.
me, giving compliments.
I,
She
I'm
brought. Hold on. She brought her whole
Hillary,
ass up
Hillary off
here,
the
didn't
perk right
cam
now.
up, and gotta
yeah,
throw smanders at me because I
Uh-oh.
look good. If you don't
Uh-oh.
think I
Tea
look
time,
good,
stay
then
out of
shut the fuck up.
that.
You was just in my box, and you would pay me to hit. All 6'2", 210 pound, 10-inch of me. Matter of fact, you
Oh
know what,
shit.
Tea Time? You know what, Tea
Oh
Time? This is
shit.
what I do to women like that.
Hey,
Shut
T-Top, I don't think
your
he
can
know
y'all
what he
help me reach
fucking
my
with.
live goal?
ass up.
I don't think
Keep
he know
talking.
who he fucking with. I don't think he
Keep
knows who he
talking.
fucking with.
That's what I do to women like you. Keep talking.
Uh-oh.
so hey,
Uh-oh.
T, what Slim is saying is
Uh-oh.
100% true. At the end of the day, because like I said, me and my homeboy, me and him, we've been. Well, I'm 49, he's 51, and when
You
he
know
came out,
Hillary, sir?
oh my fault. Go ahead.
I'm gonna be quiet.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Y'all get it.
Do you know you throwing money at Hillary? Are you throwing money at Hillary?
Do your thing. I'm good.
I'm just making sure you know who you throwing money at.
I tried to tell you to stay out of that shit.
Oh,
Well, no, I'm throwing money at Tea Time.
You ain't throwing money at me.
Already fought.
I ain't
Already
say
fought
that.
what
Maybe
she
he
was.
I ain't a
Already
money
fought.
girl.
Already fought
maybe
what
he
bro
wants me
was.
to
When
cam up
bro
with
came
my
up here hating on
sunglasses
me.
on.
Bro
Maybe
trying to get
Hillary.
in my inbox.
Does he
I
want to
don't
see
do
me
it,
do
bro.
White Horse?
I ain't catch that. I ain't hear
What's
that.
going on?
Nah, but even when somebody said in the comments they was like, you can't hang with women, you can't have women friends either. I mean, depending on if you in a relationship, know what I'm saying, you really can't though, feel me? And then depending on the way that your relationship work, feel me, you can
Yeah.
have women friends, but she need to be a friend of your woman, know what I'm saying? That way it
Fact,
don't be inappropriate. You get what I'm
fact.
saying? Like I can't I can't do the same shit with a woman friend when I'm in a relationship because like I can go out to eat with you while I'm single. Know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. But if I take a woman friend out to date, out to eat, know what I'm saying, and I'm in a relationship, that shit gonna look inappropriate.
But
Nah,
as
nah.
a woman,
She come to the
as a
barbecue,
woman as your friend, I wouldn't even
put you in that
go to eat
situation.
with you. Right. So if I'm
right?
your friend and we doing shit as single folk, if you get a girl, I'ma already cut. It's gonna be some stuff I'm gonna cut anyway out of respect for your relationship as your friend. I'm gonna be like, did you invite Shorty? Like, is she coming? You know what I'm saying? At certain times, I probably not gonna call you. I may have called you at 1 a.m. because dude hurt my feelings and broke my heart. Now
Hey
I'm gonna
T,
have to call homegirl because I'm not trying to disrespect. I don't want to cause. If I'm your friend, I don't want to cause no friction between you and no girl.
Yep.
hey
You know what I'm
T.
saying?
So what if he cool with your nigga, right? He cool with your man. Everybody cool, everything straight. Y'all barbecue all that together. But one day he going through some his old lady. He like, man, I need to talk to you, sis. Like what you having for lunch today? Like y'all go to lunch at the same time. Like meet me
I
at
call
Olive
my
Garden.
I hit my if we all friends is a
Mm.
relationship that I'm more than likely to call my man and be like, hey, Easy going through something right now, babe. Like, he want to go to lunch. I'm gonna more than likely say, I don't know what's going on with him. He
Respect,
want to talk. Like,
respect.
and more than likely, if my man is really cool and trust him, my man gonna be like, oh, okay, baby, I'll be like, do you want? That's how I do it. I'll be like, do you want something
Respect.
to eat?
But
You hungry?
the reality of it is, even just asking to take you to lunch would be just kind of weird. It'd be like your
It's
brother.
not if we got that friendship where he really going through something and
I
he needs to
got you.
talk.
I'm gonna say this though, T. Like this one thing that I always think about when it comes to dealing with like the opposite sex. Like even my homeboys, like my homeboys' girlfriends and shit. I literally be on some shit like when I first
Come
meet
on,
them.
y'all. Don't start reporting my live. Come on, don't do that.
When
We
I first
talking
meet
now.
them,
Come
I
on.
Damn
literally
it, I
Yeah,
came up
good
here to talk to
conversation.
Hillary.
I make sure that they understand that I ask bro, I be like, hey bro, you mind if I say something to you later real quick, you know what I'm saying? And it be like setting a boundary, like, baby, don't think that you could ever come around him or go around him to be able to talk to me on your own time. Like I
I see
always
what you're
know
saying.
that's my bro. I respect him. Same way with dealing with women inside of relationships, you know what I'm saying? Like if I know you going through some shit, I'll be like, what bro at? What brother-in-law at? You know what I'm saying? Then you be like, shit, brother-in-law right here, feel me? I'll
Nah,
be like,
because sometimes it ain't nothing bro can tell. Like
Right, right,
that's
right,
what I
right.
think the benefit of having a woman friend is, and a benefit of having a male
nah,
friend is,
it's
because
more of having brother-in-law present, you know what I'm saying, while I'm talking to you. That way it ain't like no sneaky shit,
no,
you know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying,
if
going
I don't
on.
think that I think
So
when
are
there's
you
the
saying like,
level, when there's a bound, when there's a standard set, and there's boundaries in place, right? Ain't no man that know the friendship and know my homeboy and know him and they been around all that. My man is not gonna feel no kind of way about it because we're family. We're fucking
Right.
family. So it's not gonna be that. Long as I'm not hiding and sneaking and I'm being respect.
yeah,
Like as long
right.
as everything is in the forefront, ain't nothing wrong with you calling me like, sis, I need to talk. Let's like it's been brother-in-laws. Like my ex-husband's brother have reached out to me. Maybe he needs to figure out how to get something for the wife. You know what I'm saying? My brother can't tell. Maybe he needs to figure out how, man, I need to, like, we have to stop doing that
Right, right,
entitlement shit
right.
where we can be able to coexist as the opposite sex and it's not always a motive in
But
it.
nah,
You know
facts.
what I'm
No,
I
that's
mean,
saying?
because
I
a
believe
lot of niggas don't know.
see
A lot of
Slim,
dudes don't know how to have a relationship with
Slim.
women and not want to fuck them at the same time, right? A lot of men, I got several friends that, I don't have no ugly friends. And I ain't never tried to smash none of them.
Yeah,
But see, a lot of these dudes don't have platonic female friends. They just got female friends they ain't fucked yet, or they ain't tried to fuck yet. They ain't been turned down yet. They don't know how to have friendships and platonicity where it's based on the connection that y'all have and the history that y'all have. Y'all, they might have confided in you confided in them, and there's a relationship that's built that it extends beyond the thoughts of something sexual with you. A lot of men don't know how to do that. A lot of men get caught up in this whole thing of is she fine and getting their body count up type shit.
And I think
Uh,
that's where the boundaries are set too, though, because we know a man is a man. A man gonna look, he gonna be attracted, especially if you're an attractive woman, and that's where we
me,
have to
me,
set
me,
that.
me and Latoya say Kev is the ugly friend. You want to give me some pussy now?
We have to
hey,
set that standard as women and set the boundary because once the boundary is set, a lot of men is gonna respect it. I mean, like a lot of times if you gonna set that boundary and I'm not on that shit, like, and if you gonna remain my friend, you gotta respect that. A lot of men would just be like, "Fuck, I'm not gonna try." You know what I'm saying? But you have to set it. But you get when men tell, this is
but
what
you
I
wanna know
hate.
something real, T?
This is what I go ahead, easy, because I'm gonna tell y'all
I'm
what I hate what y'all do.
I'm gonna
I'm
say
tell you.
something real though. Like
Check your
a
cat.
lot of men ain't gonna have that. Like that relationship you speaking of, Kill. A lot of men, you know what I'm saying. But and to Slim too. But Kill, a lot of men ain't gonna let they woman have that relationship with another man like that because that man handsome.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
They answer because they feel some type of insecurity or intimidation.
He
It don't even
insecure.
got to be handsome, easy. It could be because he got a lot of money.
It,
Yeah,
it really be
yeah.
more so like I just gotta feel the nigga out one time, you know what I'm saying? Feel the nigga out real quick, and then once I
Them
feel
the
the
type
nigga
of
out, I
dudes
ain't
I,
worried
I
about it.
rock with, like dudes that they just
Yeah,
look,
like
look
Hey
good.
the
T,
one
I
thing,
cashed
the
out
one
you to
thing you
drop
could,
old buddy, aka old girl, but he gone already, so don't worry
the,
Okay,
about it.
I'm
Hey,
um,
hey, Slim,
Nah, nah,
hey,
I
nah. That's
Slim,
for
refunded to
hey,
you.
you.
Slim,
Nah, nah,
review
nah.
that
That's for you.
situation.
Respect.
You
That's
sure?
for
Okay,
Hey,
yeah.
okay. Well, I give you a credit next time. Just let me
situation
know.
where
Nah,
like,
it's gas money. You good? It's gas money.
Thank you,
hey,
thank you.
Slim,
I
review
appreciate
that
it.
situation where it's like, what brother-in-law at too? I gotta be
I
real
need
though. Like,
gas money too.
if I got brother-in-law in the conversation, that means like whatever my friend finna tell me, wherever that nigga wrong at, I'm finna check him in that conversation. Like, it
Nah,
ain't no
facts,
sugarcoat, no feelings, or none of that.
facts,
Let me tell you what I hate what y'all do.
facts.
Y'all tell women this the most fucked up advice when it comes to this right here. And please stop telling women this. If you really want to see if he your friend, call him and test him. The fact that we do that y'all do that as men tell women to test a man's manhood. Now what y'all do is, even if that man wasn't looking at you like that, you've now
I
put it
got
in
it.
his head to look at me
Mm-hmm.
like that. You know what I'm saying? When y'all tell women that, I feel like that's the worst advice that y'all can ever give a woman, to test a man and his manhood to now look at you in a way that he did not look at you before, but now you done put it out there to him in that way, and now you got him looking at you in that way. Your friendship will
he been
never
wanting
be
to
the
fuck
same.
her. He
No,
been
a
wanting
lot
to
of
fuck
times,
her.
no, a lot of times that's a mug has accepted the fact that he ain't gonna hit, whatever the fact the matter may be. I might not even be your cup of tea. I don't know.
That's a
But a
woman's
lot of times
perspective.
y'all
T,
now put that in that man head.
That's a
I'm
no,
gonna
woman's
agree
T,
with you.
this is
I don't
why.
think
No,
it's
no,
that's a woman's
Can I
perspective.
say
That's a
something?
woman's
I don't think I'm
perspective.
telling you as a perspective because it's happened. It's happened
But
to
that's
me.
a woman's
T,
perspective though.
how many
But
guys?
the only way we ever do that is if we didn't caught a vibe like, hey, this nigga is not just your friend. This nigga wanna fuck. Feel me?
No, somebody had me do it one time on live.
That
And it
might
was
be.
the whole dynamic of the environment changed. Like
But
when I
but
tell you it went from the respect level that I had, it was at a barbershop. When I walked in that barbershop, it was nothing but respect. As soon as I put it out there, you got all these now these comments and like now it's like, oh, you opening the door. You know what I'm saying? It's like you putting, even if it ain't a motherfucker, like where I'm from, they respect me. They do respect me because I've developed a level of respect from the men in my community. Because I don't care how naked I walk around, half top, crop top, I have still managed to develop a level of respect just from me being an author, me being an entrepreneur, me being a boss. People respect me. So
Just
once
you
I
respecting
then
yourself.
start flirting and doing what exactly people think I'm gonna do, you know what I'm saying? Just because of that, now that respect goes out the door because I put it in a face to do that. You get what I'm saying? When
I
I
can
that's
get
develop
I
a
disagree.
boundary and set a boundary with the men, and now all of a sudden I'm putting it in their face. Now I've reopened them to the first initial, because of course the first initial thought of a man, if you're an attractive woman, they gonna say you're fine, you're beautiful, you're bad. Oh damn, your titties big. That's natural. Right? I'm
That's
not
not
tripping
true.
on that. But if I then develop a respect, I create a level, a
That's not true.
boundary. I set a boundary, right? With
That's
you.
not true.
T, you can set up. T, this is the
That's
thing.
not true,
Yes,
T.
T, you can set the boundary, right? Yes, you can. I say this all the time. Women control the ship. They control whether it's going to be a friendship or a relationship. You are
A man
100%
can too though.
right. Right.
You can
He
be
can,
handsome
but
until you
he can,
get
hold
attached
on.
to you.
He can, but the likelihood of it is either you're as a woman you're an asshole or you're just ugly. But when most of the times when it really comes down to it, hold on, when it really comes down to it,
I don't care what they say about me when I leave. Go
I
ahead.
always ask this question, right? How many men do you know that have ugly best female friends? Not too many.
I'm
Because
not
at
even
one,
talking about just
no, no, but
friendships.
hold on,
I'm talking about
I'm
the
just saying,
respect of a man and a woman dynamic.
Right.
yeah, you're right, but you're right though, right? Right? You're right. That dynamic. You put the boundary up, but a man is still trying to go. No matter what it is, he's still gonna try to poke through the boundary. Even when you open that door up, he's been waiting
I
10
said
plus
that
years.
though. I said
He's
that
been
though,
waiting.
EQ.
So
Right. She
Some
like,
put
men,
herself out there.
some
no,
men. I
that's
don't think all.
majority
I
of
don't
men.
think. I do think that there are some respectable men still in this world. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
Out
gonna
of,
say
cause
that.
out of
y'all,
I
y'all,
do believe
185,
there are some
you
respectable
got you
men
gotta
y'all,
in
y'all,
this
y'all,
world.
y'all not gonna say
you
it
gotta
till me,
look at
but
it
y'all
like this,
got some
bro.
sisters
Niggas
in
put
y'all life that
I
got
put a
really y'all
woman in the
blood,
friend
but
box
you
that's
won't cross
finding
that
a
line with.
motherfucker. I put a woman in the friend box that's finding a motherfucker. And it do be due to certain reasons. Like, would I still hit? Maybe, but most of the time when your ass get put in the friend box, your ass gonna
In
stay
the
there
friends
forever.
box,
And
man.
the reason why you gonna stay there is because I've already ruled out all sexual interest in you. Feel me?
Facts.
And it's not. It don't matter if you throw it to me 9 times out of 10 before I be like, I'm finna
Hey,
take that
cousin.
pussy. Like I'm a go ahead get it because she throwing it. No, I'm gonna be like, what's going on with you? You know
You
we don't even
tripping,
get
right?
down like
Facts.
that.
This
We
ain't
ain't
even
on
you.
that
There
type of
you go.
time.
Ding.
Like, come on now, what's going on with you?
That's
no,
why I say
but you did
it's a
also
bigger
say,
violation when a woman cheats than when a man cheats.
but
It,
then you, but you
it,
That's
also
a whole
said,
nother.
no, it's a much bigger violation.
But I'm saying, like, as women, like, I just feel like when men put women in that position to test somebody, to test a man and to test his manhood, we gonna lose all the time. You're gonna lose almost all the time. Like, I
really,
don't feel like it should ever be an advice to a woman to test another man's manhood. To, like, a man is a man. Like, you know what I'm saying? He gonna look. Most of them are not going to. A lot of them are not gonna turn it down. They have, some of these men are screw a dog. You know, if it tooted
Why
that
is
thing
that?
up.
Why is
You
that?
know, cause that's just how y'all conditioned
So
mentally.
what
Not
about
all,
testing a
but
woman though? What if it was testing her
I don't
instead of
think I
testing?
don't think anybody should test anybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody should test me because I'm gonna tell you, if you test me, right? If you test me and you my friend, more than likely I'm gonna cut you off because I'm not digging you like that, right? Because as a woman, I'm more than likely not gonna fuck you. I'm not feeling you like that. I've already decided I'm not fucking you anyway because we different. Like, y'all know that men and women are different in that dynamic. Y'all have admitted that we turn down more men than y'all would women, right? Because we get more men that come at us than y'all. This is what y'all have said than y'all do women.
That's why it's worse
So
when a woman cheats.
if you test a woman, more than likely you're going to lose a friend because now you fucking with my boundary and and now it's gonna come off as you disrespecting me. If you test a man, he more than likely gonna be like, let's
That's
go.
true.
Or depending on the situation, he might look at you differently. Feel me? But that's somebody said this to me. Somebody said this to me. You know what I'm saying? This shit just stuck with me, and it makes so much sense. The reason why niggas don't be like we can't really test y'all in the same way, cause they say a dick in a woman's life, a dick that's unwelcome in a woman's life is a weapon. You know what I'm saying? If a dick that she doesn't invite into her space is considered a weapon. So when you start trying to put your, you know what I'm saying, you start throwing yourself out there towards a woman, like bro, you damn near come off as, you know what I'm saying, weird. Feel me? You gonna come off as perverted, you know what I'm saying? You gonna come off as horny, thirsty, all kind of shit. Whereas if a woman was to do the same shit around, we don't look at it that way. But if it's our friend, we'll be like, hey baby, nah, you tripping, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, what's going on? Feel me? You know, we don't even get down that way. You know what I'm saying? But it's different when a man throw himself at a woman. It's gonna always be different, bro. That phone test shit, that shit real. If I called 100 women in my phone right now, I guarantee you I might get a good high turnout rate on which ones will let me come. But I guarantee you a woman shit gonna be 10 times better than mine. Feel me? But it's just the nature of it. It's more received. A woman throwing her coochie at a man, niggas ain't being like, man, nah, you tripping like a motherfucker. But a man throwing his dick at a woman, she gonna be on some, hey man, what the fuck wrong with you? Like, why would you play with me like that? You disrespecting me, you looking at me some type of way, and it's the reason why it's set up like that. Feel me? It's just gonna always be
That's all I
like
was
that.
trying to say.
That's why I say
Yeah.
it's worse. Okay, so let me put it like this. Like, as a man, we have fewer options. And if there's somebody that we want to get at, we might, shoot our shot, and we got to wait on her to get back to us. Whether it's our turn or not, whether she accept the advance or not, whatever the case may be. A woman, on the other hand, oftentimes she has several men that are interested in her, that would like to go out with her, like to smash, whatever the case may be. So with men, we don't have those options. With women, with the options that you have to narrow it down from the men that are interested in, whether it's 2, 3, 5, 10, 12. I don't give a damn. You have to narrow them down versus who you're more interested in, who's the funniest, who you have more in common with, blah 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 blah, whatever. So now, once you narrowed it down, and you narrowed it down to that one, you now created an emotional attachment to that one just by narrowing him down. Just by breaking it down and narrowing it down to just that one, you've already created an emotional attachment to just that one, simply because you had to weed him out of all of the other ones. With men, we just waiting on the first one to answer that "what you doing big head" text.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
They facts.
Y'all crazy, man.
I mean, it's true though, shit.
I feel like,
We
but I
got-
feel like if you a handsome brother, you feel me, and you got something going on, like you're not gonna accept every woman that come at you. You already know what it's gonna attract.
bro. That I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. That status come with maturity though. That status come with maturity for men. It come with maturity, bro. Like if you ain't used to getting with women and dealing with women, bro, 9 times out of 10, bro, these niggas gonna fall for it every time, feel me, and fuck up a lot of relationships. Once you become
Fuck
more
up a lot of
mature and you
relationships.
actually are
Big fact.
okay with you actually are okay with saying, nah, I don't fuck with you like that, or nah, baby, that ain't fuzz. It's just because you got more dick discipline. Know what I'm saying? And the main way you should have dick discipline is when you know that you can get what you want when you want it. A lot of times you be like, I'm not taking no free coochie just because you threw it in me.
Because you
Or
threw it.
do you think as a man it's more about like what you just said, or more the case of I got more to lose? Like you reach a point as a man where it's
It could
like
be both of
it
them.
ain't
Yeah.
worth it. From your
Yeah, it could be both of
experiences,
them.
like
Yeah.
I done had to
It could be
jump through
both.
windows, I done had my car windows bust out, all those things, and you just be like, man, that ain't worth that.
I'll be honest with you, bro. Some of it don't even be on some what I got to lose. It be more so like what is there to gain in this situation too, though. Feel me?
Right.
Like you can give me some more, bro. I can get another any given time I want it. Know what I'm saying? Like so, what is there to gain in this situation? Is it anything more than just a sexual experience at this time? Know what I'm saying? Like if it's just a sexual experience, once you start like sex becomes nothing to you. Once you start realizing like, bro, hey, you can nut any day, any time of the day you want.
But I'm like that.
I
But
don't
I'm
know if
like
I
that in a
agree with that. I don't know
relationship
if I
too,
agree
though.
with that,
The
because
issue with that,
right
Slim,
about
is
now,
that a lot of these
I'll
men have
start
not
off
had
telling
that
the
type
truth.
of access,
But
brother.
I'll start off telling the truth. But if I got to, I'll lie to get the pussy, Slim. I'm not gonna lie to you. I will lie to get the pussy. If I'll start off with the truth. If the truth don't
Horrible.
work, I'm resorting to lying, Slim. I'm sorry.
Horrible.
When you got
Phil,
like
what is wrong
5,
with you?
when you got like
I egg Slim.
you
I
got like
still
5
want
big head
a
bitches.
Yorkie and a
You ain't gotta do
Hyundai,
all that.
all kind of shit.
Oh, go on.
Yo, that's the problem with this whole thing. A lot of men didn't have access early. Like, we got to be honest. There's a lot of men out here still virgins.
Appreciate the gifts,
There's a
y'all.
lot of men out here who aren't attractive, who don't have self confidence, bro. So like they will fall for anything. That's why there's foodies. So I agree with you. The men who had access early, they don't pedestalize vagina, right? They have the discipline because they know, you know what I'm saying, what negativity could come out of choosing bad vagina. You feel me? So the ones who have had
Oh yeah,
access,
them big things.
you feel me? The ones who have had access, they
I ain't
get
never
out
had no
to the
bad
point where they
vagina.
just
All,
putting it
all,
in.
all the vagina.
They're not just putting it in.
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Like industry wise, man. You look good, bro.
Now look,
Man, I'm telling you, bro.
all
You
the
handsome,
vagina I
bro.
ever had was some
Man,
good
look here, bro.
vagina.
You
Boy, I
handsome, bro.
ain't
You got, bro. You
Why
look
you got
handsome, bro.
Kev
You
up
got
here?
it going on, man. You got it going on, man. She done went on there with that good
look,
pickle
cause
on her,
look,
man. She
this
done
some.
went toxic on you, boy. She done went crazy, bro.
You feel
Now
me?
look,
You
T
feel me?
said something. T said something, and this is true, bro. The way that we are socialized as men, though, you gotta think. Soon as niggas start getting 16, 17, us uncles, know what I'm saying? We start being like, boy, you get some pussy. Know what I'm saying? You got some women. We
No, we gotta be
prioritize it,
different
and
on
we
that.
start making
Yeah,
it seem like that's a sign of his manhood by how many women he can sleep with.
Facts.
yeah, we gotta
And
be different on that.
that shit do turn into, know what I'm saying? Now he out here, he trying to, like, he might still get on his best shit to get some money to get, you know what I'm saying, get ahead in life, but it's all in pursuit of the cooch, feel me, instead of actually just trying to get a better quality of life, feel me?
Yeah,
Like,
But
yeah,
but
that,
but,
yeah,
but, but
yeah.
we look at it
That
differently.
right, that
Like
gotta
if you was
change, man.
throwing
You gotta
yourself
start
at a
telling
woman,
young men to hold on to what they got.
if you was
Everyone
throwing
don't
yourself
deserve what they
as a
got. You know
woman
what I'm saying?
to a woman as a man, that woman like, okay, he for everybody. But men don't look at it that way. Like we have said jokingly to each other, like, man, she a thought da 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 da, but we still don't turn it down collectively. The same way
True.
women be like, no, he for everybody. Look, he's sending pictures over there, pictures over there. We see that same woman pictures all over the place, and we congregate like, okay, she a thought, but we don't turn it down.
Yeah, the average
Hey,
man
and let
is
me say this real quick, T-Time. My bad, Slim. Hey, for all you T-Timers in the comments and stuff, I know y'all, but I believe me, I got folks down there too, goddammit. I got folks down there too, goddammit.
What
Y'all can get up,
happened?
y'all can get
What
up
they
off
doing?
me.
They messing with y'all?
Yeah,
My
they on me,
people
but
know
my
they better
T,
not be
look, T K the
disrespectful.
comic. Hey, drop the mics on them, T K the comic. Spam them with the mics, T K the comic. Let's go. Y'all gonna get up off me in these damn comments. That's
I
what you
don't think
gonna
they're my
do.
people. I don't think they're my
And the
people. My people
grenades
know
that the
better.
grenades we done took as men.
what you mean?
I got a question for that.
Taking
Real
one for the
quick.
team, like you over there with your homeboy, but the
I
other one
got a
is less
question
than
for that.
flattering.
Real
But women
quick.
do that shit too, though.
I got a question for y'all, real quick.
That's just a freaking game. That's a fucking game.
I
But
do
the
want to
women don't
get.
sleep with them though.
T trying to say something, guys.
I do want to get back to the little girl, but before we get back to the little girl, I saw a video last night with Jess Hilarious
Oh,
and
I
her
can't
ex,
stand her.
right? This is what I want to know about the men. Why y'all downplay each other's experiences? Okay? Because I watched this video with Jess Hilarious, Charlemagne, and what's the other dude in Envy?
Yeah.
And they were speaking on their relationship in the past, right? I'm going to show y'all the video. Because I was watching it last night, and since I got a bunch of men in here, I want to know why y'all literally shit on each other's experience, like laugh and think it's funny. I'm gonna let you. Hold on.
She
I think
talking to you,
for sure.
Cass.
I think it's the peacock effect. Like that's what makes it hard for men to
I ain't
express
do
and learn
nothing.
from each other. Like when
Man, you
women
popping and
can go
laughing.
to each other
Everybody
in
experience.
vulnerability and have that moment and pick each other up, even if it is a weak moment, they will have that moment. Like, girl, I went through that too. But men as men, we have to hold that front of I'm this, I'm that. So you can't have that moment, or it will be kind of awkward for both of us. Me hearing it because I don't know how to receive it because it hasn't been coming. So I might laugh at it to try to make light of it or whatever. But I'm not knowing I might be making you uncomfortable in this situation.
Nah, they didn't
You
take
don't know.
this. They didn't take this seriously. I just feel like if it was a woman telling a similar story, it would not have been. Hold on a second. Please tell me I put it on my page. Please tell me I did. Hold on.
PQ.
What?
We can see your comments.
Oh, you can? Oh.
What'd he say?
Nothing.
Hello, tea time.
It is very pretty, Heartbreaker. I
And
can
everybody else.
vouch for that.
What happened?
Huh? What? Can you take this tea time 4-0 up to Kev?
Wait a minute.
I'm sorry, Kev.
I gotta find this damn video now. Shit. I know, like, hell, hold on. Is you tapping?
I mean, laughing at other men's experiences is crazy because men go through shit too, though.
It just depends on how much you fuck with him or how serious you think he being right then.
But if a nigga telling the story try to make himself sound good, or if he like, man, sometimes when shouted, I don't really like that. You feel me? It's a different tone. It's a different conversation. But sometimes,
Okay, here you go.
But she always said you can't.
I want y'all to watch this. I'm not gonna even give y'all a lead on what I feel about this whole video.
No, she never seen me fight. Oh.
Wow.
I never had to. What did you? Now Jess always says that you were overprotective, made sure she was good. Correct. But then she always said you can't fight.
Oh my God.
No, she never seen me fight. Oh. I never had to.
Wrong. We fought. I got that from.
She didn't say that. Of course I'm not gonna fight her, bro. Oh, it's crazy because I just got a picture from the window you busted mine.
She
busted your windows out your car? Man, no, one window with her fist.
Yeah,
What? What happened? Oh, you can't beat her then. If she could break a window from her fist, I wouldn't even try to fight that.
What
happened, Rome? Rome had to take a sip thinking about that. That's triggering him. What happened? What happened? You want to know the real story? Yeah.
Oh, God.
All right. Jessica pulls up. Mind you, we ate together. I had a girl in the house. So my brother, like, come to the top of the steps, like, Rome. Just at the door. I'm like, all right, here I come. Jessica get in. Come down the steps. Murder, she rolled.
But what did I see when I walked down the steps, Jerome?
You didn't see. So and then she tries to massage this story. At Ashton, I had a portable rocking bassinet where I could put it in the trunk, send it to her, bring it back. Ashton was in a portable rocking joint. Me and the girl was on the bed. I had on basketball shorts. She had on her uniform pants.
No.
She gonna sit. She's been saying this
uniform
pants.
She was
a CO.
She was a CO.
This is correctional.
Was she in the military?
No, she's a correctional officer.
Okay.
So like she's sitting, she's facing me, but her legs is like, you know how that go.
Was she
topless? Sit up.
Very
No,
much,
she had a
very
shirt on.
much.
Okay. Oh my gosh, she's never gonna tell the truth.
Sweetie.
Anyway, she banged the girl.
You beat up the girl?
No, she didn't beat her up. She
I
banged
just
her.
popped her. She
And I
fell
picked
off.
her up and walked up the stairs and threw her outside.
Jerome, you could never lift me. No,
Picked
you
up.
never. No.
Y'all see what I'm saying?
No.
She never wants to. She never wants to admit the truth.
So hold on, the CO couldn't fight?
No, I ain't
No,
know. So
I don't know if she could fight or not, but I hit her one time, and then she
I
got up, and then she put on her uniform and went and left, went upstairs,
Like,
and she left.
The truth is not. I promise you, I wish it was iPhones and
you
cameras.
started fighting. That no.
I didn't
and then
fight
my
you.
son was not in no portable nothing. He was on the floor on a blanket, and the cat was looking at him like he wanted to eat him. Yes, he was.
What the hell? Check this out.
Yeah, it was
My
on the cat
basement
in the
had
basement.
cement under the carpet, so I would never I wouldn't even lay on the floor.
So why was my son on the floor?
My son was in a portable bassinet.
Okay.
Y'all been arguing about this for 11 years.
Yeah,
because she never want to tell the truth. She was drunk out of her mind, and I'm trying to figure out why her
Well, first of all, I was just getting off of work. Just getting off of work because I had a job you didn't.
You was a goddamn lie. You did not just get off work. You was fired at that time. So please.
No, I got fired right after that. I was working at McDonald's. That's when I was stealing out the register overnight.
This is so much ghetto love. I love it.
And then if I was drinking, okay, I was drinking on the job, but I was at work.
So now she admits to drinking, though.
No, you did not come get your son because it was my weekend.
So what
You
I
didn't
was
get
just
him till Monday from daycare. Why would you come? No, you was coming to be nosy.
I didn't have to come to me.
She had a passenger with her. If you come in to get
my
your son,
cousin Nicole, yeah.
I don't like Nicole either because she fucking should have told your ass go home.
11 years, you still don't like
11
Nicole?
years old, man. That's my job.
So
my
how did you
job.
punch the window? How did you break the window?
Man, that shit with her hand.
So you walked out, see this car?
No, I threw her ass out.
You
shut
never,
the door.
Jerome,
Walk.
you're not that. You was not that strong.
Yeah,
Like
man.
you did not
Yeah,
throw me
I'm telling you how I threw you.
nowhere.
I had you, and there was steps.
You Jazzy Jeff though.
Yeah, that right there.
He
Yeah.
could never.
Y'all, that baby was not laid on no concrete. I don't know why y'all keep putting that in the comments. If y'all ain't listening, y'all would know that baby was really in that bassinet. She
Yeah.
first said that she wasn't drinking. Then she admitted that she had been drinking. She first said that she had just got off work, then admitted that she had her cousin with her in the car. It was his weekend, but she pulls up with another chick because she knows he with another girl. It's not even her weekend. She don't supposed to get him to Monday. Y'all better pay attention. I shouldn't have to lead y'all to this conversation, but y'all in y'all trauma and y'all in y'all feelings. So I'm gonna let y'all know that baby wasn't on no goddamn flow. It
And
wasn't
if
on the flow.
She got
you've
drunk
been
and went over there.
following Jess, if you've been following Jess, she been admitted she's had a drinking problem. She been admitted she don't be
She
remembering.
admitted first. She said she wasn't drinking because she just had got off work, and then admit she was drinking on the job.
Exactly. She been had a drinking. She been said that she drank too much, she black out, and she don't remember what she do. So if
He's
you don't even
very
follow
specific
Jess,
about that portable bassinet. He's very specific about all of those things. Like, no.
you can see in her demeanor the way that she said it, the way she sit back
Yeah.
and roll them eyes. Girl, shut the
Nah,
fuck
that
up.
baby wasn't on no concrete.
Not
She
at
wanted,
all.
she wanted to try him right then like he was weak.
Exactly.
Yeah, she kept. You see that she like, you could never lift me. You could never. Like, that's the part that I didn't get. Like, as a woman, why are you even challenging him in a physical fight? You know what I'm saying? Like, you could never lift me. You can't beat me. You can't fight. You fought me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I fought you. Like, basically, like, she was the aggressor. You could tell in the conversation she was the aggressor
Exactly.
in the relationship. Which is probably why they not together. But let me finish.
And why those men were laughing at it, it's crazy.
That's what I was. Keep watching.
Even right now could not do that.
So
to
why
me.
you hit the window though? Why you hit the car? Because she knew that
I was
hurt
just really, really
She knew that
mad
would hurt
because
me.
he wouldn't give me my son.
She's
He
lying.
wouldn't give me my son. You called the police on me. Going to try to say it's
I didn't call the police.
You called the police.
I
She
never
said she
called the police on
No,
her?
yes,
Well, I didn't call the police. I don't know how the
police.
police.
To jail.
Listen,
You
you
went to jail?
jail?
I went to jail that night.
Pause. Listen, hold on. Everybody hear this. I need everybody hear this. Where I'm from, the jail is right there.
Right around the corner.
You can walk. It's
So
2
when you
minutes.
called them,
heard the commotion.
They walked to us.
I don't know how they came. I thought my stepmother called, my godmother called. One of them.
This the crazy thing. I was not that drunk. So then when
Bro,
I
she
got
used
to
to
the
drink
jail,
1800.
guess who did my
He didn't
intake?
put her in jail.
Guess who did my intake? The damn girl who was with him.
The one that you punched.
Yep. Yes.
She clocked in to do that
She
shit.
ran over,
She's like, I'm on my way.
Now, Jess always says that you are.
So here's this the problem I see, right? They laughing the whole time that he's telling the story. The dude's serious as hell. He very consistent with his story. You know what I'm saying? She slips up a few times, right? He say, I ain't calling no police. But what if he did? You busting my windows out my car. It's my weekend. You coming to get my son because you mad in your feelings because I'm with another girl, right? Now you over here busting my windows out my car. If he did call the police, what would be the problem?
None. I think.
But how about this? What if it was her calling the police on him? Would they say the same goddamn thing?
Yeah, they would tell her to call the police. He busting windows out the car. He came over hitting another dude and then busting her windows out. He would have been under the jail.
Your ass going to the chain gang. Your ass
That's the
going
problem with
to
all
the
these motherfucking double standards, man. That's the problem with all these motherfucking double standards.
It ain't even a double standard.
think-
I'll be real with you, bro. Like when me and call the police, though, you do realize the police be fucking with. They be looking at us crazy at the exact same time.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I'm saying?
crazy though. That's crazy.
And then they still try and lean towards the favor of the woman a lot of times and try and lock our ass up.
Right.
But I don't see nothing wrong with calling the motherfucking police though. Call the motherfuckers, goddamn me, because I guarantee you, if they lock your ass up, you know what I'm saying? Your ass, you gonna be fucked. It don't matter what the story happened. Know what I'm saying?
Innocent as hell.
Call the police.
Somebody said, so you want him to snitch on your
I
spouse?
am sick of you women who think that men are not supposed to return y'all energy. Like, where do y'all get off thinking y'all can treat men any kind of way and they not supposed to return that energy? I grew up with 8 brothers, and the standard in my house was if you bad enough to do it, you better be bad enough to receive it. So if you think you big and bad enough to swing on one of your brothers, you better still be standing there when your brother swing on you back. Like, I don't get y'all for real.
Nah, fuck that shit. Call the police. I
I
promise.
think.
Well, that works.
So look here,
What I'm
fellas,
saying
if
is,
y'all
like,
call the police, make sure you ain't got no warrant. You know, I done had, make sure you ain't got no warrant.
They'll find a warrant.
Worst thing in the world you could ever do. Worst thing in the world you could ever do is allow yourself. Cause like most of the time niggas won't Kyle, right? And then it look weird and it look corny when you do Kyle. Know what I'm saying? But then when your ass end up in a situation, cause you human and you been in a situation with that woman, ain't no paper trail of there being abuse from both sides. Oh yeah. Soon as she decided to call him when you done fucking snap, your ass out of there. You cook.
But a lot of them won't do that because of the like I told y'all to start my ex when his baby mama cut him. She cut him up. And he went outside and he called the police, you know what I'm saying? You know, he called the police, but when the police come now, she had just literally had a baby. So and mind you, she didn't even have her papers. So she out here she foreign, ain't got no papers, could have lost everything. She cut him. He tell the police, you know what I'm saying? He don't even press charges on the police. Like, look, if I don't, because he got his stuff, he got his bag sitting in the house, and they like, you gonna have to get the bag yourself, because if we go get the bag, you know what I'm saying? We gonna take her to jail. And the police had to turn the body cam off and everything. He literally did not press charges. Her family blew him up, begging him not to press charges. But I told him, I said, you stupid. You still fuck postpartum my ass. Fuck postpartum my ass. I'm not trying to hear that shit. I told him, you stupid. I said, because you know what? If that had been you, they would have told her, they would have begged her to press charges on you. It would have been a total opposite. That woman stabbed you. You got 2 other children that you taking care of. That woman could have took your life. She didn't care about your life. She didn't care about your child probably not having a father. She didn't care about your 2 other children. That man is nowhere near abusive. He ain't never put his hands on. He don't need. The only time that man ever raised his hand to me was to bring me a plate. Okay, so I know he wasn't no abusive man. I know the type of man he was. So for her to do that, she did it because she knew he wasn't going to fight her back. She knew that he wasn't going to hit her. You get what I'm saying? A lot of women do that because they know who they can do that shit with.
A lot of them men in jail.
Exactly.
Calling the police on a black spouse is crazy. What the fuck?
I'm telling y'all right now, I got 2 black sons.
I do know that.
You calling the police. I wish you would put your hands on my son. I'm calling the police.
But on some real shit, some of us niggas need to go to jail. You keep your goddamn hands to yourself. You know, women get emotional, and some of us got to learn the hard goddamn way. I teach my sons. You know, I understand she may lose her temper, this, that, and the other. But whatever you do, keep it. Don't put your hands on her. Don't put your hands.
And look, man, don't push no man to the point. You know what I'm saying? And think, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker won't black out. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't like to see when I see a woman pushing a man to the point, calling him all kind of bees and might be putting her hands on him.
Y'all remember Baby Boy? Y'all remember Baby Boy when Yvette? Y'all remember Baby Boy when Yvette kept punching on Jody and Jody went back?
Yeah.
The first time that I'm gonna be honest with you, if the woman can call you out your name and call you all kinds of bitches and tell you to shut the fuck up and buck up to you like a man, hey, that's the first sign. You need to get the fuck up out of there. That situation gonna be fucked up. The moment a woman don't show you that she don't respect you, or she feel like I ain't gonna lie to you, most niggas don't think to leave because again we talk different. Know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like growing up, we talk different. Feel me? Even that shit will like how women be like, I'm not telling my sons to walk away. I'm gonna tell them if a woman man enough to hit you, know what I'm saying? You need to go ahead be man enough to hit her head back. Know what I'm saying? Nah, fuck that. That's a lose-lose situation for them.
Hold on,
every
somebody
time.
said so she stabbed him for no reason. What's a reason to stab a man if he ain't putting his hands on you? Go ahead and tell me. What's a reason to stab anybody? They ain't putting their hands on you. They ain't disrespecting you. They ain't done nothing to you. You ain't defending yourself. What's a reason to stab them? Come on. Give me a reason. Why y'all talking about for no reason? That man didn't touch her. She was mad.
Wow.
She was mad because he didn't want to be with her no more. She was assuming that he was going to be with me.
Crazy, man.
I'm at home in my bed. She was assuming they weren't together. They weren't in a relationship. He was visiting his child.
Even if he did cheat, like, what's the reason for you to stop?
He wasn't with her, so it don't even matter. He ain't wasn't no cheating or nothing. They wasn't never in a relationship.
Ain't no reason.
And the crazy part is this: you're gonna see some man that's just gonna walk away, and they turn around, and here go the bottle right behind the top of the head. Boom. It happens all the time.
You're gonna be able to avoid that shit.
Check it out though, Slim. And most of the time, like the man don't even leave. What he do instead of him doing that? What he do? he go find a woman that he can talk to.
Yeah, nah, I'm telling you because the way we've been taught, bro. We've been taught to deal with more bullshit than a little bit too, though.
Mm-hmm.
Think about how many women say I need a real man that can handle me, like, cause I got a little attitude and I need to be put in my place at times. And some of us then took that shit in, like, oh yeah, know what I'm saying? You kind of soft, you can't deal with a woman in her reckless mouth. Nah, nigga, you need to understand that that's the signs of a woman that don't have no respect, know what I'm saying? And that shit gonna eventually lead to y'all getting physical. No, if the woman can't control her emotions in the situation, leave the fuck get the fuck out that situation
Hold on.
immediately. Oh, I'm definitely the best person to talk about it, Heartbreaker, because of my situation. Nah,
Hold
thank
on.
you. Shut the fuck up, Heartbreaker.
For the dude that said, "Are you not ashamed of this? Most men leave y'all for foreign women." He's foreign too, baby. They both foreign. They both African. They both African. Like, what's your point? It's like you ain't hurt nobody's feelings. Okay, they both was foreign, and she the one that stabbed him.
And
Okay,
it's so crazy.
as a black woman, I ain't never stabbed him, never put my hands on him, never done none of that to him. But as a foreigner, she sure pulled that knife out real quick. Matter of fact, my other ex had a foreigner girlfriend too. She pulled a knife out on him too. They pull knives out real quick on you. Why you trying to compare and contrast, boo boo?
And the fact
See,
that I'm
these
speaking on,
comments from the women are just a perfect example of why men's pain doesn't get taken seriously and why they're sitting here getting laughed at. Like, because you have a whole group of women. Like, I don't understand what y'all think of men. Like, what is it you think men are here for? Because there's literally an entire movement of y'all who just think that men are just supposed to take anything you shoot at them. They supposed to stand there and take it. And I just don't get it. Like, y'all are mothers, y'all are sisters, like, y'all got men in y'all lives, and I just don't I'm not understanding these comments.
and
Like,
the
are
fact
they not human to you? Do they
and the
not
fact
have feelings to you?
and the fact
Like,
that
are
I'm
these
just
not
saying,
people
like,
that we should cherish? Like, I'm not getting it. I'm not understanding. And y'all the reason why, part of the reason why men's pain does not get taken seriously. Y'all the reason why men can't talk about, being essayed and all these other things because they get laughed at as if they don't matter.
Well, you see what they said right now. She cartwheeling so hard. That's the crazy part.
I'm
Like
cartwheeling
I've
so
started, I
hard,
started
baby.
off.
I
I
grew
Twinkie, I
up
got it.
with men.
I started off my platform real balanced. And anytime I ever defended a man, she'll pick me. She'll pick me. She'll pick me.
Oh, well, baby,
No, I
don't
just
come
see
to
people.
my
I just
live.
see
I
people
got
as human.
live
Hold
now.
on, Twinkie. Hold on.
Sorry, boo.
I just see people as human beings. I see
Mm-hmm.
men as they people too. Like all men ain't trying to hurt you. All women ain't great. At the end of the day, is we're human. Humans hurt other humans. That's just what it is. It's not a man or woman thing. Humans hurt other humans. It's not a race thing. It's not a gender thing. It's a humans do it to humans.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
And
Everybody feel
once we
like
understand that, we will stop being so biased. I don't believe men do it more, Heartbreaker. Let me tell you why. I believe the statistics show that men do it more because men don't report. I don't believe men do it more. Men don't report abuse. They don't report all SA. They don't report these things. So stats will only show what's reported.
Men aren't going to therapy, so those stats aren't getting taken either. Men aren't taking
Oh,
care
they
of.
going to therapy now. I don't know what that. You can
Well,
debunk
I'm
that.
saying
Yeah.
like I'm saying like
Yeah.
not as much as they could be.
They are. They're definitely
so
standing up now.
right,
I
they
think
going to
I
therapy.
think
Definitely
there's
are.
a
They
movement
definitely
now,
going to
but
therapy. Like I said, the fact that a man don't have the room to express himself, and like I said, like he might going through this abuse and he don't even lead a relationship, or this woman might call him a B, but we done talk, you know what I'm saying, different to stay. The fact that I said this man might go find therapy in a different woman, I'm just telling you what happened. You know what I'm saying? Generally, like how the hell I ain't got no morals.
Hold on a second. Miss Thang said, I wish there was a platform where men held more men accountable. They get counted everywhere. I wish there was a platform where trolls go sit with trolls and come as they are. I wish there was a space where you can block trolls and they can come as they are and talk the shit that they talk. I can't trust a motherfucker that can't come as they self and then telling us somebody what a platform should be and you don't even know how to come as you are. You can't even come as you. You can't even show your face. Nevertheless, talking about somebody being coddling. You coddling hiding behind a rock. You coddling putting on the mask. You coddling robbing the bank without even looking nobody in the eye. You coddling the fact that you kick a motherfucker when they down because they can't see your face. Ain't nobody got time to be arguing with you. Create a platform where you can come as you are and then we can have a conversation. Okay? Go ahead, y'all.
Ooh, sips tea.
Big fact.
Sips tea.
But now though, fact though, Slim, like, shit, how many men lead that situation? You feel me?
Nigga, I ain't gonna lie to you. People be talking about my situation or whatever. You know, when I finally left when a lady told me this shit. Know what I'm saying? I'm talking about we had been through it over and over and over again. I had spent all my money trying to make this relationship work. I done did everything I possibly could in my mental health. Like I had totaled out my car trying to take myself out because of the bullshit. And somebody said, hey, you do believe that? Do you understand you can love somebody to death? Y'all gonna love each other until one of y'all end up hurting each other real bad.
Right.
And that shit hit me so hard in the motherfucking chest. I swear I went home and cried and said, hey, you need to, like, we got to go our separate ways. We can't keep doing this shit. It ain't good.
It ain't good. Facts.
But
Shit, I
most
don't
of the
know
time,
about
people
y'all,
don't be
but
hearing that
No,
shit.
you need it right in front of your face.
Most of the time, people don't be hearing that. They don't be hearing them other parts of the story. You know what I'm saying? Where niggas actually stay. You don't hear none of that. All y'all hear is, you a man, you stronger, you could have did better, you could have walked away, you should have did this. How about a motherfucker shouldn't have been fucking with you to begin with?
Thank
Mhm.
you.
Know what I'm saying? Like, everything ain't always black and white. Every nigga don't wake up in the morning and be like, I'm gonna beat my bitch today. No, that ain't always how it go. You got some weird niggas out here that's like
It's some
that.
weird niggas out
But
here,
every
but nah.
situation ain't happening like that. There's plenty of times
So
where
what's
women
causing
will
them to
hit the
do
man
it?
first. Shit,
so
women be
and
putting their hands on them men too.
That's what I'm
Y'all be
saying.
thinking them
Shit.
little slaps and shit that y'all be doing. Oh, I didn't do nothing but slap you. Baby, you done broke
That's
the
what
ice for
happened to
this
you,
shit to get
Slim.
physical. I told the story. Yeah, I got hit first. I got my ass whooped twice. Yeah.
And
But
you beat
it
up
Yeah.
don't
him.
even gotta be
Shut
physical
up.
though. It don't even gotta be
Black eyes
physical.
and drunk, and I left.
It can
And
be
then
verbal.
and then
Yeah.
when I came back the last time, hell yeah, I snapped. You got me fucked up, baby. Niggas don't talk to me crazy. Don't nobody be putting their hands on me or playing with me. I snapped and I slapped them.
See,
It
here's
ain't
You
something
know,
I'm
I don't want,
proud
I don't
of
want,
though.
you know what I'm
let
saying?
It
me
I don't
ain't
want
just
to
something I'm
be being
proud of,
snapped,
but
but I
since you want to be
hold up,
funny,
easy, hold
yeah,
up,
that's
easy.
how that shit be happening.
Wait, hold up,
Yeah, yeah.
hold up. Let me
women be
jump in.
pushing.
Hold up, easy. All right. See, this is my thing, right? Regardless of who's at fault, when two people, especially when you got kids,
Mm-hmm.
there has to be a certain level of contrition on both people's part, regardless of who started it, right?
That's true.
And I can't make heartbreaker well, not even gonna use heartbreaker. I can't make Tea Time be sorry for what happened between me and Tea Time, right? The only thing that I can do is
Drop and come back, Slim. Y'all don't be reporting people up here.
I got you.
First of all, Slim ain't even say nothing.
They ain't even said nothing.
the only
on,
thing
y'all.
the only thing
Crazy.
this is just me. This is just me, right? I believe that in any domestic situation, and the way I look at things now is that the man has the greater responsibility of controlling the tempo of that
That's
situation.
true.
It's easy to say she did this or she did that or this, that, and some other stuff because everybody got a different side of the story. But especially when your kids are involved, when those kids start growing up and they start having kids of their own, and it's able to be said that things got physical between you and their grandma, or you and the kids and you and their mama. There's no explanation that that can make that child feel better about that. You know, I think we do ourselves a disservice. I don't care if you're the man or the woman. If the situation results in it getting physical on any level, I have to I have my own level of contrition is the only thing that I can be responsible for. I can't make somebody else feel bad about some shit. You know, I have to feel bad about my own shit.
And I'm sorry. I'm sorry you feel that way. I am. Because let me tell you something. I think the most pressure on a person is a person got to suppress abuse. Any
Yes,
gender.
yes.
The most pressure on anybody is somebody that just because of their
I
gender
get that.
they have to suppress
Suppress
being abused
verbal
because
abuse.
after any abuse, because after a while, it's only so much that you can hold in before you snap. And this is what happens to some people. I'm not saying I'm saying people. They snap because they're being told you got to be the bigger person. Can't say nothing. Don't talk about it. Don't think about it. Walk away. Do you know how many men I've seen walk away and a woman chase him, punching him in the back,
That's what I
punching
was
him in
saying
his
earlier.
head? I've
That's what I was saying
seen
earlier.
it.
Yeah.
I've seen men literally walking away and a woman going, following behind him, beating him upside the head. I've seen it with my
Or
own
just
You,
grab
eyes.
anything, or
the
grab
biggest
anything and
thing
just throw
that
it on him.
one of the biggest things I done learned is that idealism shit, that shit only works in theory and not in reality. You know what I'm saying? It is very ideal for a man to have all the self-control in the world and walk away, feel me? But you still got to remember that men have emotions too, and after taking so much or bottling shit up, man, that nigga is not going to be thinking logical or rational. So the best thing that you could do is spot when you are in a situation with someone that will put you in a situation. If a woman has no respect for you, know what I'm saying? You need to leave. Just like with women. If a man is showing you that he literally has no respect for you, you need to get the fuck away from that man absolutely, immediately, as soon as you realize it. Because that lack of respect on a verbal level will translate to a
Hey,
lack of
Supreme.
respect on a physical level.
Mm-hmm.
I would literally, in my little process of dating or whatever, as soon as I hear some toxic signs from a woman where she'll get like
Over with.
verbally abusive or vulgar just because we had a disagreement,
Over
immediately
with.
your ass blocked, baby. I ain't gonna lie to you. We not making it to no a bunch of extra phone calls. The way a person carries themselves in conversation will show you exactly how they carry themselves in person. You got to start paying attention to the signs. You got to start paying attention to when, like, even with me and niggas that get too unhinged, even on the app, you know what I'm saying? You get too unhinged and you get to hollering and yelling every time a woman say something to you, or you believe a woman belong in a certain place when it comes to a man. Yeah, nah, you need to go on here and stay the fuck away from a man that say you need to stay in a woman's place. Because now you can't be emotional when you do need to be emotional. You know what I'm saying? Same way with a woman. If she believe a man is supposed to be a certain type of way,
And
as
you
a
just
man,
gotta
bro,
take it just
you
because
need
you're a
to,
man.
yeah, you need to get the
And
fuck
that's the
on.
problem. That's the
You
problem
need
right
to get
there.
the
Like,
fuck on.
A
I
lot of men, when
remember
it's brought
I
up,
remember
guess what, Joe?
I remember I had just got out of a really bad abusive relationship, and because I always believed I don't hit men, like, because if you hit a man, not because nobody told me not to hit a man, like, I always believe even if a man hit you, if you hit him back, he gonna beat your ass because he's stronger, right? So I was in a really bad abusive relationship, and I fought back eventually. You know what I'm saying? I had to fight back because shit, how bad can it get? After you knocking motherfuckers out, you closing my eyes shut, you doing all this stuff, I gotta fight back. You know what I'm saying? So after I had got out of a really, really, really abusive relationship, right? And I started back talking to my ex. I swung at him. This is the dude I told you I got cut. I swung at him. And I remember him looking at me. I remember him grabbing my arm and just looking at me like, "What type of monster has come in you?" Like a lot of times we
He
take
done created it.
we take that shit from somewhere
Mm-hmm.
else and we go and we do it. And I've never like y'all. That's not. I would never just hit a man. I would never swing at a man or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But I remember just getting mad at him and swinging, and I just remember him grabbing my arm and just looking like, what happened to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened to you? Like, who are you? Because that was not me. But I took that shit from somewhere else and I projected it onto somebody else, all because that's what I was used to getting. You know,
Mm-hmm.
getting. So a lot of times we think we can go and we can go do that and do all, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, CBJ, I need acceptance from all of these men up here. I want to hit them all. Actually want them all to run a train on me, and I want the women in the panel to watch.
That's
Okay?
crazy.
Damn.
That's what I want. All right.
I witnessed
So,
a situation before, right?
I'm
I witnessed a
closing my
situation
eyes.
before, like my neighbor, right? I watched my neighbor go through like verbal abuse from his lady. Like I watched it, and one day, you know, I couldn't really get involved. I had my own situation going on. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But I watched. You know what I'm saying? Them have a, you know what I'm saying, a situation where it was real crazy where it came outside, and that man actually was like walking away, and she was running behind him, hitting him, this, that, and the third, whatever. And she ended up calling the police. The police pulled up just because she was crying and couldn't breathe, and she was doing this and doing that. And this man was telling them what happened. She put her hands on me, this, that, and third. They put him in handcuffs. But it was a lady down the street that saw the whole thing. She ran up the street and said, no, that man was walking away. That woman was swinging on him. I watched him duck a couple punch and try to hold her hands down to keep him from hitting her. I mean, from hitting him, right? But it's so crazy that it took that woman to come up the street and tell exactly what happened after the man already told what was going on. They took the handcuffs off of him.
Hey,
And put the
comment,
handcuffs on her.
stop. Cut it out. Cut the shit. Stop.
They took the handcuffs off of him and put the handcuffs on her and took her to jail. I couldn't say nothing because I had my own situation going on, but I actually witnessed this. You know what I'm saying? Like, to go what you saying, T-Time, like, you done seen a couple of men walk away and the woman still chasing them.
But
I
I
saw
ain't
it.
gonna hold you, right? I ain't gonna hold you, right? You know, and I'm gonna speak for me. I can't speak for nobody else in this box or nobody else in these comments. I'm gonna speak for me, right? In any relationship that I've been in where she's put her hands on me, it was after an accumulation of pain that I caused or mistakes that I made to where she, and I'm not excusing it, right? I'm not excusing, you know, a woman putting her hands on a man. It's just like, you know, we like to use the statistic that, you know, 75-80% of women file for divorce, but 90 to 95% of men cause their own divorce. And when we sit back and I analyze my own situation and how things evolved and turned out the way they did, what I see most is my contribution to that. You know, I understand that, you know, people are responsible for controlling themselves and the people that are abused and have to suppress that. I get that, right? But a lot of times what we do is we'll excuse our behavior that resulted in someone else's. And then we'll blame the person for responding the way that they did when we had to see.
I blame the woman. I blame the woman for. Let me tell
Right.
you. So let me tell you why I blame the woman, and I'm gonna say it for me too, because at times I should have walked the fuck away. Get your shit and go. When and sometimes we are our own demise by keep taking your shit. At some point, you can't justify putting your hands on nobody because you choose
That's not
to
what I'm
keep
saying.
taking somebody. You
That's
did.
not what I'm
You
saying.
said after you kept putting her
Your
through shit,
contribution.
right?
Yep.
You said she put her hands on you after accumulation of shit you put her through. At some point, she has to love herself enough to say, you know what? Why do I keep abusing myself with this nigga putting me through this shit? Why do you keep putting me through this shit? Why am I keep taking the shit you putting me through? To the point where I gotta put my hands on you, even lose my freedom. Because there's
That's
some
not what
women,
I'm saying. That's not what I said, T.
but you said
That's no,
any woman that's ever hit you after,
no. What
right?
I said, because for every action there's a reaction, right?
Right.
And the only thing that I can control is the original decision. I can't control the consequences that come after a decision that I made.
I agree with that. I agree with
Anything
that.
that happens after that is a consequence. Even if
But the
even if
consequence
she,
isn't always justified, though. That's what I'm saying. You're
I didn't
right.
say
There
that.
is a consequence, but it
Well,
doesn't make it right.
a lot of times in life,
And it
people
don't gotta be
suffer
physical.
consequences that aren't always justified. You got people in prison for life for dealing broccoli. A lot of times the consequences don't fit the crime, but and it's not to excuse someone else's behavior, but more so to take accountability to the behavior that led to that happening.
Right. I think you should take accountability. But this is, as I talk to women
Both
about
parties.
healing and about growth, we have to take accountability too. And if we don't, we're going to continue justifying doing toxic shit. At some point, we also have to be accountable for the part and the role we played as well. Okay, he put me through that shit. But why? When was I going to learn enough was enough? And I know it's hard, and a lot of women say, "Well, T, it's not that simple." It ain't that simple. I know it's not that simple. It's hard. That's why a lot of us don't leave. Not because we love them, not because we really want to work it out, but because we are not strong enough to choose ourselves first, because we are not strong enough to do it on our own, because we are not strong enough to be alone. We need somebody to be attached to. We need to be attached to a title. We need to have a man. We need to be in a relationship, because Lord forbid, if you single, you bitter. You get what I'm saying? A lot of y'all just don't have the strength to choose you first. So you sit in abuse, you sit in disrespect, you sit in all of this shit, and then you blame him because you really knew you wasn't supposed to be in this shit. You knew you could have got out of this shit, but you didn't want to go because you were scared to do it on your own. And that shit is hard as fuck. It is.
See,
It
that
is
goes back to the
hard.
boundaries.
It
That goes
is.
back to the boundaries that goes back to the boundaries that y'all just shared up here. You know what I'm saying? A person will only do whatever you allow them to do, no matter what gender, if it's a man or a woman.
It's hard for a man to be toxic with a nurturing, respectful woman.
Nah, that ain't true, bro.
Part is
I ain't gonna
irrelevant.
lie to you. A
That's
toxic
definitely
person
not
gonna
true.
be a toxic person no matter who the fuck they around. People be
Right.
like, why would you do certain shit to me, man? Sometimes that's just who people is, feel me? So it's not that, bro. The reality of it is motherfuckers need to start healing before they get in a relationship, feel me? Because you bringing all this extra shit from another relationship into another relationship, and now y'all sitting here going at each other. And some of this shit ain't just because y'all ain't figured out how to have no communication skills. Y'all don't know how to problem solve. Y'all don't know how to do none of this shit. So the only thing you know how to do is throw a temper tantrum from your immaturity and from your hurt and your trauma. And now either it be the man or the woman becoming violent and aggressive inside of their relationship. Toxic people gonna be toxic until they choose to heal.
That's
Okay,
and that's
let
that's
me,
what
let
I'm
me say
that's
this. Then.
that's what
Let
I'm
me say. Let
saying.
me say
That's
this.
what I'm
Like and,
saying.
and what Kel was saying, I agree with Unc.
A matured man, a healthy man. It's hard for him to be toxic to a nurturing, respectful woman. Let me just say that. I ain't
If
speaking
he
A
about what
mature
toxic,
man,
he
yeah, but
I
a
ain't
lot
toxic.
of
speaking on
but
what little
toxic men,
boys
not
do.
toxic men.
I'm not speaking on what little boys do. That ain't
Well,
healing.
we're not gonna act like majority of the time men don't start this abuse thing, and then when they get chased down with swords and knives and blickies and stuff or whatever, it's a problem. I don't care. At that point, they are
That
deserving
does
The
happen
of
too
abuse, the
though.
unalive.
abuse, yes, heartbreaker. I feel like
That
when you
happens
do
too.
decide to fight back, I do agree with that. I do agree. When you decide to fight back, I just said that I was in a very abusive relationship. The nigga kicked me in my face, closed my eyes shut, hit me upside the head with a bottle, tried to knock me out, all kind of shit. And when I finally started fighting back, it was
You look
warranted to
crazy at
fight
that.
back. Nah,
Yeah.
nah, nah, because I sat outside with him when the police pulled up. Like, yeah, I did that shit. That nigga was sitting there with a bald spot in his head and some more shit because I was tired. Like, you're not finna keep putting your hands on me, right? But what I'm saying is, a lot of times we take that and we transfer it onto a person that didn't do that to us. We take that hurt and we transfer it over to a person that never touched us ever. Never did this shit to us because we did not heal from the motherfucker that actually did it to us. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of us that's done that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah, this nigga, I had to fight you back, but you ain't the one hurting me. I refuse to heal. I refuse to do the work. I refuse to be by myself. But now I'm going to take this trauma and I'm going to expect you to be responsible. And I'm going to for you to be responsible for what this person did to me instead of me taking some time to myself, doing the work, going to therapy, doing whatever I need to do to understand why I even, how to get from that, right? How to, not why I dealt with it, because sometimes we stay for reasons. Some people stay out of fear. Some people stay for the kids. Some people stay because they don't want to be alone. Everybody's reason for staying is different. But when you finally do get that strength to move on, you have to be accountable for not what role you played in them hitting you. I'm not saying nobody has a right to hit you. What could I have done? How can I learn when this happened? How can I
And
identify these
that's what
red
I'm
flags?
saying
If a
about
person
him.
slapped me,
That's what I'm saying.
what do
That's
I do
exactly.
next? You get what I'm saying? That's the only way we as women are going to be able to heal is when we learn what we can do. Because people are like, well, why are you blaming women? If we spend our life going like this, we ain't going to never heal.
You will never heal.
We're never
Never.
going to heal because we can only look at what they
That's the
did to
same
us.
thing.
We're
That's the
never going to
same
heal.
thing.
Yeah,
Also, some of the trauma come from what the parents did to them.
Whatever reason, whatever kept you in that situation for so long. Maybe I ain't had no daddy, and maybe I was expecting. Maybe I thought that that's a daddy. What is daddy? Because the dude that I was dating, he was
Yes.
11 years older than me. I felt like he was and as sick as it may sound, he was a father.
Father
He was
figure,
my
yes. Daddy
father.
issues.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So yeah, and that sounds sick, right?
But
But
it's
I
it's the
stood in that
trauma.
shit because I'm trying to make him be the daddy that I didn't have. That wasn't his responsibility to be my daddy.
And as
You
a
understand?
man, you do not want your kids to grow up and be able to say that you hit their mama.
facts.
Well, neither of my kid father ever put their
You
hands
you
on
would
me.
never want that. You
Talking
never
to the
want that
Neither
men.
of my
I'm
kids father.
I'm talking to the
Thank
men.
God, thank
you
God,
You
never
neither of
do
my
want that
not
kids
shit, but
want
fathers
your
that's
ever put
kids
their
also
to
hands on
grow up
me.
to be able to say that you hit
Whew.
their mama.
that's
Thank
also the
God,
reason why
thank
you got to
God.
pull yourself back. Like I even acknowledged that shit at one point in time. I like toxic women. Feel me? I used to like when women would talk to me crazy and shit. You know what I'm saying? Somebody would turn me on, but that's not a healthy that's not a healthy conducive relationship where y'all gonna just be able to live happily ever after. Some shit gonna go down in those types of relationships. I refuse to keep attracting the same old shit. Just like what T is saying. When you finally start realizing, hey, this shit is not okay. you start paying attention like, damn, nigga, it seems like I just keep on attracting the same old person in different bodies. And you say, look, at some point in time, I got to own up to my own bullshit.
Because it's
At
a part of
point,
you to keep, it ain't even that you attracted these people. It's a part of you to keep attracting you,
for 'em.
a broken part of you that's attracting yourself to the, because I always tell people when they say you are what you attract, that's not true. We attract all kind of people. We attract people that really got good intentions for us. We attract people that ain't shit. We attract people that's impartial. What we choose is a reflection of where we are in life. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we broken, so we choose broken motherfuckers. We when we see somebody that really got good intentions for us, we run from them. We push them away. Something ain't right about you. I don't know.
That's
You ain't
true.
you get what I'm saying? So we choose
Some
the
people
brokenness, and something in us
some
is broken enough to choose a broken person, another broken person.
some people also just don't know how to be loved. I mean, they don't know how to love back. You know,
Well,
they
that's
can be
technically what
loved,
she's
but they just
saying.
don't know how to be loved.
They don't know how to be
They
offensive.
don't know how to receive it. So yeah, I agree. But yeah, majority of the time it
And
is the
and I
man.
think a lot of us suffer too, men and women. It's like we strive and fight so hard for partners that we never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
We make up these idea in our head of like what a man should be or what a woman should be, and a lot of us never really seen that. Now, a lot of us never came from a home with a man in it, or we might have had a mother, but was she really a mother?
Oh,
So
yeah,
we get these ideas in our head,
parents,
and
but they
then we
weren't
try to
affected.
put that on
Hold
our
on.
partner.
That
Hold on,
goes
no
back to what
excuses
I'm saying.
said you can still be healed and choose toxic people. You absolutely can. But when you heal, when you finally see them toxic traits, you remove yourself quicker. See, that's the difference when you know you healed and when you're not. Because when
Right
you
here, T.
ain't, you gonna stay in that toxic shit. You know what I'm saying? You gonna something about you that's still gonna be attracted to that toxic shit. But once you start seeing them toxic traits, you're able to cut that cord quicker. That's how you know that. That's how you're able to identify your healing process. Because you're able to remove yourself quicker than you staying around. Now I'm gonna give it another try. I'm gonna try this again. You know, he hit me this one time, but you know what? I made him mad. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be able to be like, you know what? It's okay. We didn't work.
Right
You know
here,
what I'm saying?
here,
It's
I'm
said
one of
okay.
that
those.
You know?
I can
it's
tell you
not
right now, I'm
necessarily
one of those.
bringing. He said it was like that's like bringing old shit to the new relationship. That's not true, bro. Like if you done been through some shit before
No.
and you see how this shit is going, you a damn fool if you keep on. That's really how a lot of people get stuck in toxic relationships. You be like, maybe I'm tripping, maybe I'm tripping, maybe I'm tripping. And that maybe I'm tripping is letting you stay in that situation longer and longer. And now you done got an attachment to it. And here you go on the same old roller coaster. And then you find out, like, I knew I wasn't motherfucking tripping. No.
Yeah.
When you see that
Right.
shit, healthy don't look the
yo,
same as toxic. Soon
your
as you
cutoff
see
game
that
is
shit, you
stronger.
gonna be like, hey, nah, I've been here, done that. Let go ahead, move around from you, know what I'm saying? Like, it would have been dope, but yeah, nah, I ain't gonna lie, baby. I gotta go, know what I'm saying? That's
But
just
why
me.
do y'all think, and don't get offended, married people, when I say this, okay? But look at this app alone. The married people on this app that's sticking through this toxic shit are the most toxic on this app. They are the most toxic and problematic. The single people that's learning how to remove themselves and learning how to be like, you know what, I'm cool. We with the shit, but we ain't as toxic as these married people that's literally injecting poison in the communities about, you know, you got to stick through this. We be like, you know what, we cool. I'm chilling. I don't want nothing to do with that. It's the people that's really dealing and continuing to dealing with that toxic shit and sucking it out. Now they projecting that onto you. You can't possibly be happy single. You can't possibly be happy alone. No, I am. You should try it because you over here mad at me because what you over there got going on in your shit. And you and this year alone, in the last 2 weeks, I done seen all the married people that been going around preaching. They marriages is like all this shit is filtering out just like we thought. So like a lot of times it's you motherfuckers that's sticking it through, telling us that we gotta put that our cutoff game is too easy. No, your hold on game is making your hands bleed, nigga. Like go on somewhere. I don't want.
We be loyal to a
You
fault.
know what though, Ty? You know what though, Ty? Just because they don't cheat no more, they forgot they were toxic in other areas.
Come on now.
And the
Come on
worst
now.
part is a lot of those individuals are going to try to twist your words as though you're talking about all married couples. She's talking about those toxic married
I'm talking
couples
about the toxic married
that
couples.
put
Yep.
forth a facade. And then, because really the non-toxic people that are even on this app, they not here at 3 o'clock in the morning talking to a bunch of single people in the middle of the day. They with each other sleep. Like they have their boundaries. So it's like, don't
No
try to
excuses
twist
said,
what
Ty,
you
I'm starting to think you don't like marriage. No, I don't like toxic marriage.
And
You
that
gotta
goes
understand that a
what
marriage
we
is
earlier.
I don't like toxic
there's gonna
marriage.
be problems in a healthy relationship. Y'all gonna have
Yes.
disagreements. Y'all gonna have all kind of
Yes.
like y'all gonna have
It
y'all
don't have to
good
be.
times
I
and y'all
just
bad
don't
times.
like.
The difference
don't.
is when you actually
Sorry,
do
Herbert.
once you've healed and you start really trying to make something work, or you have the tools to make something work. First of all, y'all set up days like, hey, look, let's sit down, let's have a conversation about this, because ain't no need for us to be in here arguing and yelling at each other, right?
Yep.
Boom, and once y'all start developing a firm communication where you actually hearing the man out, the man hearing the woman out. Know what I'm saying? Then y'all come up with problem solving skills. Then
That
when you
shit
got
hit different.
problem solving skills, it true enough, the shit don't happen overnight. Know what I'm saying? It ain't like y'all sit down. It might be 2-3 days. Y'all gotta stay away from each other. You stay on your side, I stay on my side. But at the end of the day, though, y'all start to work through issues. You start to work through issues, and you realize everything ain't a cause for a breakup.
Right.
I don't have a
Right. Go
problem with
ahead,
the marriages
Heartbreaker.
on
Did
here.
easy.
I just got a problem with people who are not living by the same standards that they're pushing on us.
Yep.
Don't get on here preaching about what the hell we need to do when
I'm on
you're
her.
not doing nothing even close to that. That's the problems that I have with the TikTok marriages. You have a platform that's based upon doing things the righteous way, and you're doing things a totally different way, off complete fuck up. So those are the type of marriages that I have a problem with, and I don't
I
respect.
also have a problem with those who are married coming up. Like I was watching a live with UT Tom, and I don't know who it was. I had to go to work, so I logged off. But he was trying to talk to you crazy about something you posted. I'm like, why are you watching this single woman post whatever she like? It's weird,
Who?
bro. I don't know who it was, and it was so quick. But like, you said something, it was a joke. And then he was like, see, that's why you single and you single women get on here and y'all do this and blah, blah. But my issue was, it was like, he was trying to read everything you posted. And I'm like, why are you watching a single woman in judgment
I don't know what I don't know what he's talking about. What I posted.
this was like a week ago or a week or 2 weeks ago. My memory bad, but that's my issue is married men who are watching single women all the time. And like, they do it. It feels like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it be feeling like that's they slick way of watching single women.
I said that. Yeah, that's what it is. Let me say this. No Excuses said that y'all call problems in a relationship toxic. No, let me tell you what a toxic relationship is. Constant infidelity, abuse, disrespect. Those things are non, it's really, that should not
Non-negotiable.
be normalized. It shouldn't be normalized. That's not normal issue. Like if a person decides to stay with a man and cheat, that's on them. A man decides to stay with a woman that cheat, that's on them. But even in the Bible, God say you can divorce if a man cheat on you and abuse you. Okay, that's even in the Bible. That even if it's man made. Okay, that's something that's off limits. Infidelity and abuse, right? Those are not normal problems. They're normalized. Miscommunication, financial difficulties, things like that. Those are problems. Those are normal problems. We can work through that. We can communication. You know what I'm saying? But because you can't control your penis or you can't control your vagina, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's not a normal issue. That's a selfish. It's not you're not moving in unity. And it, again, that can be subjective to you, but that's not normal. That's toxic. It's toxic. Life happens. It may be a time when my husband may lose his job and I may have to pick up an extra one. It may be a time that, I may get hurt and he may have to sacrifice the fact that I probably can't walk no more. You know what I'm saying? Life happens. But things that we can control, like out here putting our mating with other people and stuff like that, those are not normal issues. It's the issues in the marriage that bring it to that part, and we have to fix those issues so it won't get to these. So that's not normal. I'm not gonna tell no woman to leave their man, but I'm not gonna tell no woman that cheating is a normal thing. I'm not gonna tell no man it either. Sorry,
Well,
I'm not doing
majority of
it.
the time, the relationships end due to the man's behavior. The marriages end, they fail due to the man being trifling. Just like majority of the time, abuse. Well, 98% of the time, abuse starts with the man. So it all boils down to a man. So if you really want to fix your problem, exclude a damn man and
Well,
move
I
to the
mean,
other side.
I'm not being funny or
What?
conceited, but
She's a
where did
part
you
of
get
the
those
LMNOP
statistics from?
community, y'all. Please ignore her.
Wait, I like her
It's
too.
not normal, but it's
And
normalized.
they fight more over there.
Hey,
Women fight amongst each other
whoa,
more than
Hold
Not
on,
true.
hold on. Let me help No
Okay.
Excuses real quick, because No Excuse
okay.
said it happens more often than not, so it's not it's normal. No, it's normalized. The same way men fighting for their kids is normalized. A lot of things that are not normal are normalized. It doesn't make it normal. We normalize it. We normalize a man fighting for his kids. No, you gonna have to fight. You gonna have to come go to court for this baby. You gonna have to do. That's not normal. It should not have to be that way. So that does not mean it's normal because it's normalized. I think y'all need to learn the difference. But let me be quiet. Go ahead. Y'all have it.
No, go keep going.
Well,
You was cooking. Wait.
So
Because
y'all
look at
prove
the
to me
Puff Daddy.
how
Wait, y'all, but look
that's
at the Puff Daddy situation. Like she said, so much was normalized in that era with like young girls and older men. We normalized it, but it wasn't normal. Now all this stuff coming out, and we have the proper terminology for it, and we have the proper mindset. But imagine had we shut that down then, how many other men and women would not have been victims? And not to bring him up, it wasn't just him, it was many people. But
but
to
if we
your
do
point, I'm sorry.
if we were to be the way the Bible insisted on us being, not us making assumptions that it was supposed to be man and woman, because we weren't. He was never supposed to eat from whatever fruit. It's not an actual fruit. It was always supposed to just be woman. That's why God was created without a man. A man was never supposed to be necessary, and that's why it's so problematic when we are in relationships with them and things are so complicated because we're not supposed to
Well,
be with the niggas in the first place.
Heartbreaker, you know
That's
the
the
highest
problem.
DV rate is amongst lesbians, right?
Let
You
me
do
see you go
know the
I didn't hear
highest
that, and
DV
I ain't see
rate
that
is
nowhere.
amongst two women, right?
I ain't see that nowhere. I
Go
ain't see
look
that
it
nowhere.
up. Look up the
Wait,
stats.
It is.
Let me see you go
Mm-mm.
offshore and catch them scallops you be eating.
why y'all be doing this to me? Y'all be breathing
Let me
me
see you go
in,
catch
and
them
I
scallops you
don't
be
know what
eating.
happened.
I just want to know where baby getting her stats from.
Heartbreaker trolling.
For
I'm
myself.
telling you,
she trolling.
Where
She
she getting
trolling.
this
she
Yeah,
get
look
she's
up
a
the
part of
stats.
the
The
she's
highest.
a
Look
part.
up the stats with DV.
I
It's
meant
lesbian.
heartbreaker, not you, T
Look it
Time.
up, y'all. No, I'm talking to people in the comments. They arguing with me. Look it up.
Why would they
Like
argue with
it's
me?
been like the DV rates amongst. Matter of fact, let me tell you why it's so high too. Because it's two women fighting each other. It's a
Yep, and they
video
using
going
all
around
their
that's
strength.
viral of this two.
They
It's
using
these
all
two
their strength
women that
against
are
one another.
dating. There's two women that are dating, and this woman is literally abusing this woman. Nobody's reporting this live. They literally watching it.
You
They
talking about Shay
watching
and
it.
Tay?
What's the name?
Shay and Tay.
I think so. I think
Yeah,
so.
I've
One
been
of them,
I
she's
watching.
a
think
little
so.
slow.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've been watching
nobody is
YouTube
reporting
there.
that. No police, like people literally watching it. Like, oh, it's two women. It is what it is. No,
But that is
they're not
different.
Mexican. They're black. They're black.
Yeah, they
They're
black. They is
black.
not Mexican.
It's literally because they the same
They
sex
on
though. That's
But they're
TikTok.
the
it,
same sex.
That's what it is.
it's men and women. It's just because shit, you the same as me, motherfucker. I'll whoop your ass. Who you talking to? That's
And
really
it's
all it is.
literally
Right,
still
but that's
considered
okay.
domestic violence because it's domestic.
Now it's still domestic
Yeah.
violence. That's true. I'm just saying
But they
that
don't
that
take it
that
serious like that.
And I mean,
yeah.
that's why the rate for a lot of trans women is so high who are dating men, because it's like, even though they identify as trans women, they're dating these men who still see them as men and beat on them like crazy. So, like the same sex, but definitely higher in women on women. It's just not as talked about because, as T Time said, what do you do as soon as you see two women fighting, a cat fight, and you just walk on by? You don't even know.
Yeah, that's true.
My bad.
But at the end of the day, it's no, you're fine, Sorty. But at the end of the day, it's still worse when a man do it because a man can unalive a woman way quicker. I have not seen anything with girls fighting in relationships with the lesbian community. I have not seen it, and I have not heard it, and I'm not gonna look up the stats, but I
That
haven't
man
seen
should be
it.
I
trolled.
took from a dude was way harder than the punch I took from a woman. So I ain't gonna lie.
Thank you,
I
Britt.
was like,
Hello,
up my throat, my face, my neck, my back, like down
my
to
ass. Yes.
my toenails hurt. I was like, I never want to get hit like this ever again in my life. I
But
felt like
y'all be kind of dismissing that. Like, do y'all know when women hit men, it's not the same as like
It
that shit.
hurt too.
Know what I'm saying? Like
When we
y'all be,
mad,
and
that
then you
shit
got to think
hurt.
about it.
it
Niggas is not giving y'all the same shit. Like we not
Hell
we
no.
not in the boxing
Oh
stands trying to
please.
weave and block. Y'all be hitting us with all kind of wild shit. Yeah, man, that shit be hurting like a motherfucker.
and don't catch
I done
the
had my
right
eye
one for
black, know what I'm
58th
saying,
and
and been in that
Sangamon.
motherfucker mad in the bitch. No,
Baby, don't
women
catch
be,
the right one for 58th and Sangamon in Chicago, honey. Them girls got hands. You think they
yeah, you got some women
Yeah.
that'll whoop you.
Fuck
You got
around,
some
sneak
women that'll
your
whoop
ass.
some of you niggas. Know what I'm saying? And it don't
bink,
take
bink,
nothing but the
bink.
right punch in the right place to knock somebody out.
I'm sorry.
No, no.
And y'all can go ahead and screen record me and clip me. You hit one of my grandsons, I'm telling him to knock your ass out. Go on, go to jail.
Hello.
Cause you not finna be
He's
beating up
not
you
getting
not finna be
Hello.
abusing my grandson. You
Hello.
not finna be running around here, going upside his head, punching him in his face, and thinking I'm telling you right now, you hit my boy. I'm gonna knock. I'm
Baby, my
sorry.
son's
Go
going
ahead
to
and
Tell,
jail.
call
I
me
tell
what
him
mean,
to
you want to
push that
call me.
power
Keep
button
your
on your
hands
phone
off his
3
unfortunately,
ass.
times to you.
Tyson
I
your
ain't gonna
ass.
lie to you. The worst
Cause
thing
I'm
in the
gonna
world,
raise him not to put his hands on you.
the worst thing
Okay?
in the world is when a man do it back. I ain't gonna lie. And even me, I'm a nigga that everybody know that shit. Man, nah, call the laws, bro. Call the laws, cause it's gonna
yeah.
be something hard as
Record and
fuck to
call the
live
law.
Well,
down.
call me. Nah,
Even
call me.
yeah,
That's
or
okay.
call
Call
your
me.
sisters.
Call
Yeah,
me, cause
call
I'm
your
gonna slap the
sisters or
shit out
something.
of her. Go ahead and call
Don't do
me,
it,
and
bro.
I'll go
Don't
to
do it.
jail. I'll
Leave,
go to jail.
run.
Hey, you go.
I,
Hey,
Hey,
I'll
yo,
let him
swear to
know. Come
God, you
on,
well,
just a
you
baby,
hoe
call
ass
me.
nigga.
Call
gonna
me.
look south. You gonna look
I
south when
mean,
you call
to
12, bro.
T-Tom's
You gonna look
point,
south, bro.
and
Man, fuck
I'm
that
not
shit. Call 12,
I'm not
goddamn me, cause they
innocent at
call
all.
12 on your ass gone, nigga. And I don't give a fuck if
You
you
not a,
innocent,
hey,
nigga.
bro. You not a
Look at that
real
nigga. Hold
man,
up.
bro. If you call
Look at that
12,
nigga
bro.
angry reactions, bro. You know angry reactions. He a creator on here, bro. That man got he was lied on. 27 million followers. The girl lied. He didn't call the police. Know what I'm saying? And this nigga lost everything. Nigga, he should have called the police soon as the shit happened. That
Well,
nigga lost everything behind a false allegation. People turned on him.
That's
On
not
a
cool.
false allegation, nigga, that's a hard jacket to get up off your back. And even if you explain the story 1,000,001 times, you're gonna always have some other motherfucker try to throw it in your face like, oh yeah, you're less than. No, nigga, call the laws. Nigga, I promise you, a woman hit me right now, I'm calling the law. I ain't even gotta call him. I'm gonna push the power button on my phone 3 times real fast. Law gonna show, hey, what's going on here, man? Get her, she trying to whoop me.
Yep.
what? Never
Again,
mind.
but me and I told like when I just played that video. Do you see how many people in the comments was like, he called the police on her? I can't believe he called the police on her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like when a man do call the police, it's like, man, you call the police on Shorty? Why would you call the police on no girl? Like, damn, why you had to call the 12? Like,
But T-Time,
Like
like,
I am
how do we
40.
normalize also telling women to walk away? Because I'm not innocent. Like when I had this dude lying on me and turned out he had a baby, I swung on him. I straight swung like
Mm-hmm.
because I had to play
and
it
it still
safe.
was
But
wrong.
no, 1,000% because
Yeah.
I
I
was
mean,
never
you
told
felt
walk
justified at the
away.
time, but we still wrong, right?
No. Like I'm owning all mine. Like in the moment, I was dead wrong. But I feel like men are told, don't hit her, walk away. No matter what she does, just walk away because you'll like to Heartbreaker's point. You're gonna hurt her. You're gonna unalive her. Da 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 da. But it's the same thing. Like I feel like we should be telling our girls, including myself. I'm no angel. Just walk away.
When
Yeah,
to walk away? When to
like
leave?
you. Yeah, he did. Blah blah blah. It's no excuse once them hands get involved. It's no excuse.
Did y'all hear about the dude? It was on Snap, but he was from my area. Um, the girlfriend got mad at him, stabbed him, pulled the knife out, and he died. She stabbed him because she was jealous. He hadn't done nothing. He hadn't even cheated on her.
You
She
talking
got
about the
mad
white
at
girl
him.
and the black boy?
No, she was a black girl. She
Oh,
couldn't
okay.
control. She couldn't. She got mad at him, got in her feelings, and she stabbed him. Nope, they was in college. They was actually in college. And I don't know. Is Tish still in here? If Tish is still in here, her cousin was best
Somebody in the
friends with the
comments
dude.
talking about I could
No,
leave. Don't
it
call the
was in
police.
Chicago
Nah,
area.
keep your hands to yourself. Fuck, you gotta leave for because you want to hit a nigga. Keep your hands to yourself.
Listen,
Exactly.
But she
at
stabbed the boy.
what
She
point?
stabbed the boy, and the boy ended up dying because the police came too late, and he lost so much blood. She didn't. She didn't go deep. You know what I'm saying? She nipped him, but he lost a lot of blood, and he died.
Well, in
Her
Chicago, there was
thinking
another
it's
one,
nothing. Go ahead.
which the girl was banging on the window with the pistol, and it went off. So that was in Chicago too. So I don't know. I don't know what he did, but I know he was in the car avoiding her, and he was laughing. He was just like, "Stop, bruh, stop," or whatever.
Let's not drag
The gun
Chicago
did
too
go
much.
off. Chicago is one of them. Never mind.
I,
I won't
I,
do it to y'all.
hold on, Dad. Let's keep it to the
Don't
topic.
do my city. That's
I mean,
everywhere.
no, like
See,
it's not just Chicago because the boy that got unalived in a hotel. Oh, you know who I'm talking about, Tish? He was your cousin friend, because me and him was talking about it.
That's sad.
The boy that got it wasn't in Chicago. It was around our area though.
look at the
The boy
Chicago
that got
people.
stabbed, Tish, and the girl stabbed him. I think they were in college at the time.
Oh God.
Ooh, you done pissed off the Chi-Town piece.
Get on
Oh
their
no,
ass.
we ain't worried about that. We ain't worried about that.
Stay in the comments and
Okay,
whatnot.
yeah. So you know what I'm talking
We
about.
talk
Hey,
about a
Jermaine.
topic, y'all. It's just a topic. Yeah.
No, we know we ain't worried. People from Chicago. I hope they ain't in their feelings. I know y'all ain't from Chicago if
No,
y'all over
we
there being
definitely need to
sensitive.
work on accountability skills in
Because I'm from
Chicago. We
Florida,
be
and
like,
there
we're
ain't
not
really
crazy.
there's no real competition there. So come on now.
We definitely need
That
to work
shit
I
happen
bet you won't
everywhere. You
come.
just
I bet you won't bring your ass to Chicagoans to come to Florida, but you motherfuckers won't
I ain't
bring your
gonna
ass
come.
over here.
You're right, I ain't coming.
See, the
But
problem
I'm gonna
with
talk shit while I'm
Chicago,
down
We
here.
ain't got no problem coming to Florida,
but the
but I
problem with
guarantee
Chicago,
y'all ain't coming out here.
we wear a Midwest smile. At least in Florida, y'all got the money smile. Y'all like don't
You
mess with
can't
me.
come up unless you got 1,000 followers. Please don't
But
request up if you ain't got
in
1,000 followers.
Chicago,
I don't know. It's still cold
we
there, and
act
it's
like we
raining.
so innocent, and then we snap off if you cross us wrong. But Florida, everybody know not to mess with Florida. Y'all
It
don't
don't.
be
It
like
don't.
that
It
up
don't. It
there.
don't. And again, it ain't an area where you from. It's just. It's not an area. What I'm learning, especially on this app, we all now are close proximity to one another. You know what I'm saying? Where we wouldn't no longer have, where we wouldn't have access to some people, we do now on this app. So what we realize is we have more similarities than we thought we did. From different places, from different states, from different cultures, we do. But we don't know that because we're not in close proximity. But now this app has brought us all, and you ain't no different in Florida than these hoes up in Chicago. Like I used to could stand when I moved to the suburbs, and the girls from Chicago would come out here to the suburbs and be like, "I'm from Chicago, bitch, so you can get your ass whooped Chicago style too. Like it don't matter where you from. Don't it ain't gonna
Not
your ass
Chicago
whooping ain't gonna be
style.
no different. You just gonna go back to Chicago and say a suburban girl just whooped my ass. Like it
Not
ain't gonna
fried
matter. I don't
farm
care where you from.
with mouth
You can
off.
still get this ass whooping. Like
Well,
it
I
don't
noticed
matter.
too when I make posts and I look at the analytics, it's mainly Florida, Chicago, and Cali is the top three places where the people are coming from amongst these millions of people on TikTok. It's always those three states: Chicago, Florida,
St.
and
Louis,
Cali.
St. Louis too.
But in our
Missouri.
defense, in Florida and
And the
Chicago's
A
defense,
and
you
Atlanta.
have a lot of people coming in and out, in and out. And they when they come to our states, y'all know they get
You
to the
talking about from
Florida.
to Chicago?
No, and Florida. Like when I go to
Cause I
Miami,
about to say them know your people that came to Chicago when they
that's
when
what I'm
they had
saying.
that
They
that
act a
when they
fool and
had
they
that
go
what's
back
it
home.
called? What
Yeah.
happened? What they have that Hurricane Katrina?
Yeah.
yeah.
They all in the mix out here.
And that's
They
my
all.
thing. It's like so many people don't even realize when you have so many people coming into your city, like when you realize how small like the network that you're in is, you're not trying to like be combative like that. You got too much to lose. So it's like it really be people coming in and then they heard, oh, well, it's Miami, this where it pop off. This Tampa, this where it pop, this Chicago, this where it pop off. So they act the fool and then they go back home. I'm like, why you do that? Why did you come to my city and leave? Like, take that stuff back where you came from.
The
Don't
shit, the shit
Really
just
doing
get
that. You
wicked no
lying.
matter where you at though.
No matter where you at,
Like
that's what I'm
no
trying to
matter
get
where
people
you
to
at,
see.
if
Yep.
you run across it, look, we all black and we all come from similar experiences. Know what I'm saying? It just only reason we arguing back and forth is because some people just want to deny the other side. Know what I'm saying? Shit, there's validity in both sides of these stories. Some people just fucked up, but too many people get on here and play self-righteous. Know what I'm saying? And I was guilty of doing that shit my damn self, so I'm gonna throw me under the bus too. But when we playing self-righteous, we discredit certain shit just because it's not our exact experience. You know what I'm saying? Like certain shit that we hear from women, you'll hear women say, well, I went through this, and this. And I'd be like, man, I ain't never seen or heard no shit like that. But then get around some other women and ask them what their experience was. Because we don't even talk to the women that's right there next to us a lot of times about certain some of these hard conversations. We immediately jump into defense mode, especially when it come from the men. And I ain't finna do all the extra shit with you. Fuck if you say I'm pandering. But there's just the reality, nigga. It's a lot of shit that happened to the women that's right there next to you that they don't tell you about because they know your reaction. They know your reaction. Like I'm talking about that when they said that do women get assaulted a lot of times or threatened with violence from rejection? Man, look, the lady I deal with, she's 6 foot tall, goddamn. Man, the lady, I was like, man, that shit don't happen. I ain't never seen that shit. She said, nah, they didn't pull it on me. I'm like, damn. Like they
You're
do
right.
it to
It happened
happens
on
to
this app.
everybody. It
I
happens to
definitely was
everybody.
embarrassed about it, certain situations I had. I didn't tell nobody. I was sitting up there telling my baby cousins, like, hey, don't be around this person, don't be around that person. They ended up getting married. They're in healthy relationships. And then, later when they find out certain stuff, they're like, why wouldn't you tell us? Blah, blah. It's like, because you know what? I already know how my family jumps. And
That's
I'm
what I
not.
was finna say. Sometimes, like, people don't know I got a big brother. A lot of even guys that I've dated don't know I got a big brother because I keep him under wraps. You know what I'm saying? And even when I was in an abusive relationship, my brother was so pissed at me that I didn't tell him. I wasn't leaving that man. I wasn't gonna leave that man.
And why
And
put
then I
somebody
would
in
have
the middle
involved
if you're
my
not gonna
brother
leave yet?
in some shit and had my brother in jail for a man I was gonna go right back to. I wasn't involving my brother in that shit. I was not gonna bring my brother into the mix of a man I was gonna go right back to. Now my brother done got unalived or locked up because I stayed with a motherfucker that didn't know how to keep his hands. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I didn't tell my brother, and he was pissed when he found out.
I got a family member like that. What happened? It was a couple years ago. It's on the news. It's on a news article. You'll see his name, Ashton Williams. He pretty much his baby mom called her brother because he was jumping on her. He came to the apartment. He came in. He was fighting Ashton. Ashton pew-pewed him. Her brother is unalived right now. Ashton got off because of stand your ground law. Her brother came into the residency that they both live at. She's back with the same person. Yeah, so your brother just passed for no reason.
That's why I said I never involved my brother. And I know it makes men mad, especially when we was younger and we got touched. But a lot of y'all don't even understand. A lot of the women didn't tell y'all because the first thing y'all go to is physical, right? I remember, and I shared this story I think last year. It was on my other page, but my page got taken. A guy from my hometown, he's a barber out here. His daughter, and he posted it on Facebook, and he had let me share it on the page. So I'm not telling his business. His daughter called him. Well, she texted him, and she was like, "Dad, I gotta tell you something, but promise me you won't. You know, she said I'm scared to tell you because I don't want you to go to jail." And he was like, "Baby, what? Like talk to me." She was like, "I really don't want you to go to jail, Dad. Like I really, you know what I'm saying?" And she told him that there was a man, it's not the mom boyfriend, but I want to say it was a friend of the family or somebody that had been essaying her, right? And now I've been knowing the little girl since she was a baby because I helped him get custody of the baby, because the mama was a white tea lady, he mixed, so the mama was hell anyway, you know what I'm saying? But they kept giving the baby back to him, giving the baby back to her, whatever. So, but I helped him fight for custody at one point, so he had to compose himself. He could not do what he wanted to do to that man. But he has his daughter. His daughter has been having night terrors. She's still going through trauma and all of those things. And he's able to be there with her. Imagine had he reacted and unalived that man. Now her daughter is now still with the monster that got her in that place, her mama, right? On top of that, she's dealing with the trauma, and her father, she can no longer call. That daughter would have blamed herself for the rest of her life for her father being in jail or unalive. And a lot of times women don't, young girls, or we don't tell y'all men because y'all first thing is to go fight, go kill, go do these things. And it's like, we rather have you here than to lose you. And now we're unprotected even more because you have now put yourself out there to now, You know what I'm saying? Now I'm still not, you know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of times men need to figure out another way to protect their sisters, their daughters, you know what I'm saying? Because this is why a lot of them don't tell y'all.
I'm
Because
gonna
they
say
don't want
the
you to lose your freedom.
part of like one of the things that I think that if I just said like part of it is just actually start listening to the women around you and see like how much different their experience is than ours. Like true enough, know what I'm saying? Like everybody gets some we all get a shitty end of the stick, but black men we like as a black man, we don't experience the same shit that black women experience. And the moment we stop denying it because it's a foreign experience to us, we can start to adequately address shit better. We can start addressing a whole lot more shit better.
I
And
think that
like
go both ways.
define that yeah, that's facts. It do
It
go
go
both
both ways.
ways. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But we can start to address a lot of shit better and understand like, hey, look, some people do highlight protection, and the way that they highlight protection, they screaming vengeance, and where there's other people that saying protect me is don't let it happen again. Please
Right,
don't let it happen
right,
again. Like
right,
don't
right,
don't actually go on the offense. Know what I'm saying? Like and go do something to them. Just please don't promise me you won't let this shit happen to me again.
right. And that's what he did for his daughter. Um, no excuses. This was a baby. Okay, this girl, she didn't get in no situation. That baby was, I think Izzy was what 11 when this happened. So we can't say protect y'all by not getting ourselves in situations. We can't do that. We
Yeah,
can't.
that's
Please don't
not.
put that on
Hell
people. Like,
nah.
don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
However, that man has his daughter now. And even when I go take my grandson to go get his haircut, she's there and she, you know what I'm saying? She's with her father, you know, and I know her father ain't gonna let no harm come to her. And that man would not have been able to do that had he lost control. Like he was really going to, because he reached out to me and, you know, I was able to walk him through it and everything like that and help him with the procedures of, you know, what to do. That man is now in jail. Come to find out he hurt other young girls as well. But that man is now doing time in jail. So he protected his daughter, put the man away, you know what I'm saying? And you know, things of that nature. So I respect him so much more by not going and doing what he really wanted to do, which was to take that man's life. Because he also would have took his own life in the process.
And his
And he would have
daughters.
that's what I mean. He would have took his life by going to jail. And now his daughter would have been out here without a father and damn near without a mama because the mama wasn't shit. You get what
And
I'm
you know,
saying?
Time what really makes me upset is exactly the last thing you just said. It's like, Lama, I hear what you're saying, but men are going through too. Men are going through quietly essay battles. They're going through childhood abuse battles. And unfortunately, women have a platform to talk about it. And I think the only way men can learn how to not use violence first is if we start opening platforms for them to talk about their abuse without being called a simp, without being trolled for sharing their feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you make a space where they can talk and calm themselves and be heard, well, then yeah, they're gonna have other avenues. But if you constantly telling a man, well, suck it up, like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
she was 20 and you was 12, and she did what she did. Who cares? Like, at least a woman was like, no, that's psychological abuse on a child. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? Like,
Britt,
When is violence necessary? No excuses. I don't know. I guess you have to use that to your discernment,
self
right?
defense.
Yeah, like again, it's not always warranted. Like you have to use that to your, like some of y'all have been trained to train to go, train to go, train to go, train to go. It doesn't have to be that way. Again, put yourself in a situation where you can get your child. Like I'm talking about children. I'm talking about these people that cannot protect themselves. I'm not talking about me as a grown ass woman dealing with a man putting his hands on me, didn't expect my brother to come captain save me. There's nothing my brother can do if I'm in an abusive relationship if I'm not ready to leave that abusive relationship. So I'm not talking about me as a grown ass woman being in a situation where I'm knowingly in a fucked up situation, and regardless of what he do, I ain't going nowhere. So that's a whole nother scenario. It don't matter what he do, he can go to jail. And if I ain't ready, I'm still gonna stand beside that nigga in court and testify against your ass. Cause that's
The
just the
best way to
mind
get
of
around
somebody. You get what I'm saying? So it's difference. It's a
The
best
difference.
only
way to get
time,
around that
the
is we
only
gotta
time
start
that
treating women with better respect though. That way y'all don't be selling
well,
for
good
that
luck with
shit.
that. The only time that violence is necessary is when it's self defense wise. When you're defending a child, when you're defending yourself, when you're defending, stuff like that. That's it. But if a loved one called me and say, "Hey, I'm being abused," I'm not pilling up with the people. I'm like, "Can I call the law enforcement for you?" That's going to be the only thing that I'm going to offer to do, because 9 times out of 10, they're going back. And Britt, what you were saying about creating that space, Chef Foxy will be having mental health Mondays for men starting this Monday coming up, and mental health Wednesday for women on Wednesday. So
That's
in the
good.
foxhole.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, the other thing, the only time I tell you that
Can
if
I
I
say
understand
something,
your
please?
violent response, the only time I understand your violent response, if you catch that shit in the egg, goddamn me, go the fuck off. But if you find out after the fact, man, you got to think and be smart. Know what I'm saying, from that point forward. But if you caught it in the egg, goddamn me,
Come
go the
on,
fuck
Llama.
off.
Yeah,
Go the fuck off.
because that's what the law says too, Llama. You
Yeah,
can't
you
just react just because, even if they're wrong, even if they're the pedo of all pedos, which is so unfair. It's so. Let me not even start, because I'll go off on a tangent.
But
But
you'll get away with it. You'll get
whew,
away with it on if you catch it in the act, only because you know what I'm saying, they gonna call it a crime of passion. You hear me? It's natural for you to
Exactly.
snap.
Because if
But
you
if you
walk away,
anything after
you have
that,
to
it's
drive
Let
premeditated.
somewhere
me
and go
let me
pick
say
that,
this because
go
I
check
think
a
you.
trunk. That's a problem.
Let me say this too, Heartbreaker. Y'all, when y'all had a mental health Monday for men, y'all make sure y'all watch them comments with them women, because I'm telling you right now, they get heartless. I
You
used to
find it's
do.
funny you said that too, because
My
yeah.
platform was started. And everybody will tell you that know me. My platform started with, mental health for men. That's what it was.
Hmm.
And I was a pick me, all kind of shit. I didn't care about that. But them
Right.
comment section, the shit that the women would say out of anger because they playing a tit for tat game. Well, you should have chose better. You should have. Well, why would you do that? It's been men that have been like, my mama wasn't shit, and I don't fuck with my mama no more. I can't believe you don't talk to your mother. I can't believe that you need to forgive your mother. Shit like that gotta be stopped. It
You're right.
has to be stopped. Like, we gotta stop normalizing men having to forgive they mom, or women too having to forgive their mama from the trauma that they put them through just because they
Hmm.
mamas, or just because they you know what I'm saying. So we have to, if that space is open, we have to create a space where they feel comfortable. Like Latrina down there, she has a book called Me and Heal too. I'm glad she commented, because we all about mental health for me. And I told her, like, I stopped doing that shit when I started getting on lower nine them ass, because they were blaming women for everything, and I was like, I stopped being so heavy on it. And I moved away from it. So I'm glad the chef is bringing that shit back, because it needs to be back. But make sure y'all pay attention to how these women are going. Y'all gonna see some shit, and y'all gonna be like, I can't believe how nasty women really are. Not just to me, but to each other. Like, they're nasty and they're insensitive, and a lot of them are narcissistic, because they are the mothers that was toxic to their sons. They are the sisters that was abusive to their brother. You know what I'm saying? They
but
are the
Auntie is
problem.
still
Just
invited to the
pay attention.
cookout.
But
Pay
T, it's
attention.
amazing you said that, because I said, how are we going to prevent that from happening?
You
So we
can't.
were thinking about just having the men in the panels, or coming up with a disclaimer that you will be removed if in fact, that's how, if that's what you do or whatever. I was very vulnerable and transparent this past, I don't know, a couple days ago in the foxhole, and I got amazing feedback
Hmm.
from a male who also had a pretty rough upbringing, but it's just like, it's necessary. It really is, because
It
if we can
is.
help the men with their mental health, that can help them to show them how to love us properly, and so that they can heal. Because part of the problem is them not addressing their childhood traumas, or
Yeah.
yeah, and not fixing themselves from it.
I-
So
If you
I'm
if
so
you wanted
glad
to
y'all
go
doing it.
deeper, if you really want to look at it, hey, niggas ain't allowed to be humans. The
I
No,
will
same
not be
way,
no.
the
participating
same way,
in helping them,
misogyny.
because I feel a way about them. So I don't feel like it's even fair for
If you
me.
believe, if you tired of niggas being
You'll get it.
misogynistic, if you tired of niggas being misogynistic, you got to start seeing them as humans. Because the only way I can see the human in you is if I see the human in my damn self. That's
Oh,
that's
child,
that's the
I done
only way
seen
I
the
can see
human in
this.
niggas, and they still was an
Agreed.
animal. So
But that's why I said, when I was telling y'all earlier, that I'm respected where I live. Because when I started going into, like, when I decided to write the book Dear Black King for the men, well, I would go into the barbershops and just chop it up with the dudes. Just chop it up and just be like, just tell me, like, about your, like, when they are not used to women actually asking them without fucking liking you, without fucking you, without being your woman, like nothing, just really genuinely being like, I want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? And you wouldn't believe how many men were so open to sharing with me. Like, I was going to barbershops, just sitting, and literally we kicked it, and they would just tell me, like, man, I'm so glad somebody doing this. I'm so glad somebody putting it out there for us. Like, I researched before I wrote that book. I researched it. And there's not a lot of books written dedicated to the black man, like to uplift the black man. There's not a lot of stuff out there to uplift them. There's more now. But when I wrote that book, it wasn't. It was one book. And it wasn't even, it had one review. And it literally was just a poetry book. And I was like, there has to be something where we can create a space to love and show love and affirm to our brothers, because all black men didn't hurt us. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
right, right,
there's a
right.
group of them that ain't done shit wrong. It's a group of them that's hurt or dealing with transferred trauma. You know what I'm saying? And what about them? You know what I'm saying? We just gonna leave them on the wayside because we talking about the ones that ain't shit all the time. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
See, my
Like,
problem, because majority of them, and I had not met one that wasn't screwed up. I assumed that hell, all of them are going to be like that. So just had a hatred for all of them.
mm-hmm.
But it is important that point you just made is very important. And the reason those men they shared so much with you because you care to know.
Yeah.
Some women don't care.
Yeah.
We want to know how much money you made, is to be good, and this, that, and the third, and all that. You care to know, and you had no attachments to them at all. So
I didn't say I
it
wrote
can't
the
be like
first book. I never said I wrote the first book about
No, she
uplifting
said she
me.
was researching.
Never
Y'all.
said that.
That's one of the
Never.
reasons why people say you got to start unpacking some of your traumas and your childhood traumas and shit like that, because everything starts turning into a confirmation bias.
Lama, let me not cut you off. But see, this is what she was just talking about. She said she would have these talks and people in the comments. Why people always in the comments just
You believe you wrote the first? I never said I wrote the
my
first book. I literally said I researched it and I couldn't find none. Not saying they wasn't out there.
with that
When I
goofy
typed in
passive aggressive
uplifting
stuff.
books for the black man, I found one. Don't mean it was only one out there. I found one.
She was saying what is accessible to everybody. Let me stop being loud. Oh, but see, if they do that to you, imagine when you have these men up here.
Oh, I already know. I used to do it all the time. Like I told you, I was a pick me of TikTok. Women didn't start fucking with me on this app until last summer when the shit happened to Carlisha Hood and I started standing on men's necks.
Thanks.
But I was all men fuck with me everywhere I went on this app until I started standing on their neck in was it June of last year when that shit happened with Carlisha Hood, because I was sick of the men that were continuously blaming women. So I had to let up on the women, because that's what my platform was for, was to help women, building a community of accountable women so that we can heal. And I started standing on the men neck. But before that, I was a pick me.
I wouldn't even say that's a pick me.
Oh, no. I know I'm not a pick me. I'm just saying,
no.
according to TikTok, I was a pick me. You think Dana Dane had a problem? Oh, yeah, they couldn't stand me.
And the worst is the reverse
couldn't stand me.
The ones who purposely fight with women because they know that's what men want to see. And and you just to pick me, you was raised to be feminine and cute and quiet. And that's why you was submit. It's like, why all this back and forth with me and all this extra hatred with me? Oh, it's because that's what gets you views.
No, it's just because what it is that women want all women to be woman's woman. Right? They don't want you to see things any other way but be a woman's woman. But they ain't even woman's woman themselves. Because as soon as you don't agree with that woman's woman, she gonna call you all kind of bitches and hoes and ugly bald head scallywags. But she the biggest woman's woman there is. I say all the time, I'm not a woman's woman.
Are better than one. Yeah.
Right, but I'm not a woman's woman. I'm a person's person. I don't group think. I think individually.
My bad,
I judge each situation differently. Thank you for subscribing. But women think because you ain't a woman's woman, you hate all women. No, I just don't fuck with you because I know as soon as you get mad at me, I'm gonna be all kind of broke back bitches, big back hoes, bald head scallywags. But you just said you uplift women. If you was all about uplifting women, the moment you get mad at me, you wouldn't drag me.
I think the real reason why a lot of this shit be happening like that though, cause people be thinking it's like pick a side thing.
Yeah.
Look, motherfucker, if I pick just men and I'm only catered towards men, I might be doing some talking and some uplifting towards men, but I'm uplifting in a way that I'm invalidating women at the exact same time, which still is gonna create an imbalance. If I pick women, you know what I'm saying, I'm there for them, caring on them, protecting on them, loving on them, and uplifting them in a way that's gonna still invalidate men. Now, one side or the other, whichever side you pick, know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it seems like you doing the right thing, but you create more problems. It's a twofold problem. There's a problem between men and women. You got to be able to balance that shit out. If you just held the no, I don't tolerate disrespect,
Thank
you know what I'm
you.
saying, type of space, you can't, like, nobody can disrespect nobody, then y'all can have different kinds of conversation. But some of y'all be on this pick a side shit, and you can't pick no motherfucking side. If you pick a, go ahead.
I just wanted to try to catch up because when I first tapped in, I heard her saying something about she had to get on the men's neck about something, and I'm trying to
Sure did.
understand what she meant by that.
What I said. I had them
Oh
sliding. I
Lord.
stood on their neck so hard they were sliding down walls.
Oh,
I
he
meant
finna tear your ass
exactly what I
up.
said.
No,
I
I'm
stood
saying
on
no,
they.
but on
I'm
their
finna
neck
tell you what I
on
meant by
what?
that. I started calling them out on their shit. I stood
On
on their
what?
neck so hard they were sliding down the walls.
On
Ask
what?
anybody
For what?
for whatever, for blaming women for everything, for their brokenness, for their unaccountability, for their lack of healing, for their lack of work, because they rejectables. They maybe a bitch ain't choosing them, and now they mad at all women. Now you want to go
Well,
get your passport and then poison another woman in another culture because you refuse to do the work and heal because the women here don't want you. Now you done decide to get your passport to go poison the women over there because you ain't done your work. I started
might
calling
I
all the motherfuckers out. Every
might I
last one
drop
of them
something?
men. Cheating men, beating men, men that's blaming women for getting hit, men that was blaming women for not. I was whoever these men were, and if it applied, they were all sliding. God damn it. All of them was sliding down the wall.
Can I throw something in right quick?
You could throw it in, but I
Just
might not catch it. You might get it thrown back, but go
no,
ahead.
that's well. I sure hope it don't go over your head and you can catch it. The problem I'm having. Well, I wouldn't even call it a problem. Let's say this. On many aspects, you got a good reason to be going off, but only on the men that you have had experiences of that trauma with. To categorize all men, right? We are not monolithic. That's
I muted you because obviously you don't listen. Let me let you see my face. I literally said to the men that it applied to. I literally said that, but you already had an agenda to come up here and say, so you got that one of them copy and paste things, right? The monolith shit, you copying and pasting rhetoric. Don't copy and paste shit over here. Because at the end of the day, I literally said I held the men accountable that it applied to. Not the men. I mean, the shit in my past, I done dealt with it, which is why I started my platform uplifting men, which is why I started my platform defending men. It wasn't until I saw a pattern of men on this app tearing women down. Those are the men that I started to call out. The men that were tearing women down. Not all men. I said that
do you
already.
also do you also do you also tear down? Do you also smash on the women that tear
Didn't
men
I
down
just
like you do it?
again? How long you been up here, brother? Because you've been
Good
up here on
God.
mute and you ain't listened to nothing I said. Because I literally said my platform was built to uplift men and I was holding women accountable. And I
But
had
look
to
though,
let up off the women to now get on the men because the men were tearing the women down. I literally
Okay, but
said that.
no, but what you also said was that you had to get on their like foot on their necks.
My
But
foot
who
on their neck.
assigned
I
you?
said that. And
I
I
just
said,
said, but who
can you come
assigned
in?
you who assigned you the foot pressure person?
Me.
That's
I
what I'm
did.
trying to say,
I did.
right?
I
And
did.
then I'm
I
just
did.
saying, but right,
I
even
did.
the Bible warns, even the Bible
When
warns though,
the
before you
men
bring it.
assigned her because
Look at you
y'all
sliding
ain't
down the wall.
applying
You see how you
pressure.
sliding down the wall and I didn't hold you accountable not one time. I ain't never met you a day in my life. And you already sliding down the wall for men that you don't even know who I'm talking about. You sliding down the wall that you don't even know these men was calling these women bitches and hoes, 304s, and talking about weave and makeup and tearing these women looks down and all this shit, cheating on their wives and doing all this other kind of shit. I assigned myself because nobody else would do it. And guess what? It worked. It worked. It worked. Because
But
they was
I
T,
ain't gonna,
bowing the fuck out and sliding down
I
walls.
ain't gonna lie, bro. You came in, y'all be telling on y'all with some of the rhetoric that y'all be using, bro. Like,
no.
why
See, he
ain't you
came in with his
smashing? Are you
setup.
smashing on the
Well,
women the
listen.
same way Bro, why
No,
is you
he
worried
ain't
about
messing
her
with that.
smashing on the women? Know what I'm saying? Like, it should have been, or you addressing the women, feel me? But some of y'all just really be obsessed with dominating other women, know what I'm saying? In a way that's weird, bro. You
No,
ain't gotta
he
do
got a
all that.
problem with that foot on the neck thing. You ain't
The
playing,
foot on the
Mr.
neck, the
Love.
foot
I'm
on the
scared of
neck, know what I'm
you.
saying? She can't put her foot on your neck if you don't fit in that category.
Llama, don't be nice. That's not weird. It's sad. It's downright ridiculous. She
Oh
just
nah, baby,
said,
I'm respectful. I'm respectful
I
until somebody
know.
get disrespectful. I'm not finna sit here
He
and just be
started it
like,
though. He was
yeah,
disrespectful.
but
Like, what is
he ain't
that?
disrespect me, and he ain't directly disrespect nobody. He spoke in generalizations, and because he's speaking in generalizations, I'm not finna
But
go
he
and
didn't. He
disrespect
came
it
to
to him.
her
Y'all can't tell Slim how to respond to that man.
Oh
Let
no,
him
I'm not
respond
telling
how
him.
he
I'm saying
responds.
this is why I'm about to get disrespectful. Because
I
like,
don't need
how you
nobody to
do
get
that?
disrespectful for me.
But
I
I'm
don't need
saying,
Yeah,
how
nobody.
you
I don't
gonna
need
say how
nobody to
you
get
assign
disrespectful for
somebody,
me.
or how
I
you
don't need
assign
nobody to do
yourself?
that.
If
but
somebody make a choice, that's wild.
they what I'm trying to tell you though. But you see how you see how like certain shit like you ready to get disrespectful real quick. Know what I'm saying? Like, is that
Slim,
gonna
he
promote
just
any
put in the
change?
comments. He just put in the comments. Let me get on Slim ass. So after you talk, Slim, let him
Oh,
get
oh,
on.
oh! I ain't what you
Go
want. Now
ahead,
he
Mr.
said,
Grateful.
"Stop your instigating." That nigga said, "Let me
No, yes
respond to
he did.
Slim."
Oh,
Your ass be instigating, but know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna take the bait. You goddamn troll.
Hey, get this makeup off my thing, Maya.
What you want to say, Grateful?
It's on my desk.
T, you not muted.
Oh, can you mute my mic?
You can't mute the host. Oh, that nigga left.
he did his big one. Okay.
For the people in the comments, I always speak for myself. But I was speaking after Llama, so I wanted to be clear why I was going to say what I was going to say. I don't have to speak for Llama. I would never do that. But that's wild. Like, why people come to somebody's page hollering and screaming and you only heard bits and pieces of what somebody talking about? That's absolutely ridiculous. Like, it's different if you come in asking questions like, okay, what did I miss? Because this is what I heard, as opposed to, well, why you feel so entitled and who told you to stand on their neck?
Wait,
Oh, let
he's
that
still in the
nigga up.
comments
One of
saying, "Can
y'all
you speak?"
supermars, let that nigga up real quick. Know what I'm
Because
saying?
he's
I
still
don't
in the
know.
comments. I don't even think he think he has to. He came in here and put his hand around T neck and put her against the wall. Her feet was dangling in the air.
All
Come
I'm
back up,
saying
Mr.
is,
Grateful.
not too much, because I don't think he did all that. He sure attempted to raise his voice. He ain't did all that now.
I got it here first. I got
Not
here
too much on
first.
Tea Time.
Team Mr. Grateful.
I got here first. Why y'all got a problem with that man having his opinion about her putting his foot on the neck? Y'all some haters, bro. God damn, that man talking to
No,
business.
I just have one question. All I have is
N-
one question, and I promise
Ask your
I'll
question.
sit
Ask.
back real quick. When people keep asking
Nobody
this
asked. He told us
question,
shit back.
Did he drop?
I
Hold on,
said
did he
I
drop?
will sit.
Yeah, he in the comments trying to come back up, T.
I'm
Oh,
saying I will
okay.
sit back. I
Tell him
just have
request back in
one
unless he got
question for the
pop.
men. Can I ask one question?
Go ahead. You sound. Are
So
you an eagle? Can
everybody
I ask you a
sitting
question?
here has heard the question of women, of whether or not they would choose to be in the forest with a man or a bear. Why hasn't any of the men ever fucking asked if they would be the one to make the goddamn decision? How come nobody was ever put themselves in the position to say, let me be the woman
This
and
ain't Bear
choose
Day.
myself, rather than saying I can answer the question as a man?
Hold on.
How about if you say, let me be the woman?
Hold on, Mama. It's not Bear Day. Is we talking about the bears over here?
I don't think that's what she literally getting at,
Nah, but I had a
yeah, let her
conversation
finish.
with that
Yeah.
Bell. He said he don't want to be in the middle of our human shit though.
Let me say this, right? A man, if you have a choice now, your body, your choice. So you made the choice to go in the woods with a bear. That's your ass. Don't ask me about that choice. That's your goddamn decision. So if you asking why ain't no man stepped up and said nothing, I ain't make that choice for your ass to go sit out there in the wilderness and get mauled.
I
Shit.
know like hell we ain't got this bear talk over here. Hey, let me
Don't
tell
ask
y'all
me no
something.
dumb ass
Stop.
question like that.
Hold on. Cause I'm not finna be. I ain't got my microphone. I ain't finna be yelling over y'all.
Miss Malifa, whatever your name is, with all due respect, just because every other panel on TikTok talking about it don't mean I'm talking about it. Read the room. Don't come up in my panel changing the topic or the scenario. Ain't nobody over here talking about no bears and tigers and lions unless you sending me one in a gift. Okay? We not talking about tigers, lions, and bears. Oh my. All right? Go somewhere else to talk about that because we ain't talking about it over here.
Ooh, there
Okay. Can I answer her question though?
No, you
Fuck,
cannot. You can drop and go follow her wherever she go.
I
fuck
was
that bear.
kidding.
I
I
was
was
I wasn't.
kidding.
I'm dead serious because I can't see no comments. I can't see because I'm doing something. I don't know who you is talking, but you can go
Oh,
follow
this
her.
Twinkie. It's not.
Okay, Twinkie. So you can go follow her with it, but we sure ain't gonna talk about no bears over here unless you sending one to as a gift.
This is good to
I'm a
me.
little broke still. I gotta hold it. You gotta hold on.
Hey everybody. I have a little hole here, but my name is Justin. I just came up because I'm just listening for real, and I feel like some of my questions maybe were answered as the live went on, but it was a lot of balance. It's hard to see, especially on TikTok specifically, how women came out and said like, this is my experience with men, this was negative, this was the lessons I learned, and men immediately said like, shut the fuck up. Like I guess y'all saw how that went. There was sides about women, sides about men, but I think coming to a balanced place is a lot better just as a perception of a person and how you participate and what you have to say. Because if you vouch too hard for either side, you do fall. Like, even being a woman, I do believe women are more oppressed than men. Like, if I'm gonna tell men and show them what it feels like to be supported, it's not gonna be to show you how you should have supported me. It's gonna be because I have good men in my life that I already just love. So those good men that I love, those are the same ones that I'm gonna support. So it's gonna benefit you if you're, not all men, if you're not offended. But I don't know. It's just weird the way that men did get offended about it. It kind of, I think it made the storyline a lot worse. But to come
You
to a
talking
place where
about
you
the
can
bear
be balanced,
conversation still?
yeah, I just think the balance is it's
Oh
honestly the
Lord.
answer. It's good to hear.
Thank you. Because
Oh
I'm trying to
Lord.
come back up. He got some shit to say. Grateful he still got some shit to say. He
Lord.
said we some fake assholes in the comments.
I wanted to tell her to shut the
What's up,
fuck up,
fam?
but
What's
I
up, fam? How
couldn't.
y'all doing today?
What's up,
I just want to
Tamo?
say what's up to
What's
everybody.
up,
What's up,
B
Corey?
Show?
What's up, Slim? All right, good,
What's
good.
up?
Heartbreaker.
Hey.
Hey,
Hey.
What's
PSA,
up,
right?
Twinkie?
Let me give a PSA, right? These conversations over here have to be a general conversation. If you come up here with your feminist attitude,
You finna stop? Hold on. I'm trying to. My daughter trying to do something. She get real irritated when I be on live doing this. Cause nobody let nobody else up until the man come back. Cause I'm trying to save a space for him. Moderators, please don't let anybody else back up. Let Grateful come back. Go ahead.
yeah, it's just a general conversation. Nobody has to come up here and be aggressive. Come up here with your feminist or your male ego, or you gonna get checked. Like we just trying to have general conversation where we all understand each other. We don't have to be chauvinist or anything like that. Most of the people that's in here ain't even on the stuff y'all be speaking about from other places. That's why you get shut down the fastest.
Corey, please go so fast to hell. I mean, take a positive step there. We're not gonna take no advice from you.
I understand. I can't teach you how to bust it
Not
You
open.
right
Corey.
though.
That
We are a little bit more
You
balanced
sure
over here
can.
though. We ain't having the same arguments is what he's trying to say, which is true. We not arguing men versus women over here. We just having a human conversation. So like when that lady came up cussing and stuff, it was like, what is you cussing at? Like, what's your problem? And then the same thing with the dude. What you mean putting your feet on somebody's neck? Like they come in here with so much aggression because that's what goes on around this app. It's always women versus men, and we literally pretty much most of us in here, we don't have that type of idea. We don't have that type of mindset. So
You
it's like when
can't be
y'all come up
women
in here
versus
with
men
that,
because when you pick them sides, man, you ride with these women. Sometimes they'll have you. If you roll with women 100% of the time, sometimes they gonna have your ass out here looking stupid than a bitch. And if you ride with men 100% of the time, some of these niggas will have you looking stupid in the bitch. You be to had the
yep.
women be like, yes, King, I love y'all. We so sorry. And then they come up here talking about some. Well. That's what that look like, brother. It look like submission. They respect you. You a masculine man. Shut your dumb ass up and get back in the comments, nigga. This wasn't about domination. This was about conversation.
And
it's
that's
just
why
you
I
can't pick.
definitely love this platform because it's like I don't mind if llamas tell me, well, don't be too aggressive to him because if I hear something from my woman's ear, sometimes it is nice to have another man step. I'm not used to that doing Chicago. We be fending for ourselves out here as women. So when you do have a man ready to like change the atmosphere with some of these off the wall individuals, it's really
See,
refreshing.
that's not even that's the thing I'm saying. Like, you can't. That's why I'm saying I'm wondering what kind of men y'all experiencing because just because we're in Chicago, I don't have that same experience. Like,
Girl.
I'm very well respected in my area. Like,
Yeah.
men ain't. If I need any, like, I don't understand what type of men y'all be experiencing when y'all saying men don't help us, men be finna. I don't have that experience.
I mean, I just
with men.
feel like
I
they
agree.
experience
Me
where
either.
men are unalived for, getting involved. But I'm not about to put, like I said earlier, I don't put men in that position. I'm not even used to
Oh,
it.
okay, I get what you're saying now.
Yeah, so when a dude does come, I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I can relax, and that's why I like and vice versa. I feel like when the woman came up and you checked her, or and somebody else did too, it was like woman talking to woman, and then the men kind of were like, let her talk to her. Sometimes that same sex conversation can change the energy and keep the energy that we already have, which is just a positive one, because people getting out of pocket.
Yeah.
And I feel
But
like
if I address a dude, sometimes it can't elevate because baby.
And I feel like if you have a personal hate for men, anyways, you shouldn't speak on topics like this. Like, you should go heal first. Like me, I don't like men, baby, riding or walking. I went sneeze on y'all if
I
y'all
call,
get to
I
my
call,
mouth.
I call cap
So
on that. I
no,
call
you,
cap.
Corey,
I
please.
call.
So when they having these conversations, I'm in the comments just twirling, going crazy. I just stay out of it because I'm not the person for that. Even in the foxhole when they do the mental health thing, I'm not going to say nothing. You know what I mean? You could just say nothing at all instead of saying the negative stuff. I don't care for y'all, not one bit, not at all. I don't
Okay,
feel no way for
heartbreaker.
y'all.
We
I know how I feel
we
about y'all.
we get it. We get it.
I think Heartbreaker
And I
just guarded. I think
She
once
just
and
she
I
get
did.
say
she be
I say
alright.
you just gotta respect people for their opinion. I mean, I respect somebody to tell you straight up I don't like men, rather than someone who projects everything there is to say that's negative about men and then won't admit that they don't like. Still try to hide behind the auspices of, oh, I don't. It's not that I don't like men. Oh yes, it's true. You do not like men. Just admit it. But I respect somebody who just says it straight up rather than,
So
pretending.
when she stopped liking men, because I mean her content is created towards men, right?
For y'all to
You don't
buy it.
promote.
I like
Yeah,
y'all's
But
this
you,
money. I don't
well
like
then,
y'all.
well then promote the women. Since women spend more
You
money
can't
in
tell
her
Nope.
her to
following.
promote to what just because she don't. No, just
Women
because
spend more money, T.
not in that industry.
not for that.
Not
Hey,
in that
listen, I
industry.
know not for that, but listen.
Corey, since when do we start denouncing people for telling you their truth? Somebody tells you their truth, man, we got no choice but to believe them.
But it's
Accept that.
heartbreaker. It's
How you gonna
Well,
heartbreaker.
argue?
there's some men who
Yeah.
like women
Oh
that don't
Lord, here
like
she
them.
go with
They
the
want to be
bullshit.
brothers anyway.
No, that's
So
how I feel about men. Real shit. That's how I feel about men. I don't have time for this.
And
The reason my content is for men because that's who it's for and that's who spends the money. I still don't like you guys.
and then the other thing is too, even if it's not totally true, she's allowed to change her mind. What my question is, what's the harm either way? If she says she doesn't like men and then secretly does, what's the harm in it? That's my
Right.
question. What's the
It's
Just
harm?
it sends
appreciate me
it
for being
sends it
honest.
sends mixed emotions to people. That's
Corey,
the
Corey,
harm.
you've heard the almond joy mountain, the almonds and almonds.
Nah,
What
I
the hell
don't
is it?
listen. I don't listen
Almond
to the
Joy.
nuts. Yeah, I don't
Thank you.
listen to that nuts commercial.
And Mounds, you heard the Mounds commercial before. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
Yeah, but we in our neighborhood we have to change up the words. Sometimes it gotta you gotta add a bus there. So it ain't
Y'all
no
do me a
different.
favor while I'm getting my daughter doing my makeup. Do me a favor and tap the screen. Y'all help me reach the live goal. We are having a really good conversation, and we got a good group of people in here with the conversation that we have going so productive. So y'all support my panel, please, and support the live. I do want to get back before we get too far gone what we have back to what I was talking about, but I won't be able to do it until I get to where I'm going. So I can't see the comments right now. I can't see the request button. Please
Good.
don't derail the topic while I'm doing this. Please.
Right, heartbreaker, don't derail it.
You, Kari, you.
I thought they were meant for heartbreak.
Okay, so well, let's go here. Can we all agree, one by one on this panel, that men is the
Somebody turn
main
Heartbreaker
cause?
camera off now.
What happened?
Turn her
Yeah,
camera
that's
off.
disrespect.
Oh. So no, that was just how I felt because I couldn't use the word because I don't want to get stand, so I had to say that in that way using auntie picture. So can we all agree that 98% of the 95% of the time the cause of a divorce or the ending of a relationship is caused by a man's actions? Yes
No.
or no, Britt?
No.
No.
I would say no because I don't know where the statistics came from. I like
No.
to see. I'm not negating you,
Hold
but I
up.
just don't know.
No.
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 Purely based off your question, no, ma'am.
No excuses. Said heartbreaker is weird to me. I'm just saying, y'all mammy weird.
Oh my
So
God.
let's keep going. So you guys say no? Why not?
You gotta look at the statistics and be factual. Women file for divorce 85% of the time.
Well, that's
So
her
if it's
point.
That
Where
doesn't mean that
you
men
just
aren't
made
the
her
cause.
point,
That
Corey.
doesn't that
right,
okay,
right, but
wait. The stats of divorce has nothing to do with it because we all know men ain't filing. They can be the foulest motherfuckers there is, and they still ain't gonna file for divorce. They not finna do it. However, it doesn't mean that they are all necessarily the problem. Women file because women will walk away and they don't mind doing the paperwork. They don't mind doing the footwork. Men don't want to do that shit. They don't want to go and fill out papers and go down to the courts and do all of that stuff. Women do that. Half of y'all men don't even fill out the paperwork for your own businesses. Your wives are doing it. Your girlfriends are doing it. They filling out that paperwork because y'all do not want to do those kind of things. So when it comes to filing for divorce, I'm not counting that as that means the women were the problem. But I don't think that means women weren't the problem either.
but this is what I was saying to that is when they list the reasons because it is
Shay
reasons
Manifest
you
says
have
the
to
men in our family
list.
file. That's probably because y'all help them fill out the paperwork. Go ahead.
And I mean, if you put in financial reasons and you not saying this man was a deadbeat, that's an issue right there. So to her question, like most of the filings come from women based off of, and it's nothing in particular. Yeah, you gonna blame the man for it, but it's no real reason to blame him when you left
Well,
because he
Corey,
wasn't
what?
doing X, Y, and Z for you.
No,
So,
most
Corey,
women
what I would
leave
say,
because they're the only ones that's gonna go ahead and do the footwork. Like I said, my ex-husband, mom and dad, they were sleeping in two separate rooms. Like they were married and nobody would have knew they were sleeping in two separate rooms.
I really
You know
hate
what
when
I'm
we
saying?
be getting
Nobody
into
right?
these
filed.
statistical conversations because a lot of times, bro, the stats don't tell stories all the time. Feel me? And you looking at that
Hey,
70% of women, know what I'm saying, filing for divorce. Hell yeah, it's gonna be some shit in there where a man was the problem. It's gonna be some shit in there where a woman was the problem. Maybe they both
mhm.
mutually agreed upon divorce. She was just the one to file it. It's gonna be so much bullshit in there, but we don't be getting the variables. We just take the numbers and we run with them and be like, "Yep, see what I'm saying? You the motherfucking problem." No, bro, all of that shit.
You
A divorce doesn't just happen overnight. Know what I'm saying? That's a buildup of
right?
time. Unless it was some bullshit. Know what I'm saying? And y'all just got drunk in Vegas and got married, and y'all tried to make it work, or y'all got married for the fucking baby. The shit
And you
not.
know what, Slim? I was going to speak to that a little bit. In that you're right. Like the stats do matter sometimes when we're having this conversation, but a lot of times they don't tell the whole story. And the only thing I was going to mention is that if you guys do ever look up the reasons, the top three are a variation of infidelity, lack of commitment, and abuse. It used to be financial issues, but it's not up there
You
as
can't
high
say
anymore.
infidelity and lack,
Um,
lack of commitment because that's the same thing. You mean
well, no, no,
financial?
no, no. No, the infidelity and lack of commitment, the reason why they were different, according to this one law firm that brought it up, was lack of commitment to the family and to the household and to the goals that they set. The infidelity was just
I think you
strictly
might got a
cheating.
different stat because financial
Okay.
is usually one of the top three.
Yeah, they used to be a long time ago. But if you
Let
guys
me see
ever
your
like
stats.
look it up
Pull your
again,
stats up and put them on the green screen real quick.
Okay, let me get to my other device. While I'm getting
Hey,
to that, the other thing
hey,
that I wanted to mention is what you guys were saying earlier about the men's mental health. I love the fact that Chef is about to do something on it. And I
Yeah.
love it for this. I love it for this reason. I love it because she already has a really sort of established and respected platform.
Yep.
And the other reason I love it is because generally, when men do talk to other men, especially black men, talk to anybody about their mental health, they're more open to doing so with a black woman. With the APA, the American Psychological Association.org, what it talked about when it talked about men not reaching out for mental health, they said one of the big reasons is a lot of men would like to see somebody who looks like them. And that's a problem because we only make up 3% of the doctoral level when it comes to therapists. So the approach from us at this
Hold
point
on a
should be
second. Hold
two
on a second.
pronged.
Hold on a second, Jay. Scoop, don't do that
Okay.
because now you're discrediting her platform. There are a lot of people that respect Chef platform. So for you to put that in the comments is fucked up because there are a lot of people that do respect her platform. You putting everybody in a box that have an indifference with her platform. So for you to say that, it's like invalidating the people that really do respect her platform and not giving them an opportunity to speak out that they do. So that's not right.
So the it should be a two-pronged approach as it regards our mental health at this point. A lot of us should certainly be reaching out for that help, absolutely. But secondly, it should be a lot of us also, if we care enough and are interested, to get in the field to get to that doctoral level to make sure that we're also benefiting the same community that we're talking about, of course. So yeah, I love to see it happen. The spaces that I engage in, including my own, sometimes unfortunately, we don't get a lot of black men to come through, and that's something that we're hoping for. The men who usually stop by are other races, but it's still progressive, and we appreciate it. And what I want to see more is just more of us having our own individual spaces, and at some point making them collective as well, because I do think it's an important issue. But
Can
I'm gonna
I?
go on mute and get that source for you. Just give me one moment.
And Jay, I just want to piggyback Jay real quick because I don't have a platform that everybody is following, but I actually do have an event coming up here in Chicago. It's going to be on June 15th, Saturday, for Black men to talk about stress health, because next month, May, will be Stress Health Awareness Month, but it's also Women's Month. It's also my birthday. So I wanted to take the opportunity during the Juneteenth week and the week in Father's Day to highlight these men. And I've actually been able to get 10 men, 10 black men in a black owned coffee shop, Momentum Coffee Shop here in Chicago, that's gonna host it. Like when I say, and then for y'all to be having this conversation, it just gave me the anointing knowing that I'm going in the right direction, because I see these men in Chicago, especially the stress, just the stress alone is getting to them, and not having the space to listen to men. You know, I have two doctors coming, I have a pastor, I have hairstylist, like all walks of life coming to speak on this topic. And I'm
Huh?
so grateful that, other people are realizing it. To Chef, big ups to you. I feel like if we're all
She
coming
ain't in here,
together,
but I know they gonna go back and tell her. Y'all give her flowers for that because that needs
yes,
to be brought back ASAP.
it's so necessary. But we will be streaming on there. Like, I don't know if y'all know Don Bishop, Black Ink Crew. He, it may be locking in on it as well. Like, it's just going to be a great energy, and we need that energy back. And for those women hurt by men, if we start creating these spaces where they are allowed to heal, think about the next young lady who will then be able to avoid what we went through. Like wherever your hurt is, try to find a way to heal that area.
Well, I think this is dope. We've been doing this for about 3 hours, having a conversation, a balanced conversation at that. Um, Trying to hear each other out. I think that's really dope. And then to know that my girl finna start this mental health thing, I think we all need to make sure we support that. Jay got a platform with it too. I told y'all my friend Latrina got a book called Me and Heal too. She do conferences for black men too. So we should put it all together. Every resource that we can, put it together and try to do that support for black men and black women, because when a group of men had did this thing. It was Omega and them. They had did this live about black men being SA, and was saying that that's what makes them hypersexual. I respected the live, but what I didn't respect is that when the same thing is said that women are hypersexual because of the SA and all of that stuff, it's like it's pushed aside. So what I want us to realize is we all fucked up. We all come from trauma. It's not just a black man, black woman thing. We all have trauma that we're fighting. And if we all realize that, not saying I got trauma, you got trauma, some people don't have trauma. But what I'm saying is the gender doesn't define the trauma. Every gender has been through a trauma. Every race has been through a trauma. It does not come with the color or gender or sexuality. Everybody got something that they've been through. And if we start to learn to identify that, we would stop separating so much and saying, well, that doesn't matter for you. Because some of us have been through the similar shit.
Very, yes.
That's a good point. Right. So the screenshot I got, I hope I cropped it well enough. This is from Forbes, and the source they use is the National Library of Medicine. That's the National Library of
You were wrong.
Medicine.org.
You mixed up, and I knew you did. You mixed up commitment with compatibility.
No, right. Look at the top. It says lack of commitment. Then underneath it says infidelity.
Move your cash out.
No, it says lack of family support. It says infidelity and lack of compatibility.
Wait, give me a second, because now I got to show it from. I don't know why I showed it different.
It was
give
compatibility.
Me one quick moment. Okay. No, it's okay. But give me one.
That's what I was trying to explain to you. They're the same thing.
This is from pretty much the same thing, and I know what you're saying. Trust me. But when you look at it here, and I got it backwards. Give me a moment. I got it backwards, but if you can see the top, it says lack of commitment. Right underneath that, it says infidelity, extramarital affairs.
That doesn't say. I don't see. Does that say lack of commitment right there?
Yeah, it do say lack of commitment. You went to Forbes, because I swear to God, I was trying to find a .org that would break it down. I was skipping over.
No, and you see, and you see the source they got. The source they got is the National Library of Medicine. That's the .org you can go to. That's
the
where
National Library of Medicine is giving stats on divorce.
Yes. No, so I can go back to the one that I screenshot for whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, give me a sec. I can get it right back up for you.
Forbes was saying some wild shit at first. Forbes was saying how women can find financial freedom through divorce. I swear, I was like, I kept skipping over this shit.
And it's the thing is in this article they actually showed the reason why a lot of people get married as well, and you will see how they coincide with a lot of the reasons why people get divorced. One of the ones that I found most interesting is people getting married too young, or people not having a proper education into marriage that they're going into. So the thing about the top 3 to top 5 is what you'll find when you Google.
Look, I'm looking at the one that he just got. Look,
Don't that say lack of family support?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I'm
and see,
saying.
watch this, and you see that, and you see that. Watch this, and this is the weird thing that I can acknowledge as weird.
Nah, the weird thing
when
is
I'm
that
also
you got
looking at Forbes.
say 2 different things. Just acknowledge it.
No, so wait. You see the bottom here that said Forbes advisor? It says the same thing on the other one that I had on the screenshot. And my whole point was when you start to look up these reasons. No, in the short, I'm sorry. The whole thing is when you look up these reasons now, you will see that they're different from 1970, 1980, 1990, and 2000. This is 2024.
Stats do not matter because we do not know the amount of people where they got these stats from. I'm telling you, Crown taught me that. We don't know.
Yeah, sample size does matter too. Know what I'm saying? And a lot of times the shit be crazy, but now I was just saying that his shit do it do
you was
say
agreeing with me.
Lack of commitment on him. Man, shut up. Well, heartbreak.
He had 2 different ones.
But
Somebody in the comments called me a troll because I wasn't talking, and
No, they probably called you a troll because I usually don't let more people less than 1,000 followers in my panel.
no, he said she's a troll because she's not talking, so she has
Well,
a
you've been
troll.
talking.
Right. But what I was gonna say, my point was I listen oftentimes more than I speak, simply because I like
Mm-mm.
for everything that I
You ain't
do
got
to
to
be a
fight.
learning
But I wouldn't
experience.
respond to that.
Right, you
I
No,
already
call
I
know
ain't
you
that.
ain't a
saying
troll. You
everybody.
in
I'm
here.
saying that I'm
We've
You
learning.
heard
don't
I'm
have to. You
plenty.
learning
don't have
from
to respond
listening
to
to
that.
all
You
of
don't.
you. Huh?
You don't
I
If
have
you
to
call
don't say,
respond to that. It's obvious that you're not a troll. You've been speaking the whole time you've been here.
and I
and if
call
we don't hear
cap
another
on
word from you this week, we've heard a lot.
it. Right.
Yeah, you don't have to
and
respond to them.
and when you read the if you read a little bit further into that though, know what I'm saying, Jay, because you showing the diagram, but under the one that say lack of commitment, when you go down
Hmm.
to it, it say basic incompatibility and money issues are among the top reasons for divorce, and
Right.
it's gonna still go back there. Know what I'm saying? Like finance is gonna be one of the bigger issues. Feel me?
But
Yeah.
see, I love what T caught on to, because watch this. Wait, hold up. I'm sorry. The one that I'm reading from, the one I was showing from my other phone, these are both from from Forbes.
Yeah,
One
they are.
says revealing divorce. Wait, yeah, watch this. One says revealing divorce statistics in 2024, and the editor is the same person as well as the contributor. And when you go down to that same chart, it says what I showed on the phone. But if you go to the other one, it says something about 43% or something, and it's from last
That's what
year.
I was trying to
So,
explain to you.
so
Right.
no, and see that's the thing. That's why I appreciate what you're calling on this, because what we mentioned earlier is these things change and they continue to change. And you can't always go by the statistics on just this year. Like you have to watch how they, continue to grow or devolve. So yeah, I appreciate all of this.
I
But
believe
look,
it's
let me
gonna
get out of y'all
constantly
way.
keep changing. It gonna constantly keep changing
Absolutely.
on the strength of a man. Like shit, you got a lot of niggas that's starting to look at shit from a different point of view. And marriage ain't so ideal because all we doing is we covered in the marriage dynamic, and most of us in our generation that's taught about marriage, we got that leader, provider, protector, feminine, fine, and submissive. Know what I'm saying? And that shit just ain't working in 2024. Feel me? Like people that shit ain't working in
Right.
2024. Like it ain't the
And
reality.
you know
Like
one
like
last thing? And you know one last thing, Slim? Divorce isn't as high as it used to be. Like if you go look up those numbers, they're not as high as it used to be. The highest
Yeah,
Nobody
number
getting
people
was
ain't
in
getting
married.
married no more.
1970,
that cause
then
people ain't
again in
getting married
Because
like
people
that.
1990.
ain't getting and I think
But
y'all missing that too. Divorce ain't
Right.
as high as it used
yeah,
to be because people ain't getting married no more.
Right.
that's
That's
it.
the biggest issue about
so
it.
so
How,
these
how the
numbers can
hell they
always be
child
broken down, and I
divorcing?
appreciate how y'all was doing this over here. This is perfect. This is beautiful. Like I
I ain't
said,
gonna
look,
lie, I
I'm
don't
gonna get
like.
out of
What?
y'all way. I gotta start a little staycation. Y'all have a good one, man.
All right, I don't like
All
that
right.
submissive shit no more. That shit weird. I don't want to hear that shit.
What?
What?
Who
Yeah,
said that about the
Hey,
nah.
listen,
I
listen.
seen somebody in the
Corey,
comments.
ain't nobody finna submit
They
to you.
said we are supposed to be submissive to each other. Man, if you actually like start going deep into the history of that, where that ideology came from, man, that shit sound way more fucked up and weird.
Man,
Well,
listen.
submission is sexy to me. I'm gonna
Everything.
be submissive to my partner.
Y'all, yeah, y'all see how she wasn't submissive to Mike divorce because he was just a wimp.
First of
What?
all, because Mike was a man, I don't respect. I don't.
That boy
I'm
wasn't
not.
no goddamn man. That boy was a
I
wimp.
am in
He
a
was
relationship
paying.
with a
He was
Oh
woman.
he
I
was.
am on
my
the other
God.
side.
That
So
boy was trying to
sorry,
break
Bookie.
bread
It
first.
that shit just sound weird, bro. That shit come from.
Submission is
Y'all ain't
different.
submissive. Y'all just cooperative. The submission shit look a whole lot different than what y'all talking about.
I'm submissive.
Submissive, to be submissive is really to dominate over somebody. So that's the thing about it. If you ain't trying to dominate over somebody and just rule every aspect of their life, like, yeah, submissive ain't the word. We need to find a better term for it. That's all
The
it is.
term
It's
is
cooperation.
discussion. The term is
Right.
right, cooperation and discussion. Like this
Cooperate.
isn't a debate.
Cooperate. Just say
It's a
cooperate.
discussion. So if somebody comes with facts and they don't add up, and somebody's like, "Hey, like T Tom did," she was like, "That I don't remember that," and he looked and he was like, "Oh, okay." It's not submission. It's an understanding that we're having a discussion. And if you wrong, you wrong. You move on. Who want to go back and forth and they wrong? Like
Kari,
who does
Kari,
The
that?
only the reason why I say that shit don't that shit sound weird, you know, like that well, women are supposed to be feminine, fit, and submissive, and the niggas supposed to lead, provide, and protect is because that real live rhetoric came from the days in which women had no rights. You know what I'm saying? And we used to buy them like property. So of course, if you bought somebody like property, nigga, you gotta lead, provide, and protect because you gotta make sure that you get a return on your investment. Know what I'm saying? And she's gonna be feminine, submissive, and all of that shit because she don't have no motherfucking rights. She either obey you or you could do whatever the fuck you wanted to her because that was your property. That's why I don't like that shit. I ain't gonna lie, that shit weird. That's why it don't work for us right now. Cause these women, cause you gotta think about it. When you start thinking about the provider man and the woman being feminine and submissive and all of that shit, bro, the reason why them women wasn't initiating divorce back then so much and they was staying throughout them marriages, they could, where the fuck could they really go? They couldn't go out. Like, nigga, you might be in she might
Okay,
have
that's
took it.
some hoes from back then. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
submissive to
that
my
shit ain't.
girlfriend because it feels good and it's sexy and I like
Heartbreaker,
it.
you ain't submissive to no
So
goddamn
period.
body.
Who? No, yes I
You
am.
ain't submissive to nobody.
Promiscuous, more like it.
Corey, shut your tired ass up.
We not about to shame. And we not about to
Shame
name
what? What are
call.
we shaming?
Corey, you know, own your stuff. If you gonna do it,
She
own it,
ain't ashamed.
bruh.
That
Big
girl ain't
bro.
ashamed.
Big bro.
Hey,
Corey.
hey, are
Big
you
bro.
ashamed for what you do, Heartbreaker? Tell
Don't
her
call her
you ain't.
promiscuous. Like, don't do that.
Sure isn't.
All
She not
right. So
ashamed,
since
but
she
you
ain't,
still don't shame her. There's a
you can't.
difference. I didn't
I
say she
don't. How the
was
hell you gonna
ashamed.
tell me what
Corey
the
could
hell I can
never
say out
I
shame
of
will
my
me.
bite your
goddamn
face,
mouth?
Corey
Corey.
is
I will
a
bite your
joke.
face, Corey. Don't forget Tyson come here to train. So he trained me. I will bite your face.
What's wrong? Is this lady
We don't
delusional or
shame
something?
women for doing whatever they want to do.
It's some people, but you got to have the
Shit.
ability to shame Brit. Corey can't
Shit.
shame anyone. So
Yes,
I
I
don't
That
take
can.
it
that
serious.
and
No, you cannot. It's not
heartbreaker,
credible coming from
You can't
heartbreaker.
shame Heartbreaker because
you. Yes,
Heartbreaker
Bistro.
live in her truth. That's it.
Right. So what I can say is what I can say because she ain't ashamed
Corey
about
couldn't
it.
do it
Do
regardless. It's
y'all not
Corey.
understand the arguments y'all making and it's
Do you
making
see
my point?
Corey? Go
I
ahead,
can say what
Bistro.
I
Hush,
want, but
Corey. Hush,
she's
hush,
never
hush. Go ahead,
ashamed.
Bistro. A man is
I
talking, Corey. Be quiet.
I
Silence.
was just
Too
gonna
bad.
say
Too bad you don't know what a man is.
It ain't your story. Go ahead,
it ain't.
Bistro.
It
I
ain't
was just
Mike or
gonna
the
say
ones you fuck with.
I think you want to hit Mike. It's giving that because you've been obsessed. You mention him every
Hey,
day.
hey, I said because I'm trolling your ass like I'm
I
always
think you
do.
like that. I gotta tell him he ain't got none in a couple years. I think he
He ain't
seemed like
got
he
none
wants
because you
that.
made that man turn around.
No, I think you want it. Yeah. Would you be the bottom? What would you be? Go ahead,
Nah,
Bistro.
ain't nothing bottom about me.
Bistro, are you frozen, babe? Go ahead, Bistro.
no. I'm trying not to laugh too loud. Y'all are funny to me. Funny. Y'all like a brother and sister who never grew up. Y'all just gonna stay right there at 16 talking
Kari is
shit
a
about each other. I
We
professional
love
being
it.
troll,
shy.
and so is Heartbreaker.
They just go ahead and need to have sex with one another and get it over with.
And that's
What?
Um,
What? Man,
heartbreak.
my
who said that?
turtle
Bumper
might go
Club?
back in the shell.
Girl,
Y'all
Do
please.
you
tripping.
know
Don't
Kari
insinuate
uncircumcised?
my
I don't think too
turtle
many
like
people
that.
want that
My
thing up
turtle
in
Yeah,
got
there.
all that
power.
infection inside of that
My
turtleneck. I know
turtle
one thing.
has power. Y'all will not insinuate my
Bistro,
turtle
please take
like that.
over.
My turtle will
Hey,
go back
listen.
in the shell when it see
Hey,
that.
That
listen.
turtle don't come out. Go ahead, Bistro.
Right, for that.
That that microphone.
Turtle.
We
Oh my
going back
God.
to this 15-year-old girl. But
Oh
just give me
Lord.
a minute. I'm moving and grooving.
All right, I'm done. That microphone is microphone and heartbreaker. And happy birthday to you again, Slim.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
Wait,
Make
microphone?
sure y'all tap the screen, y'all, because when I get home, we gonna get real deep. Cause we the show went all the way left. Cause the real issue ain't been talked about yet. But what was I gonna say? Just give me a minute. Just let me give me a minute.
What's the
What's up,
real
Jessica?
issue?
Hi guys. I just wanted to talk a little bit about what y'all were discussing about submissive.
That ain't what
So
we
you know you got to
discussing.
mute. 'Cause your
Oh shoot,
windshield
sorry.
wipers is loud.
Okay, my
That
bad.
ain't
What
what we
happened?
did.
What happened, Jessica?
We
Can you hear
weren't
me?
discussing
Yeah, we can hear
submissiveness.
you. Shut up, Corey. What happened?
Okay, I just wanted
No.
to talk about submissive. I have been married 3 times and I was Miss Independent, men are like buses, next 115, one coming, until I realized what needed to be done in order to find my own feminine energy for the masculine energy to come out in the man. If we don't get out of their shoes, they can't step up into them. So behind every great king, there's a queen backing him up. But we have to be able to be submissive. That's how the original headship arrangement was supposed to be. It took me a long time to realize that because I used to be, a successful woman who just, was just working in the oil field, working 16-hour days, having cars, having clothes, and men just, I was like Ubering men to me. I'm like, okay, let me do my business and then go next. But then I realized that in order to find a king, in order to be a wife, you have to be a wife already. So you have to understand what it costs to be a wife in order to be a wife. And the submission that when we originally were created, we were made from the man's rib. So we came from his
No,
rib.
the hell we wasn't. We wasn't.
Hold on, I
God,
gotta
no, no,
stop.
no,
I
no,
gotta
no.
stop.
We was made from Mary's rib. Mary wasn't
Hold
no
on,
man.
that's rude. She was talking. She didn't. That's rude.
We can't
No,
glance over
Sissy,
what
get
she
off
said.
my
Hold
shit.
on. She
No,
said
here's the
she
thing.
said she had men Ubering back and forth. So you telling us you were paying for male lot lizard?
And they had Ubers back then.
Right.
You
I'm
know,
a little bit confused on the
Yeah,
details.
I
Like, what
got lost
exactly was you
about that when
doing?
she said she
Yeah,
was
Let the
what was you
Ubering
woman
doing
back
with
and
your
forth.
life?
finish.
Was this why you was married?
no,
Will y'all let the woman finish?
Thank
yes.
I'm
you.
sorry.
Yes, no, this is what I'm trying to show you what I've gone through so that none of y'all go through it. It took me a while. I learned obedience through suffering. I want y'all to understand that everything that you think that you can do, I've already done. So yes, I would, when they say, oh, you don't need a man, a lot of times independent women, we think we don't need men, that we don't
We
need a
don't.
husband.
We don't. But go ahead.
It's not necessary. So
Oh, you
when
got
you
okay.
technically, when you think about it, are we able to maintain? Yes, we could. We were able to maintain ourselves. But when we were originally designed, we were meant to be their helper. We're the man's helper. When God created us, that's what we came into. So it took me a while to realize that. So now I tell the younger generation that we can still be the most feminine when we find the masculine energy that's going to allow us to be submissive. So when you allow the man to be a man, we're able to be full feminine energy. But it takes a while for you to understand that. So that's
I ain't
what
gonna,
I'm.
I ain't gonna lie. That shit be, it's crazy. Like maybe it sound like what you wanted and what you was doing just wasn't matching. It ain't had nothing to do with you being submissive. You wanted a nigga to take care of you, but you was too busy taking care of yourself. That ain't got shit to do with being feminine and submissive, baby. It don't. 'Cause I guarantee you got some men out here that don't mind, know what I'm saying, having a woman that's ambitious and a breadwinner at the goddamn same time, and them women know how to come home and still be cooperative and loving and shit the same damn way. Like, nah, y'all be running with it, man. Fuck that rhetoric.
Well,
Look,
man,
your
we over
ass,
here. These
you
people over
just
here is
got tired.
childish.
You got
And
tired. That's it. That's all. They just said, I got tired, boss. Like shit. Know what I'm saying? Niggas get tired of paying these motherfucking bills too. Shit. Hell, I'm trying to get in my South Boy era. Know what I'm saying? To get took care of and shit. You know what
Man,
I'm saying?
ain't
that
nobody
ain't what
finna
it
take care of
sound.
you.
Nah,
No,
hold on,
that
hold
shit
on, hold
right.
on.
I know that shit
Slim,
right.
Slim, I'm sorry. I want to totally disagree with Slim. It seemed like she was paying for the type of men she wanted. It
Yeah,
wasn't.
Corey, like
She
tricking.
she was out there just
It's
paying for
nothing
what she
wrong with
wanted.
that. Niggas trick every day. What's wrong with women tricking?
Girl, ain't nobody finna
She's
fucking
a
trick. Hell
fucking
no, nobody
woman.
finna.
What the fuck you mean? What the
Right.
fuck wrong with tricking? She's a
We
woman.
live in a different era. We live in an era where people
I
pay
wouldn't
for
give a
what they
fuck what
want.
Well, it's
era you live
2024
in.
now.
It's still tricky though.
Ain't it? Hell no.
Exactly. Thank
And
you.
for hold on,
Submission.
we talking about a
What was her
woman.
point about submission? What exactly were you submitting to? Like, I am confused. You started off with 3 husbands and submission and all of this.
Obviously,
What?
that shit ain't work.
Now, after my past mistakes, now I understand how to submit to someone. Now I don't even date. I'm celibate. I've worked on myself. I'm completely fully
Lord,
healed.
So
girl.
you went back
And
with
Girl.
they'll
you
still be
had the
80 years
You
husband and
later.
leading
then
us
you were
to the damn
tricking.
river.
Yeah, like that ain't work. We
I just want
hold
to
on.
understand why when women want to get their life together, why they want to run to celibacy. What does fucking have to do with your heart?
I
Hey,
read
A
it
that.
got a
lot.
lot
I
to
read
do
a
with
A
it.
lot.
few.
A
It
lot.
got a lot to do with it.
She
I
going
ain't gonna
down
lie
the
to you, cause
hole.
if you keep
I
on
know
say
you
you
lying.
trying to get your shit together, say you trying to get your shit together, but you keep coming over here, know what I'm saying? I'm touching that reset button in the back of that motherfucker, telling your ass, baby, you know I love you, I miss you and shit. and you be like, yeah, let's work it out again. You need
touching nothing in the bag.
hey, you know the button ain't there for the back. Now shut your ass
But
up.
so in other words, we're hypocrites because we get on social media all day and say, "Hey, we boss bitches, we this, we this, we that." But so you mean to tell me I can't have a sexual pleasure or experience without any manipulation or thinking that you like me solely to bust a nut?
No,
Now
No,
you're a
no,
no,
hypocrite.
no,
Nah, but
no.
it,
That
Cannot.
is not like we
No.
gotta stop
The
lying.
answer is no.
We gotta stop lying to people. We gotta stop lying to ourselves as women. My homegirl broke it down to me like this, and I swear it made so much sense, right? She said, see, a woman, she said a woman, hear me out, a woman's eyes is open before she has sex. A man's eyes is open after, right? Once that man bust that nut, all that shit he liked, if he didn't really like you and he thought he liked you, he don't like you no more. He starts seeing the real you. Once we bust that nut, all them rose color glasses come on. Stop thinking that your vagina area got to be attached to every man that you interact with. Sometimes it's okay to keep yourself to yourself. It's okay not to share your body with every man you come in contact to. If you like, it don't busting a nut ain't really got us nowhere. I'm not gonna tell you but a nut. But it ain't. But your heart broke. You're running around here confused. You're doing shit you ain't got no business. Flipping over shit, kicking shit, throwing shit. So we can quit lying to ourselves unless you got some type of trauma that has completely made you detached from men in that way, and now it's still acting out of trauma because you done sat there, you done been touched on, you done been done all this stuff, so now you feel like there's no value nowhere else, and you taking your power back by giving it to every man the way you want to give it to every man. It comes from trauma, thinking I'm just gonna share my body with anybody I want. Go ahead and have that sexual liberation. I don't want it. I'll be all right.
But
that,
did
that,
she
Ooh,
even
come
did
on
she
now,
even get a
Pastor
nut?
T.
Did she even get a nut when she
Corey,
did all
no, if
that?
she was fucking you. So T got a good point.
With your flat behind, yeah, it won't happen.
Boy,
that
whatever.
that
She got
that
a good
that shit
point.
work both ways though. Niggas ain't supposed to be out here fucking like that either though. That shit it don't do
I
us the
can't speak for
same
men.
way.
I can speak for us as women. I don't think y'all
Now
should be
I'm just
either.
telling you
I don't think y'all
for
should be
niggas.
either.
For niggas, it don't work good for us either, cause you get out here and you be hitting these women that let you get it when you want to. Know what I'm saying? Without too much work, they put that coochie on you and have you out here sending $2,000
I
to
love y'all.
Heartbreaker
I'm
and
gonna
shit.
drop out.
You know what I mean? They had you out here
Okay.
sending money to motherfucking Heartbreaker, and then you run around here looking crazy and shit. Now, nigga,
Boy, that ain't a bad. That's not a bad thing.
Yes, it
that's a
is.
very bad thing.
That's a horrible thing.
Miss T, that's what I
hey,
want
hey,
to remember. We have younger girls that are looking at us. So when we let them know that if they're giving out like a free Walmart bag, no one's going to pay Louis Vuitton prices for it. So you have to act like a wife in
Wait a
order
minute,
to
Justin.
I ain't gonna lie,
No, you.
baby. I ain't gonna lie, baby. That shit, that when y'all be trying to look, I hate when y'all use value or try and put luxury brands aside to like when you start putting yourself in that box, you know that
And I
argument
don't
gonna
give a
work
fuck who
against you
looking at me. You better
every
turn your head.
motherfucking time. Cause when you start talking about something of value or somebody paying for something of value, when you start making you use material shit, here goes the kicker. Nobody's gonna pay the same thing for a used Louis Vuitton bag either.
Well, some of them do go more than
You
the new
can't,
ones now, Slim.
yeah,
So we
but
can't
now
say that.
it got to be in good condition. You feel what I'm saying? So now you start putting objective, like object value on that shit. It do not, it don't work well for y'all. I don't like that argument. I don't like that argument, baby. You know what I'm saying?
as an analogy, just so that way you can understand. I don't mean that we are just. I don't mean that in a literal sense. But it takes a while to realize whose image we're made in. I was made in Jesus's image, so that makes me, worth more than pearls. So when
See,
I
I
act like
wasn't.
a 31
I
wife,
wasn't. I
yes, you
wasn't,
were,
baby.
sweetheart. Yes, you were.
No,
What's
I
wrong with
wasn't, babe.
you?
I
So
don't have to
Mm.
believe the same thing that
so
you believe. I don't
that's what
believe that.
started work. That's how I live my
I don't
life
believe
now.
in the Big Bang Theory.
She came from
Okay,
the
but let me
harlot.
tell
She
you
came
what
from
my
the harlot
problem with
side.
that type of narrative is you are teaching young girls that their value solely lies in the way that men sees them. And that they have to aspire to be acceptable to men in order to just simply be accepted. Like you're not teaching them to be acceptable to themselves. You're teaching them that they have to be acceptable to someone else's standard. That's what I don't like about the whole narrative.
Okay, no, I apologize. That's how it came across. That's not, no, no, no. I'm all about affirmation and loving who you see in the mirror. because we
Yeah.
were, like, when I tell women, when we look, or men both, I'm all about positivity, that we have to like what we see in the mirror because we were made intricately. So when I tell people, I'm like, okay, when it's like having a best friend and
What
you
does
nip,
intricately mean?
huh?
You gotta understand what side you on over. What intricately means?
Intricately, oh, okay, something very detailed. So like, remember like grandmas when they used to build like the quilts and stuff?
We all different than one another.
Yeah, exactly.
So
And then
why
when
how come my beliefs is why is it a problem then with my beliefs and the way I do things?
no,
Cause she
you're
a 304.
No excuses. Your mama's stupid. Your mama's stupid. No
this
excuses.
is what I've learned after being older. So you
See, I
can
keep
believe
interrupting Jessica. Sorry,
Hey,
Jessica.
y'all let her make her point, but I'm gonna tell you this though, mama. They fucking with you because you use religion as your motherfucking reference
No,
tool.
they messing with you because in the comments they said it's Black History Year. What? Ain't you Hispanic or something, Jessica?
Let her go
I
off,
cannot.
Heartbreaker.
I
Let her
cannot.
go off. Let her go off. Let her go off
We
real
ain't
quick.
racist over here. We love all people. We love all people. Don't listen to
Yeah.
her.
When you
Oh
bring
yeah.
religion in though, it always fuck up the conversation.
Yeah,
That's it.
because that's something some people over here is not believers.
the reason that I do that is because that's what's helped me to become the woman that I am. And so everywhere that I go, I bring Jesus with me because that's who I am. So
Ugh,
I'm
I
about
That's
hate
right.
talking
Put
about
them in your.
Jesus.
That's right. Keep them in your pocket, girl.
Please don't talk about him.
so when I land the
I'm gonna put
plane,
the holy water on
I
you.
just like to tell other women that they have to know their worth, women and men. Once you learn your worth, it's like when we don't realize that we like what we see in the mirror, then no one else is. We're gonna have to look outside for outward value. So we have to look within, and within we were made in the image of the Most High. So that's where you
Who is
get your.
that? You believe that the earth is flat or round, Jessica?
It's round.
It's not. I'm finna go. It's not.
Damn. How me
Heartbreaker,
and
can you be
Heartbreaker
ground
agree
up
on
for a
that?
second,
No,
goddamn?
I am being
Heartbreaker.
grown. The fuck?
Heartbreaker.
Your ass be
I
childish
agree
as
with it.
hell.
It's not
No,
The
round.
earth is flat.
okay,
Thank you,
guys.
Corey.
Well, I'm gonna get off now, but thank you for having me on
All right,
here.
mama. You
Y'all,
have a beautiful day.
Thank
She
you.
touched
We
the
learned
nerve.
so much. We learned so much.
Heartbreaker touched the nerve right there by saying the
You
earth is
can't
flat.
you can't bring
Hello.
this why you can't you gotta watch who coming over, know what I'm saying? Cause some of y'all don't know how to fucking act, bro.
You can't. Now we can't. Heartbreaker. You ain't coming to the next barbecue.
Y'all act like we.
Yeah, nah.
She touched the nerve
I
with
have
that
a
flat shit,
question.
bro. I'm telling you,
I
boy, they
got a
don't like us
question.
talking about flat earth.
Please don't exempt Heartbreaker from the next comment. I like flat Earth people.
Flat Earth people are very smart. Why they in the comments talking about I'm
I like
okay,
flat
I
Earth
take this
people.
back
She
down.
Can I
left-handed
ask
too.
a
I like
question?
flat Earth, left-handed,
Go
right
ahead,
foot
y'all.
people.
Heartbreaker, you don't believe that for real. Ain't no So way. my
Yes, I
question
do. It's
is,
common sense. The Earth is very flat. All the pilots said it. It's common sense that it's flat. Anybody still believing the Earth is round is slow. It's
I ain't
hell.
gonna lie
Right.
to you. See, it when you focus on dumb shit, you know what I'm saying? Like you gonna always argue about it. It's something we can't prove.
Now, only people
What you
that's
mean
dumb
it's
is people who
what
believe
you
that the
mean it's
Earth
something
is
we
round.
can't rule?
Whether the earth is round or flat, how does that affect us on a day-to-day basis?
Because that lets you know the powers that be is actually lying
Thank
to
you,
you. And that's
Corey.
why we
That you
all are
ain't
being
gotta you ain't gotta worry about it being the earth
Slim
being
is
flat.
fucking slow, Corey. Don't argue
Listen,
with Slim.
listen.
Slim is
Hold
slow.
on, hold
On a
on,
Slim
Slim.
on a
is
daily,
very
Slim,
slow.
hold on,
the
Slim. You
difference that
gotta
y'all,
it
can
makes
realize,
I ask
is
a question?
the difference
Slim.
that
Do
it
you
makes
get?
is now
Wait a
Slim.
minute,
from
Queen.
Do
now
it,
on, Corey. From now on, Corey, in answer to your question, the difference that it makes is on a daily basis is now you can turn around and look and verify whether or not your toilet is spinning round and round when you flush it, or is it just all going straight
Hello.
down?
hey,
Bullshit.
Slim. This is my whole thing. If you can be controlled by being told what the facts is, then that lets you know anybody can manipulate you about anything. They manipulate us
Nah, nigga,
about
I ain't
getting
gonna.
up. Hold on, Slim. You got to realize
They
they
replaced the
manipulate
sun.
us
Talking about it's a
about
solar
getting up.
eclipse.
They manipulate us about getting up every day going to work to make a living to pay for something that we could never own. You don't own no houses in America. You don't own nothing. Everything is
Nothing.
owned by somebody else. You always gonna pay for it for your ever life.
Right.
When we were given this planet from birth, we were given this planet. We all should have space to live. We all should have free will to live on this earth. But if they keep these ideologies that this and that is what it is, we will always be
Right.
trapped inside that mind frame.
Hey,
Hey,
Slim.
Corey,
Yes, it's
that
called
Hey,
your
Slim.
programming,
argument,
Corey.
your argument, whether the
Slim.
Earth is round or flat, it don't have. You can tell that these motherfuckers playing in your face every day.
Slim,
The
the
Earth
Earth is
being flat
flat,
or round,
Slim.
huh?
Thank you,
It
Slim,
don't
Kev.
matter.
Lord have mercy, Jesus. I'm so
Slim,
sorry.
the Earth is
All Slim
flat.
knows is TikTok.
The Earth flat.
The
It's
Earth is
very
flat.
flat.
Slim.
Okay, and how does it? What am I supposed to do with that information?
Just it don't matter. Live your brother. So it don't even matter no more because
I'm trying to catch on.
no,
That's
Okay,
all
let
I be saying about that conversation.
hold
Okay,
on.
the Earth flat. What am I supposed
they
to do with that
consider us the
information?
five
Hold,
percenters. Have you ever heard of that?
let me explain
Yeah,
to
that
what
shit
you do with that
oxymoron too.
information. Let me
They finna
explain
play in
what you
your
do
face
with that
for it.
information. You come together with people who believe in the same things, and you go against the powers that are telling you, no,
Hell
it's
nah,
not
cause some of
right.
y'all flat Earth motherfuckers be too far fetched. Hell nah, y'all be wild. Y'all be wild in the motherfucker.
How is it any more far fetched than the round earthers, right? Because you were indoctrinated from the time you started going to kindergarten that the Earth is round.
My point.
Right.
That's what. Wait, let me finish. That's what they taught you. That's what they wanted you to learn. If you go back even further, you'll see that even in the Bible shows the Earth as being flat. The Bible talks about the Earth being flat. The Earth has a firmament, a
Thank
bowl that
you.
it has a firmament. Why do you think that when they shoot up rockets, when that rocket gets up toward the firmament, it
That bitch
starts to
bend and come
turn?
back down. Hello.
Why do
It's
we care
yeah,
about if the Earth is flat or round?
Oh,
because
I,
because we use them
because it's a
things. We just ain't
conversation. And if
teaching
y'all
you.
don't like it, y'all can drop the hell out the
nah, look,
goddamn bottom.
Please,
I don't
Kevin,
be. See,
hello.
this the thing though. I'm not. I don't have an issue with flat earthers. Feel
We are
me?
in a zone.
I don't have an issue with globe earthers. Whatever the fuck you is, whatever you believe this motherfucker is. I'm just trying
Slim,
to
you
figure
trying to
out
feel about him.
what does that piece of information do to my quality of life. That's all.
It
That's
changed your
all.
whole mindset
Exactly.
of who told you this, Slim. See, that's what you're
Let
not
them be
picking up
dumb,
on.
Corey. We the only
It's
smart
the,
motherfuckers up here. Us down here in the three corner. Let them be ignorant. Let
Bro,
them be
I
Mm,
break
ignorant.
so much shit down to you that
No,
you
you will
couldn't even
not.
fathom.
You can't
The
break that
whole
down with some weed
government,
propaganda. You
all
can't
this
break
old
none
extra
down
shit.
but
We
some
can
weed
have
propaganda, Slim.
a whole
No,
lot of
ma'am.
conversations with whether
No,
the Earth
ma'am.
is round or flat. Ain't gonna do
No,
shit for
ma'am.
me. Ain't
Yeah,
gonna do
and
shit
that
for
shit you
me.
talking about you gonna break down for us on me.
I can break down that book you hate, even when y'all. How you just gonna say that you hate Jesus and the
Hello.
God, but then you believe the Earth is flat because it
Jesus
says
is not
it's a
real, sir.
firmament in the
hold on,
Not
Bible?
hold
for
on,
real.
Slim,
Hey,
Slim,
Jesus
look,
is not
Slim.
real.
Hold
how
on.
you gonna use certain doctrine when you want to, and then say
Jesus is
fuck it
not
when you
real.
do when you don't? You know what
Hey,
I'm saying? Like
Slim,
that shit
Slim,
ain't
Jesus is
that
let me
don't
not
have
let,
that
hey,
work.
real.
hold on. Let me say this to Slim.
Delusional.
That lady, hold on, Slim. That lady,
Delusional.
listen, let me say this one thing. That lady was just up here talking about religion and God. When Putin opened that vote and showed everything of religion in an image of a black man, should that have not changed every person that has a religion and believe that Jesus Christ is a white man? Shouldn't that have changed their mind right there?
I
That
mean,
was
Right.
physical proof.
it definitely should if you read the
Right,
goddamn book. The book said
right.
the
They
man hair
believe
was like
But
Jesus
wool and
but
had
they
told
don't
skin
them
they
of
don't
things.
believe
bronze.
they don't believe the word. They don't believe the word.
Come
So
on, bro.
seeing
Like
them
they
image,
what
hold
they what I
on,
be
but you
saying. Listen,
no Slim. They don't believe the word because they treat black people like anything. They don't believe the word, but seeing those images should have changed their mindset right then and there. Because the religion was before them. That's what they got to understand. It was before them. And the people that practiced the religion and did whatever, if you could show Jesus Christ in the image of a black man, that means every Jew overseas is not a Jewish person. See, but you won't think about that, and they won't change their mind
how I
about
don't
that
think
because they
about it
gonna
when I
keep
can
talking.
break that book down to you, brother. I ain't gonna lie to you. The
Right.
religion,
We don't give a fuck.
the
I don't give a
origination
fuck
of
about
what God,
that.
what black, the whole Judeo-Christianity thing come from a place in time where if you did not have melanin in your motherfucking skin, you couldn't survive. Period. Point blank.
No,
All the
they
stories,
created
except
religion
for
to control. No, they
when
didn't
they
give the
add the
slaves. They be
when
quiet,
they
Slim. I
added the
don't care about that
motherfucking
microphone. They
religious part,
created
when they added the
religion.
New Testament,
Slim, I'm
they
talking,
included
Slim.
themselves. I don't give a damn.
Slim,
When they added the
he's
motherfucking
talking, Slim.
Roman Christian part into it, that's when
No,
they started
you
trying
do
to
not know.
incorporate
You
the
are under the
motherfucking other
influence.
people into their shit.
Here's the
I
thing.
still I
They
still got
created
my question.
so. They created religion. Sorry, Queen. Hold on. They created religion to control the slaves. To give them something to believe in. That's why Kanye said it was a choice, because in fact it was a choice. Because you chose to believe in whoever this nigga Jesus is. That's not a real nigga. That's something that they gave y'all to believe in to control you. It's programming. We are all gods. I'm a god. That's
Hey,
why I
I
say
don't
this is
want to
my
argue
earth.
with you because your
Y'all
motherfucking all your
motherfuckers can't.
points, you got educated through
I don't
TikTok,
care.
not through actual research.
I
Goddamn,
don't believe
this
it. I
you a
never believed it.
TikTok scholar, baby. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Never
I'm
believed
well
it.
read, well
No,
versed
you
on this
are. You
conversation.
are. You are. You
Craziest
are. That's why
argument
you
I
don't know
heard
nothing
today.
about this.
The craziest argument I heard today was Corey saying that because Putin said that the first biblical people were black, we should believe him.
No,
That's
leave Corey
crazy.
alone now.
So
No, I said
if you wanna
no.
be
I said
if
because
you
he
wanna believe
showed.
if you wanna make people believe that you're God, tell them who Jesus is. Putin just doing that. That's stuff. Whether it's true or not,
Well, I don't know Putin
Putin is
like
not the
that.
authority. Putin is not the authority on all things biblical. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And then two,
That's not no.
T,
That was
wherever you
not my
at, T,
point, B Strong.
T,
That
please
was not
expect
my
my
point.
please accept my humble apology for trying to entertain with comedy when I said I appreciate and respect flat Earth people. If that's what stirred this all up, I apologize.
Mm. Hey, B
Nah,
Strong.
We are all gods. We are
That was
all
not my
God.
that
Like
was
y'all
not
just,
my point.
we
That
are
was
all
not my
gods.
point.
But
But
Queen still has a question though.
See, let us see the beat, cause I'm done
Yeah.
Queen, what is
discussing.
your question, Queen? What is
Yes.
your question?
So my question is,
Hold on,
so
I got a question. She was rushing.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah.
go ahead.
I'm sorry. But so my question is like, what is y'all's point of view of like, so to speak, of roles being reversed, such as nowadays the whole thing is like men supposed to go to work and provide and women supposed to cook and clean and whatnot. What if the roles were reversed? Like, how y'all feel about that? Like,
the roles ain't
Hold on,
supposed to
Queen.
be reversed.
I gotta go,
That shit was
man.
created out of some
Quick,
misogynistic
I'm gonna rotate you out
bullshit.
real quick.
The roles were never reversed. The roles are exactly what they is. Women
so
always work.
so the reason why I ask is because for me the roles is reversed, and I say that because my fiance stays home and he makes sure it's like the clothes is washed.
Queen, you
We
white?
cook.
He got a job.
You white?
I'm Mexican, white, and I have black too.
And your fiance black, right?
He's Mexican.
Okay. Let's make
That
sure.
nigga
Okay.
in his South guy era. Tell me what he did to get you. That's what I'm trying to
That
figure
boy
out.
a
So,
pimp.
so, but to be honest with y'all, like it wasn't something that I was looking for. Like my mindset wasn't, oh, I want somebody to provide for me, or oh, I want him to stay home. It just how the cookie crumbled. To be honest with you, it was more of a, we liked each other's vibe and we got together, and it just so happened
Why
that
did I
he's
assume he was black? Because black men like women like queens. Go ahead.
Period,
well,
Pooh.
so he does
I know this
tattoos.
Negro
So
ain't say that.
he has
He got a
clients that
job,
come.
Queen.
No.
He does tattoos. So here and
He ain't
there,
got no job.
here and there he'll have clients come to the house and he'll do tattoos, but it's not a steady income. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, if I quit my job, he could. You know what I'm saying?
How long he
He
been
got
at?
black in him.
How long he been at?
Uh, it's been
Out of prison.
some years.
He
Yeah, I
went. He
figured.
was in prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was, but
Oh,
I've been
girl.
knowing him since I was 17, so I knew him for a long time before we decided to actually
Hold on, Queen. T, no excuses called us flying monkeys.
How old he is, Queen?
No, he
he's
didn't.
27.
Yes,
Oh,
he
how
did.
old you is? How old you
I'm
is?
I'm gonna
26.
screenshot it.
Okay, all right. You knew him before he went to jail. Hey, T-Time, let me ask you a question. Do being a quiet woman make you a good woman?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, who?
Being a quiet woman, like with a soft tone voice, did that make you a good woman?
I'm gonna be
Hell
quiet.
no, cause you could be a sneaky bitch. I mean, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna be
Well,
quiet.
I
Okay,
can.
well,
Yeah, yes, it does.
do
Yes,
do do
yes, it
being a
does.
submissive woman make you a good woman?
Yes, yes, all of that.
No,
But
Oh,
no,
but
no. Who
okay,
told you?
but in
okay.
all
So
relationships,
so being a good woman and being a quiet woman and being a submissive woman mean that's you a good woman.
And you got to know how to make a brisket.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. If I'm a quiet woman and I see my man doing the wrong thing, but because I'm submitted, I ain't gonna say nothing to him and I'm gonna watch him go down the wrong road, do that make me a good woman?
Yes,
Yep,
it
because
make
you
you
don't
an
know how to make no
absolute
bullshit.
queen.
Yep, yep.
The queen of fools.
I hate
I,
that.
I
Well, I
mean,
don't know.
Okay.
We ain't women up
for
here
me,
because
I
according
feel
to
like a lot of people they go into relationships
Who's breathing
expecting
like that?
a lot out of each
Chastity.
other.
Oh.
Shut up. I've been to the gym. Why you trying to worry about me, Kevin?
I didn't say that,
Um,
Chastity.
And when
okay.
and kind
So
of
That
like
let me
wasn't even
tell
how
you something.
Chastity. That wasn't even me, Chastity.
kind
Well,
of
who was that?
Sorry.
kind of
Don't you
like with
worry about
y'all.
it. I got something for that. So check this out. I just want to ask a question. So Sunday, when Laura was up there saying that message, he told his wife to tell you the real truth, right? And she didn't come back and say the right thing. Was that mean
Oh
that she was
shit.
being submitted or quiet or what she was being then? Because I went back and watched the tape.
She was being
I
a
think
wife.
if a woman is married and she don't know how to make cornbread dressing, her nigga deserves a side
I
piece.
don't care if sex chastity thing. That's called dumb. It's a dumb, submissive, and quiet.
No, Chastity. She was being her.
Yeah,
She was
if she
being a
can't make
wife.
if she
She
can't
was
make
sticking by
cornbread
her
dressing, he
man.
deserves a
Let
side
that
piece.
lady stick by her
BB
man. What
or something.
I,
what's wrong with
I
a
think
woman
what
sticking
she
by
was
her
doing,
man?
this is what I think Mrs. Laura did. She stood,
Okay, tell me.
she stood as a united front. I don't know what she said to him behind closed doors because he's still in these streets fighting. So I think she just stood as a united front beside her husband. However, I think behind the scenes, he got ate the fuck up.
Okay,
Who
so
that?
let me ask you a
Damn, I missed
question.
it.
Is it more disrespectful to correct him when he's doing wrong, or is it respectful enough to correct him when he's behind closed doors?
I say if you're a couple, if you're a married couple, you never supposed to let nobody see weakness in your marriage. You always that again. That's why even a man disrespecting his wife publicly is a weakness in the marriage, right? So as a couple, you're supposed to always stand as a united front. You know what I'm saying? Even when he in front of the kids, you're not supposed to be fighting in front of the kids, showing the kids that there's a weakness in the one because the kids gonna know how to play against each other, right? So I think that she did right by standing as his wife as a united front. Like, and then you talk to your husband behind closed doors, and hopefully y'all it don't happen again. But once people outside see a weakness in the forefront, that's when they will start to infiltrate into your relationship, whether it's a partnership, relationship, a friendship, whatever that may be. So I think you're always supposed to stand as a united front as a couple.
But I think
But
sometimes that we
so
be getting people be playing in our favor. They united front as a couple. Goddamn me, when y'all separate, tell the motherfucking truth. Know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Right.
while
See,
y'all
that's what
together,
I'm saying. Like,
y'all hold the front. But when y'all separate,
putting
tell the
your man
motherfucking
down
truth.
in front of in his face. You ain't never supposed to be putting your woman. And I say that was both. That means even as a man, you supposed to have a level of respect of for your wife. Like so, once you even cheating, you're not in a united front. Cheating
okay,
is
so
not
but
showing a united front.
tea time
That's what
back
I'm saying.
then, long
He
time
cheating.
ago.
I'm not saying he cheating. I'm saying cheating is not standing as a united front. Once you cheating, you are